Yo, what's going on, my good people? Luka Doncic signs a 3-year max deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. This deal is 3 years, 165 million. Once again, it's a max contract extension with the franchise that just traded for him earlier this year. It also includes a 2028 player option. John D, talk to me. How you feel about your Lakers extending their partnership with Luka?
Ah, man. Luka. 3 years, $165 million. This was a great offseason by LA. Despite all the noise, despite all the talk, this was a great offseason. We shore up our center issue. We get some point of attack defense with Marcus Smart as long as he can stay healthy. I think Jake LaRavia was a good addition. And now we wrap up Luka Doncic for the next 3 seasons, which is fantastic. There was a lot of talk about how Luka may not want to stay in LA, how Luka has a player option coming up, I believe, where he can go sign somewhere else. Just being able to keep him on the roster and keep him bought into the Laker community, into the Laker fashion, that's fantastic. Looking forward to see how we build around him. I'm very, very excited to see that.
Fellas, I actually, to be honest with you, John D, I actually like it. From a money aspect, I think he'll take these 2 years, and I think he'll get extended after the 2 years. I think this sets you guys up for the future moving forward, because I think you're going to have James for this season and maybe next year. I think he's out after this year. I think the Lakers move on from him, and I think that they have a plan in building around Luka, and the fact that Luka can make this, I think it's 110 million. Over this season, over these next 2 years, and then get an extension for as much as 417 million. So I get the 350 back that I was going to make with Dallas, and then add another 60 to it. So, I mean, from a money aspect, it definitely works. And then also, I think that he signed for the shorter years because I think he wanted to see what it was going to look like in Los Angeles in terms of building. Like, what's the plan with Luka? I mean, we know what the plan is right now, right? We know the plan is to try to win. And again, John, I like the fact that you guys shored up the problems that you had. I really dig that. But I think he wants to see what the plan is for the future because, you know, when James is gone, AD is already gone. Like, how are you going to build this around me in the future where we can be viable and we can build a championship roster over the next couple of years? I think he wants to see that.
I said this yesterday. I may get called a hater. Mm-hmm. I think Austin Reeves has to get traded. I think he has to get traded. That's not me saying he's a bad player. That's not me saying he sucks, this, that, and the third. I think Austin Reeves is a great player. I just don't think he should be the guy paired next to Luka Doncic for the future.
You just don't think he works with what you guys are doing, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay. Luka's defense is already a problem. I would rather have somebody next to him that can, like, you know, take some of that away. Like, I understand Luka's going to get hunted. He's not a good defender. He gets lost off the ball. I understand that. But with the type of roster iteration I would want around Luka Doncic, I don't see Austin Reeves fitting next to that just because of how detrimental they could be as a backcourt. I do think that might be our best asset on our team right now. Austin Reeves, depending on how people view a 41 going into next season, probably 42-year-old LeBron James. But I do think Austin Reeves can bring us back a pretty penny. But then again,
you have like some examples of what you would like. It might not be what would happen, but some players that you would like to go get that you think Austin Reeves could, you know, make happen.
I haven't thought of the exact player, but like the archetype, maybe like a relocating point of attack 2 or a lob catching big. I know Luka excels in a spread pick and roll to where if you tag the roller, the corner is going to be open. If you don't tag the roller, there's a lob. So I would want some spacing at our wings and a center with a good catch radius, someone that can finish around the basket, run in transition, and protect the rim. I do think DeAndre Ayton does bring some of that, especially with his pull-up mid-range shooting. I think he's really good there. I think he's a really good lob threat. And his touch around the basket is really good. But again, DeAndre Ayton's another guy I don't see being here past next season. And Austin Reeves is going to be expensive too. So
just a 1 year, John D. So the 25-26, that's it. That's it for DeAndre
Ayton. I mean, it depends on how he plays. I'm sure Ayton's going to want a lot of money, and I don't know if that
He's
motor
making
is
$8
like,
million a year right now, so there's no way he's going to take that.
yeah, he has a what is it, a player option after this season. Yeah, I don't think he's taking that. If he plays to the level that we think, or I think he can play to, but bidding on this is a contract year, and him over exceeding what his contract is worth, he's going to ask for more money.
Chills, acknowledge he's making $8 million a year, just for context, like 8
Well,
months.
I think it's a 2-year deal for $16 million. Yeah, I do understand that, and I know it's a little bit of money. I'm just thinking with him and how much better Luka has gotten in shape, and how much better I feel like DeAndre, knowing that this is a contract year, how much better I think he's going to be. I mean, the Lakers have never been shy about spending money. They've never been one of those teams that.
But it just depends on how much like Ayton will be worth. And just for context, to wrap up the Luka point, so I've had different people that have had different opinions on this. Shout out to Betsy. She on Twitter is actually one of the best basketball follows. She was pushing back that idea that Luka, shouldn't have signed this year because he gave the Lakers too much control as of right now, and he could have got more money. But I think the thing that Luka was looking at in doing this deal, he turned down a 4-year deal that would have been about $228 million a year, I believe is what the number would have been. So that would have been a really good deal. But then I think to John D's point, he gets a two-year deal plus an extension on that last year. And because of that, he'll have 10 years of service that will be put in the NBA at that point. And then at that point, the Lakers would be able to offer him basically, I think, a 4-year for $323 million or 5-year. Well, yeah. So they'll be able to redo his deal, and in summer 2027 offer him a 4-year, $323 million deal, or if Luka played out the last year, like that last year in the player option, then he would be able to sign about a 5-year extension worth about $418 million, and that would be at his.
So on top of the 165 that I already made, then I get a 5-year extension.
Yeah, basically. So if he waits another year, after that, so if he waits till 2028, 29, for that season, then he could do a 5-year and then get 418. So
Jimmy Butler
all of it works out for him in the long term.
I think how old will he be at that point?
29. 29. He'll still be younger than me, you, and Ox. And
so they'll be able to sign him from basically 29 to 34, 5 years. You essentially get his prime.
They're getting the best of Luka. Yeah, this is why the Nico Harrison trade was so dumb. They're literally getting Luka on the upkick with a new diet and new mission in LA.
But wait a minute, though, Swiper. See,
plus all the black market stuff that happens in LA, but we won't mention that.
I get the idea of it being dumb. Like this Luka right here, was Nico ever going to get this Luka? Like this kind of shape that Luka's in? You think he was ever going to get that guy? I don't think he was.
I think we gassed.
I told you why. I told you why.
Yeah, I don't.
We talked about it. We talked about it on Chill.
Chill in.
On this, this particular time was on the Saturday episode. Or
okay, you only do twice a week.
You know what I'm saying?
You do twice a week. You do twice a week.
Yeah, yeah. But I was saying, we talked about this on Saturday, which our Saturday episodes are at noon Eastern. But you can catch us on Thursday at 4 Eastern as well, though.
Yes,
but
great show. I'm a fan. I actually listened to the show. I learned a lot.
Like that.
Well, I don't think you would ever get this version of Luka, because as I explained previously, Chill, when you face this type of adversity as a young man, that turns you into a different man. You know what I'm saying? There's no build. There's nothing will build you up like adversity. You know what I'm saying? Nothing will build you up like going to a team that you thought you could spend the rest of your career with, and then for them to trade you out of nowhere and then blast you publicly and say that you drink too much, you smoke too much hookah, you're never in shape. That right there is one thing that can turn you into a beast. I think I don't think you would ever got this same Luka. I think Luka for sure could have, he was great already, but nothing pushes you quite like adversity and embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, I don't think you would have got this version of Luka.
Hey, he gonna be so motherfucking good next year, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Jonesy dude didn't touch a basketball for a month.
MVP.
He didn't touch a basketball for a month, right? A whole month. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on my body. And I think that he had a level of comfortability when he was in Dallas where, I show up, I don't have to be in great shape, but I'm better than the majority of you dudes anyway. So I could just keep doing what I'm doing while being better than you dudes. Whereas the logic on him being you fat, you out of shape, you don't really care about the game. The standard in Los Angeles is a little bit different. It's not that they're not going to let you be you, but I think that there's going to be a little bit more demand on you. And I think he recognized that. And I'm not who you guys think I am. I'm better than that. I can take better care of my body. And I'm not sure if he would have ever gotten that.
Well, I think Luka, for me, I've thought about this a lot this summer, just because we were doing player rankings all summer, every network's doing player rankings, so that's all you have to think about. And shout out Mars and John D. We'll get to them in a little bit, but that's why I really do feel that Luka, could people, I think, for putting SGA just outright just better than him. I legitimately think that him and Luka are in the same tier, and I think it depends on the archetype and stuff you're looking for, but I think Luka could. Wemby obviously coming in the next few years to be the best in the world, but I mean, there's still a reality for Luka where he's the most dominant player in basketball, just because there's just not many people ever that can do what he does. Just from playmaking, scoring. I mean, just there's literally no coverage you throw at Luka that he feels completely uncomfortable with. Now there are players, types of players you can throw at him to make him uncomfortable. He obviously can be attacked on the defensive end. I think the Lakers, they don't have a good personnel to help him with that this year, so I think they'll struggle again this year. But next year, who knows? No LeBron, they're able to divvy up that roster a little bit. I think Luka, there's a special 5 to 7 years we could be getting from Luka on top of the special 6 that we've already gotten. And no
LeBron. What?
Which
yeah,
I
talked about this too, Ox. I think the LeBron thing for me is interesting because Ox, they didn't even seem to offer him a 1-for-1. It's almost as if they want to cut dry. So depending on his level of play, even if he plays well again, it does seem that the organization is ready to move to the new era of the Lakers. And so I think for me, I don't know. We were asked on Lockdown, do we think LeBron's going to be at the Lakers next year? I just legit don't know. But I also don't know if he's going to take an MLE just anywhere just to win a championship, given the situation. But it does feel like, Ox, that they are trying to cut bait with this version of their team, just on the basis of the contract, we're looking at the situations, the news about LeBron and about the team and all that stuff. I don't know. I legit don't know, Ox.
And it ain't a bad thing. Swiper. Teams move on from players. And I think that we're coming up on that time. He's going to be 41 in December. I mean, how much longer do we have with him? We got this young guy who we're probably going to get the best years, the next 5 to 7 years, we're probably going to get the best years out of him, which, by the way, people say Dallas screwed up. I just don't think that we would have gotten this version of Luka in Dallas. I just think that I think we'd have got a great version of Luka in Dallas. I'm not going to argue that point. Still a top 5 player, still great. But with Dallas, with Luka being in the kind of shape that he's in, I think that I could see significant less injuries. I don't think that we're going to hear what we heard in the past about him being broken down in the playoffs, because him taking better care of his body, I think that his endurance will be better. And I think that's going to show in his game.
Well, wear and tear is just a part of the game too, though, Chill.
That's just it is. But if I'm in better shape, that wear and tear might. If I'm in better shape, I think that wear and tear. I think I could prevent that wear and tear a little bit less if I'm in better shape, as opposed to if I'm not. That's why Joker lost 35 pounds. That's why Luka struggles in the playoffs. That's why James Harden struggled in the playoffs, because he wasn't in as good a shape as he could have been throughout the course of the season. Draymond Green is another example of that. So, sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for the Lakers. I'm excited. It's gonna be a really great basketball season. Lord willing, everybody stays healthy.
Can this team
never happens? But
John D, can this team today, the way you see this roster constructed, can they win the NBA championship?
I wouldn't bet on it. Love my team, gonna be rooting for them. I just wouldn't bet on them beating OKC.
Where's the holes?
Bet on them.
Where's the biggest problem in your estimation?
The biggest problem, in my opinion, one thing that was pretty glaring to me was Austin Reeves versus physicality. The Thunder and the Rockets scare me when it comes to physicality. The Thunder just have a multitude of defenders that they can throw at Luka. It would be very interesting to see how they guard Luka, because what they did was try and keep the ball out of his hand. But then you have LeBron and AR, playing off an advantage. And it's last year it would have been let's just play him one-on-one because he doesn't have the first step like he used to. But if he comes out this year, he might have the first step due to the him being back in shape. I don't know. But again, Houston's rebounding, their physicality, their length, like their small ball lineups are still going to make the court really small. Like if you have a man, Jabari, Tari, Katie, and Sengun, that zone is going to be very hard to beat. Because passing angles are going to be very small. Denver's always going to be an issue. It's just way too many teams in the Western Conference for me to be
Wolves
like
again, the Clippers, all of them.
exactly. Like those are good teams as well. And I'm gonna keep saying it, and I've been saying it all year. A fully healthy Dallas team scares the shit out of me. Like I'm gonna keep saying it all offseason. I think they're gonna be one of the best defensive teams in the league. Another team where they can make the court really small if they want to go with a AD, Flag, PJ, Najee, and Kyrie lineup. They can make the court really small. It's just way too many teams for me to even say like there's a favorite in the West for me. Like there's a consensus favorite. I have a favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised at 5-6 teams that come out of the West. I wouldn't be surprised.
There's 3 teams that I think about in the Western Conference that I think could be in the NBA championship. That's Oakland, that's Oklahoma City, that's Denver, and that's Dallas. Those are the 3 teams that I'm thinking could be in the NBA championship next season. Just out of the Western Conference alone.
I think Houston has a
You think Dallas better than Houston?
Yeah, I think Houston's better than Dallas.
You think Dallas better than Houston?
Do I think Dallas is better than Houston? I do. Yes. From a defensive standpoint, I think that they are better than them. Yes. And I think that's going to be the difference. I might be ridiculous to say, because I was thinking about this yesterday, am I ridiculous to think that Dallas could play a brand of basketball like Oklahoma City did last year, where their offense is predicated a lot on their defense when they get in the half court? Because Oklahoma City's half court offense was not great. It was good. It wasn't great. But
they don't have the POA defenders that Oklahoma City does. That's the only problem. I mean, Najee's good though. Like Najee's good.
Max Christie.
I think Najee Marshall, Max Christie, Caleb Martin.
Right? I'll be forgetting about Clay. Clay gonna have to shoot. Yeah. He gonna have to shoot.
Well,
that's what
your biggest your problem with Dallas before last season was that was their problem. Like Klay Thompson was their POA. Well, I think they got different POAs now, and then you got that front line of AD, Gafford, and Lively to speed the game up, and AD can also play on the perimeter. Then you add in Cooper Flag with that as not only a defender but another ball handler. I think that this team defensively, I think that makes them really good, and I think a lot of their offense next season, because without Irv, I think a lot of their offense is going to come from their defense. A lot of it, speeding up the game. I wouldn't be surprised if they played at one of the fastest paces in the game next year.
I do think Dallas can have like a like I know we saw Evan Mobley play at the top defensively in the playoffs. That's something Duke used to do as well. They used to have no problem with Malawash playing at the top or Flag playing at the top as long as one of them were the low man. I do think Dallas can do something like that where maybe AD plays at the top as long as Lively or Flag is down there, depending on how Flag looks defensively. I do think they can make the court very small as well. I think they're going to be one of the best rebounding teams in the league. The difference with OKC, though, I just believe that they're extremely aggressive to the point where it's like that's where they get their offense from, especially when Shea isn't on the floor. Do you really want to ramp up that aggression throughout an entire game versus when OKC did it? They ramped it up more when Shea was off the floor to supply that offense, because then you could foul. You know, guys can get in foul trouble. Like a guy like Najee can get in foul trouble. Max Christie, maybe Anthony Davis, and then the game just slowing down in the playoffs. The only thing that I see with Dallas is just like, where are they going to get that half court offense from consistently? Like Anthony Davis, he's a great play finisher. I think Cooper Flag's going to be a good play finisher in his first season. It looks from Summer League, it looks like they're probably going to have him try and create more. Not the biggest fan of that, but I do see it for the development. It's going to be interesting to see what their offense looks like. I think the defense is legit, but the offense is just interesting, I will say right now.
Yo, I want to backpedal a little bit. Mars, I didn't hear your thoughts on the Luka Doncic contract extension and the Lakers and whatnot. How do you feel about this situation?
It's good. They got Luka for what's cheap for Luka, I guess. It's like 55 a year. That's Jamal Murray money for Luka Doncic. It's pretty good. I don't know the implications of 3 years down the line, 5 years, 400 million. I don't know about that stuff. But in the short term, you got Luka for a deal that he's worth more than. So that's always good. I do think the Lakers have had a good offseason. DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and using the buyout market to their advantage. It's not always about having to make trades or whatever the case. Sometimes you can just let teams basically hand you players, and that's what the Lakers did. And then their chances in the playoffs next year, I don't know. It's all about matchups. They could beat a lot of teams. I could also see them losing to a lot of teams. If I had to guess, based on expecting Bron to be load managed next year, they'd probably get into the playoffs as a 5-6 seed, play against a team like the Nuggets or Rockets in round one, and I'd probably say they're going to lose that series, but they could win. So I don't know. It's too early for me to predict where they're going to go in the playoffs and who's going to win what. But my first instinct would be they'd lose in round one next year. But it's all about matchups.
I do think they could be active at the trade deadline, depending on because I still don't love the backup center. I still don't love Jackson Hayes as our backup center. I think he has to play on the floor with Luka. I think he has to play on the floor with Luka.
But why though, John?
Because the defense, and
but you get him.
Go ahead.
I just think you get him. I think you get him in different stretches now with having Ayton. Like you don't have to have him.
But he's also just not good.
Well,
who's not good? Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's. I don't think he's good in stretches like 15 straight minutes. That's my issue, John. I think that he's good for 5 minutes here, 3 minutes there, another 5 minutes. I think he's, and to your point, with having Luka on the floor, I don't think he's good after that, which would explain why JJ Redick said, before I play this dude 35 minutes, before I play this dude 30 minutes, I'm not playing him 1 minute. No. That's why I think that with DeAndre Ayton there, you can play him 5 minutes here, then another 6 minutes, and get and he can relieve guys of minutes. I think that works better.
But it's the backup bigs he's also playing against in the West. I mean, you just named Dallas, OKC, Denver, Houston. They all have much better backup bigs, and I think they're all bigger. They're all bigger and more physical. Like I think that's the conundrum. It's like Jackson Hayes in the vacuum. I think it's fine, but I think it's just like expecting him to go out versus like, you know, Clint Capella or Steven Adams, and then over Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. And I'm obviously this is coupled with the rest of the rosters. You know, Alperen Sengun's going to be out there some of those minutes. Jokic, Valanciunas, they're going to go Aaron Gordon in the playoffs, probably at the small, and then you'll have Dallas, Gafford, AD, Lively, all three of those players. The Clippers are going to have Zubac and Brook Lopez. Damn, why are so many bigs in the Western Conference? And then you're going to get to Memphis, even, you know, respect Memphis. Like, you know, Memphis got Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. and like they're just, everybody's just got bigs. Like, and I think all of those bigs are better basketball players. But the Lakers also can scheme defense, though. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have to be better than them. You know what I mean? Like I think they could do worse at the backup big position, and I mean it's at least he's now at the backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be Christian.
He's not the worst backup big in the league. Relax.
No, of all the backup bigs in the West on playoff teams, is the only team worse the Warriors?
Whoa,
probably.
Respect Quentin Post. You don't like that sniping?
No, for real. Respect Quentin Post.
You don't like that sniping, Mars?
I hate Quentin Post.
Then that makes the point worse, right? Is he not the worst backup big on a playoff team?
Who's the backup 5-man in Memphis?
Right.
Who is
it ain't Jay Huff.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, it's not anymore.
Oh wait. What's his name?
Well, they just run Jaren Jackson at the 5 when Zach Edey's on the court, but they have
Brandon
look
Clark.
At that roster.
Brandon Clark, yeah, he's really good.
Let me just look at that roster.
Brandon Clark, he's at least bigger than Brandon Clark.
Yeah, he's good. That's a good player. That's good.
Y'all like
I think the
the Grizzlies just got Jock Landale. Yeah. Jackson.
Okay. Anyway, we said
who's better?
Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark.
He better than him.
Yeah, but so to my point, it's not like in those, because I mean I assume they'll play him sparingly. So you know it's not like he has to dominate those minutes. He just has to just hold the fort down for, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, a little bit.
But
that's
you know,
all
bro, but you know, Ayton, you love motors, you love like aggressiveness. You know, Ayton is going to have them moments in big games. This is, you know, I'm just saying at this point, maybe he changes his lock, but we do have years of data at this point that Ayton can fold a little bit. Like when it comes to
I mean,
like,
anybody can fold against Jokic. Like,
no. I'm not even just including that. That's what I'm saying. Like, hold on, just leave that alone. Put that to the side for now. I'm just saying from a physicality standpoint, and I think from an execution standpoint, he can fold. Like he just doesn't always have the motor that you want him to have. But he's extremely talented though. And there will be games where we'll come back here. Aiton's gonna have 18 and 10, and you're gonna say he played like dog water because all the things you care about, he's not going to do. He's going to finish these plays at a little mid-range shot, grab uncontested Mars off, defensive rebounds, and then he's going to come back here, chill, like, wow, Aiton, last 5 games, John D's averaging 18 and 9.
He's an 18 and 10 guy.
Right,
But my thing, though.
It'll be higher than that. To be honest, real quick, it'll be higher than that. We may have a stretch with DeAndre.
It could be a 22.
You could see like 23 and 11. You could see a 23 and 11.
And he be playing like a D. What's a D on this side? Let me see Mars.
You can see it.
That's a D.
That's a very well handled.
That's a B in my.
It looks like a B to me. Other way, there you go.
There you go.
But wait though, Swiping. My point of that is, what was we talking about? What's my point of that? No, DeAndre Ayton. We're giving other players credit in where we're projecting that they will come out and be a better version of themselves. For instance, Luka Doncic. So if I said it about Luka Doncic, I could still say the same. I could say the same thing for DeAndre Ayton too. You know what I'm saying? That maybe he's like, wow, I just got bought out by the Portland Trailblazers after being $100 million man, getting a huge contract. This is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here. I'm over here with LeBron James. I'm in La La Land. He could be just as motivated to change his ways, just like Luka Doncic. So if I give it to Luka, I gotta do the same for DeAndre Ayton. So I want to wait and see. I personally think DeAndre Ayton's a really good basketball player. I think I'm higher on DeAndre than most of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sleep on DeAndre. I think this is a very good position for him to be in, playing with Luka, playing with Bron, and just being in LA. And I think JJ Redick is gonna. He's not just gonna allow. Like I think JJ wants to coach. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna do his best to help DeAndre Ayton, unlike Monty Williams, who sold
Marcus Smart gonna have something to say about that too.
I
think Marcus Smart gonna have.
Is he gonna play over 50 games this year? You think, John D?
I hope. I can't predict that, but I hope because I still think he's a good defender. Definitely think he's a good defender. If we can just,
I agree. Yeah,
hit that shot.
It's his offense that I'm mostly concerned about. I think he's going to be a menace, though.
Yo, so in the interview, Luka alluded to a couple things, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Luka said, "I don't want to wait." When asked about essentially an NBA championship, he said, "I had a taste of the finals. I am getting back there. So let's do whatever we can now." How do we feel about, Luka over these next 3 years, bringing a ring to Hollywood?
Quick side note, DeAndre Ayton from January 21st till February the 1st. So almost a 2-week strength, almost a 2-week space. He averaged 23 and 13.
When? This year?
Last season. He averaged 23 and 13.
You're gonna great. And
you're gonna get a stretch like that, John.
And then he got released.
That's gonna happen.
Yep. And then he got waived.
You're gonna get a stretch like that. That definitely happens.
He's a numbers merchant. That's a definition of a numbers merchant. That's my dog, though. Yeah. He's a good dude, bro. I like Ayton. Ayton's cool, bro. He just is. He's a little too cool, if that makes sense. He's a cool dude. He's a real cool dude, though. He's just too nice.
As far as the Lakers over the next 3 years, it's very hard to predict that because there are some really good young teams in the West, i.e. San Antonio and OKC and Houston. I think those teams are really good. I do think we have a shot. I think we do have a shot 100%. But me being like, oh, yeah, they're going to win in 2028, I'm putting the house on it.
John D, I'm not saying go full Laker fan, but I'm not really digging your optimism. And I'm going to tell you why. First off, any team with Jokic on it, any team with SGA on it, any team with Giannis on it, and you can even say any team with Tatum on it, they got action.
Giannis.
And I just said we have a chance. I think we have a chance.
They had no action the last 4 years, bro.
Hold up, though, John D. I'm just saying, anytime you got any combination of those 4 players on your team or any one of those players, you got action. Now, obviously, you got to put the necessary pieces around them. We've seen the Lakers make competent moves this offseason. You know, sometimes a building process doesn't take one off season. Sometimes it takes 2, maybe 3. I'm saying like we seen the moves that they made, going to get Marcus Smart, going to get DeAndre Ayton. You just said you got the trade deadline still. I just think you a little low. I would be confident, especially this year. It's like you guys still got 2 top 10 players.
What?
And then you got pieces around.
Hold on.
You heard that right, Swiper. You heard it right.
I think
you
we
heard
have
it
a
right,
chance. I think we have a chance. That's what I'm saying.
They got 2 top 10 players.
We have a chance. Us having Luka Doncic gives us a chance.
You got LeBron James. You got a chance. It's not just Luka. You got Luka.
Okay. But you said the next 3 years. I don't know if LeBron gonna be here past.
Well, I mean, we were talking about this year. We were talking about this year too to kick things off with. And I'm just like, I know the West is stacked and the West is wide open. And I actually don't know who's going to come out the West. And I don't even have a prediction. But just like I felt last year in the playoffs, I think the Lakers can pop anybody. And especially those teams with the good defense. Like, the Thunder and the Rockets. I'm like, you guys have an awesome defense. You know who y'all got to deal with?
The Thunder got a better offense than the Lakers too last year, to be fair.
I think we're gonna have.
I'm saying
we're gonna have a better.
It was a 1-game sample size, but we seen what happened in the in-season tournament. Was it the in-season tournament where the Thunder ran into the Lakers?
No, that was later in the season. That's when Luka got thrown out.
I don't understand how I'm low on the Lakers.
Got thrown out.
Luka's been my MVP pick before the season ended. Like. I don't understand that. Like, John D's not a Laker fan because he doesn't have the Lakers winning 3 straight. I don't get that. I came up here and said the Lakers are going to win 60 games. I said Luka's going to average 35. I'm still too low on the Lakers.
You said they're going to win 60 games?
I don't understand that. Like, I love my team, but the fans piss me off. I don't understand it. I really don't.
Get him, John D.
So why do you think they can win 60 games, but you don't think they can make it to the championship?
I was gassing my team.
60 games.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't think because it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you gas your team, you're a fucking idiot. If you don't gas your team, you don't like your team. I don't understand it. If I can't come up here and be realistic. I don't understand that. I just said over the next 3 years, we have a chance to win with Luka. I also said Luka's my MVP pick. I also said the Lakers could be a top 10 offense this year. Where am I low on the Lakers at?
Where did the 60 games come from?
When he said it,
gassing my team. It's me gassing.
Well, I know, but I didn't hear that. Did I miss that today? Like,
yeah, he said it was a while ago. He said 60 and 22. I thought he was talking about a Luka Doncic stat line. He was talking about the Lakers.
I remember that.
I was like, yeah, Luka could have a game like that. He was like, nah, the record. I was like, okay, I guess.
60 and
yeah, I mean, chill, you muted. But I mean, obviously, we don't know what the West is going to look like until the ball tips off because we haven't even mentioned Denver today. We haven't mentioned the Spurs. Like, we don't know what teams is going to be where. We just know that the West it's a nightmare.
Ron, there's no way the Lakers lose. There's no way the Lakers win anything less than 50, 53, 54.
53.
And that's the point I'm making. Like the Lakers can be anywhere from the 1 seed to the 8 seed. I don't know.
How many teams win 53 games you think next year, Ox?
I don't know.
52 wins got you the 2 seed last year.
He just knows the Lakers are one of them. He just knows the Lakers are one of them.
I have no idea, but I don't see any way the Lakers. There's no way they're not a 50-win team. So
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm good.
That's a 50-win team we're looking at, and I'm thinking more around 53, 54.
So they won 50 games last year, Ox. That got them the 3 seed.
Yeah,
they won 50 games last year, and I think they're better than they were last year.
They are.
I think
100%. Come on, bro. How are they not better?
Come on.
Yeah,
I think we're better than we were last year.
Y'all, I heard what Ron said when they lost Dorian Finney-Smith. I heard you. I was here that day. Like but
they got Marcus Smart after that, though.
I'm saying I agree, but we're also talking about a hypothetical Marcus Smart, which I said is a good signing, by the way, when it happened. Yeah. I'm saying that we're hoping he'll be able to play more upwards of 38 games this year. We're hoping that the offense is still there. We're hoping that what we saw in the last couple of years is not the reality what he is. We're hoping that. I'm agreeing with you. I think he will. I'm on the side of he will. I'm on the side of DeAndre Ayton having a resurgence as well. But I'm also saying, Ox, in the West, I think you can agree with this. The difference now between what last year was and I think even prior to that, the Lakers probably have the worst bench among the playoff teams. I would make an argument. I think, they probably have the worst rotation among all of those teams in the Western Conference. So I think that's that could end up being a problem if LeBron is aging this year. If he does have another year like he did last year, where the minutes aren't as effective as they had been in previously, or he just gets worse because he's getting older. And for some people, the PEDs wear off. Not me, I don't believe that, but I'm saying that in this situation, if he just gets worse, no, because y'all, we were asked about it last Friday, and I wanted to include it because that was a topic brought to our attention last Friday. I'm saying that, Ox, that like we're hoping LeBron maintains his level of play. So
we are.
What are we hoping about LeBron James for? Like,
he's 40. He'll be 41 this year, bro.
One of the things.
Well, number one, we hoping he holds up.
41 to him at the same as 41 to everybody else.
Ron, we got a 40-year-old dude. It ain't guaranteed.
He was 40 last year, and he was 40 the season before that.
No, he was not. No,
he wasn't.
We just seen Brown play 2 months ago, or 3 months ago. 3 months ago.
He's gonna play forever. No,
we just.
I know he's playing this year, and I know what he's gonna do.
Brown 3 months ago, bro.
What I'm
3 months ago.
What I'm concerned with more than the level of play is just how they're going to play together. Last year, and especially in the playoffs, there were moments where the Lakers offense looked they struggled. That's what I'm concerned with. How is Luka and LeBron going to mesh together? I'm optimistic. I think they're going to play a lot better together this season than they did last year, considering all the things going on last year. Bron missing games, Luka not being in shape, them coming in halfway through the season. Like, I think having this offseason where JJ Redick can really build an offensive structure around these two players while also having AR and Rui and LaRavia who can add on to that offense, and Ayton, I think I'm trusting that JJ Redick will get better. But that's what I'm more concerned of, to the level of play of LeBron, because it's like, I understand we've seen it so much to the point where it's like at some point it has to like go down, but I'm looking at it as if, and
it did this year. Like, again,
yeah, 100%.
He wasn't this is his least effective basketball season that he had in a long time. That's not but he's still LeBron. Like, he's still, for me, I still think he's all in. He's only a player. I'm just saying, I just want to also build in the hypothetical. I think the Lakers are going to win 50+ games next year, but I also think that if relative to health, the West is just like crazy. So they might not be great versus those high-end teams playoff time. And I think but I think the issue is the Eastern Conference. Like, they're winning all those top 6 teams in the West. I don't know. Yeah, they might win. They might not lose more than 5 games versus the Eastern Conference next year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm obviously gassing a little bit, but they're going to get a lot of games.
You talk about the West. You're talking about all these good teams in the West. Like the Lakers aren't one of the teams in the West. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when sharks swim with sharks.
Well, I think there are versions of sharks. There's great white sharks. There's
versions.
Hammerhead sharks.
Yes,
there's freshwater sharks.
Very aware of that. Very aware. What I'm saying is that, you know, these sharks swim with sharks, bro. Like, I can't say one West team is afraid of, or not afraid. I'm going to use that word, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm,
I can't say that they're worried or concerned with these other teams when it's the same way. These other teams are concerned with them too. You know what I mean? It goes both ways. I think we talk about teams like up here when the Lakers are there too. But I think it's going too far. I'm done with this Laker praise. I can't stand it anymore. I'm getting through.
All right, well, in case you're on Ox's side and you can't deal with the Laker praise, I got something just for you. Hold on. Don't pass out. Log in to factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off to get what you need. You know, between busy schedules, summer plans, sometimes I don't got time to do anything. But Factor Meals helps me eat smarter with tasty chef-prepared meals that are dietitian approved, and they're delivered right to my door. And now with over 65 weekly made meals, I can live how I want and I can eat how I like. I've got way more fit meals and way more time, and I can do whatever I want to do throughout the day. You know, Factor Meals, they have more variety and more meals. You could choose from a wider selection of weekly menu options that includes, you know, premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. Y'all know the good old filet mignon that they have. You can get that with no extra cost. They support my wellness goals, whether you're vegetarian or whether you like gluten-free meals or whether you want dietitian-approved options that are packed with protein and good for you fats. So with Factor Meals, savor your global flavors. And quite frankly, just dive into a healthier lifestyle and you can feel the difference no matter your routine. You see, the thing about it is, I've been trying to get Ox and Swiper to get on this Factor Meals program so they can get in shape like me. But whether you choose to be like Swiper and Ox or whether you choose to be like Ron, you can still come over here and live the healthiest lifestyle you possibly can. You can lose weight, get healthy, get in shape with Factor Meals at factormeals.com/PlayersChoice50 off. Use code PlayersChoice50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping and handling on your first box. That's code PlayersChoice50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Get delicious, ready to eat meals delivered right to your front door. Y'all, get off that stair stepper and get into factormeals.com. We'll see y'all.
Never get off the stairs.
Ron, do you think you can pull your body weight up right now?
What? What?
Can you do a pull up?
Ron, I want to say this. Nobody likes non-gluten meals. Like, you might have to eat it, and people might do it, but nobody likes it though.
Depends on what it is.
Hey, tell that to Factor Meals.
There's some good food out there.
I like it when it's served to me with Factor Meals.
Oh yeah, Factor Meals, non-gluten meals is different.
I mean, we're all talking about he get in shape like him. I don't think he can do a pull up with his body weight. But shout out to my dog, though, man.
Ron, I just know where you're gonna sit here and listen. Look,
Ron, can you do a pull up, Ron? One pull up.
Ron, hold on. Hey, Ron, flex the tricep real quick. Let me see. Flex the tricep.
What it sound like?
Hey, chill. You're gonna see the straight bone. Gonna be straight bone right here.
Hey, Ron, real quick before we do move on, I just want to say,
yep.
Shout out K-Man.
Hey, Ox, do it with me. Do it with me.
Hey, man.
Sick'em Bears. Sick'em Bear. Dejanay Carrington. You see that chill? Dejanay Carrington.
That's a hell of a move. But hold on, though. First of all, this is not Dejanay's time, okay? Dejanay, shout out to the move. That was a great move for them, but this is not Dejanay's time. What the shooting display that Caleb McBride put on in the first half of that game day before yesterday was it was just so beautiful. It was inspiring. It was just a beautiful shooting clinic. Shout out to the legend Caleb McBride. Like, just there's only one Caleb McBride, y'all. Woo, god damn. When she get going, when she get going, it's scary, y'all.
Wait, hold on. Put your money where your mouth is. Lynx winning championship or the Liberty? Who we got?
I had the Liberty. I had the Liberty. After I realized that this is a bad year for us in Las Vegas, and it's not gonna happen. I'm okay with the Liberty. The Dejanay Carrington moves, like
bro, their wings though, dog. Are you
good? Yeah, that they're cheating. That's just not fair. But whatever.
Bro, Dejanay, if y'all don't know, Dejanay is about 6 feet tall and 175 pounds. She's a monster, dog. She's huge, strong, athletic. She can go. Man, bro, I'm telling you, man, like, this is crazy. Look at John D raising his hand.
Need some reinforcements.
That's the thing. That's how I know.
I need some reinforcements.
So when I stand on Denver, it's just me. But then John D over here,
I need some reinforcements. That's all.
Dejanay Carrington.
What you mean, John?
We talking Lakers, and it can get ugly up there.
Anyway, it hadn't even been crazy. It's been very respectful.
It hasn't been crazy yet.
Do you think the Lynx gonna win this year?
I had the Lynx last year.
Okay, all right.
I don't like Nafisa Colliers. She's on a mission right now.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen, like, it's the reason why Ox got beat into submission, and he's up here wearing that Caleb McBride jersey because the Lynx beat the Aces. Yes, Ox's favorite, the best player in the world, Asia Wilson's team. The Minnesota Lynx beat them 111-58.
That was bad.
Stomped a mud hole in it.
That's with Fee with a rolled ankle too, by the way. Like, Fee rolled her ankle that game. Like, she ain't even play, and they still stomped them.
But they 24-5 right now, and I don't see no slowing up for them. You add a perimeter menace who has championship and playoff experience. Like, hey, Swiper, I think they run away with it this year.
Yeah, I think they're I mean, they're gonna walk. I want to be respectful to the Liberty, but yeah, I think they're probably They're probably on OKC timing this year.
Chill.
They're probably better.
When you say it like that, chill. For people that some people would take that the wrong way. Fee didn't roll her ankle until the fourth quarter, or the beginning of the fourth, or end of the third, and they were already kicking her ass. Like Fee was balling. She played quite a bit before she hurt her ankle.
Like we haven't seen teams cut leads before, Ox. We have seen that before, but that game wasn't competitive.
Chill. The game went over
yesterday.
They was up 50.
They got stomped yesterday, though. Yeah, they got stomped.
They was up 50, and Fee almost broke her leg. I was so pissed. Like, why was this girl in the game?
They got stomped. But Ron, I'm too wrapped up in this kid in Seattle. To be honest with you, I'm in the minority. Skylar Diggins by a woman cave by we building a unit around this kid. That's what I want to do.
Skylar Diggins has been balling this year.
I want to build 30 years. I want to build this kid. I want to build a unit around this kid right here.
I don't think y'all know about the number 2 pick in the WNBA draft.
We know, Ron, but you can't just come off of Skylar and Nneka just because you want to build around her. Like that's she's going to be great for the future. And her and Ezzy together, that's amazing. But you can't come off of Nneka right now.
You're just showing her some love, though.
I'm ready to start over. I am. I'm ready to start over.
Ron, you could show the love without saying bye Nneka, bye Skylar.
I'm ready to start over, Ox. I'm ready to start over.
Buy Skylar Nneka this year.
The thing about
it, real talk. I'm ready to start over with the kid.
The thing about it is we got the Sparks and the Aces pick next year. And both of those teams they're either 500 or lower. So like it's a chance we could get 2 top 5 picks. And we have our own. So we have 3 first-round picks next year. In the WNBA, it's not 30 teams. It's what?
Wait, which league are you talking about right now? You talking about Liberty? You talking about Pacers, Bucks? Which league are you in right now? Seattle. Oh,
you talking about the Seattle Storm?
Okay, just making sure. Just wanted to.
Ron, but the Aces are going to make the playoffs. The Mystics aren't going to catch them. The Aces will make the playoffs.
I mean, even if they make the playoffs, their pick is still going to be.
Yeah, it's still going to be. Yeah, you're right.
Sick.
That's a team where
everybody has a good pick.
Nah, for sure. But I mean, it's the difference between the 5 and the 2. Like, hey, we go grab Olivia Miles. Bye, Skylar. To Chill's point, bye. They could play together. They could play together.
You go Skylar, Olivia, and Gabby. That's your 1, 2, 3. Come on, bro.
Yeah, nah. That is the thing about the W. They could play together though.
Hey, wait. Ox, I got a real question for you. Who question? Okay, I was on this agenda before the season started because you heard me say this, but
okay, is
Paige gonna be first team All WNBA this year?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yes, she played better. She played better than Caitlin Clark last season. This year, yes.
No,
she is.
I mean, no. No, it's okay. Just Euro.
No, Pin come up here and say
she hasn't. Chill. She hasn't. She's been good. She's been really good though. She's been really good, but no. But
what Caitlin did last year was.
So let me rephrase the question, Ox. So Ron, did she play better than her last year?
No, Caitlin.
Did she not make first team All Pro? Did she not make first team All Pro then? Did she not?
No. It's this year though.
They've only won 6 games?
Yeah, but
did she not? No.
First team All NBA. Luka and SGA have made it without making the playoffs before, just based on level of play.
Yeah, but the WNBA has integrity, so that would
no. Because Arika in 2020 made it, and they won 7 games that year.
She's on the worst team in the WNBA.
No, but real talk, Arika legit won. She was first team, and they won 7 games.
No, it's like, but I hear you, but like I'm beginning to see that Paige is your WNBA version of Chris Dunn.
What?
Like you just want to repeat that how you were right about that over and over and over again.
Your mic went
up.
So
it's fine. I mean, oh my God,
I can hear you.
You predicted that Paige Beckers was going to be good in the WNBA.
What's the difference between that and everybody else up here? Real talk. You glaze your stuff all the time. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, Paige is good in the WNBA.
This is how I know emotion sets different in different countries. Because when I'm over here saying what I'm saying, it's glazed. I'm just repeating. When real talk huffs and puffs and blows the house down about something he said 6 months ago that turns out to be half right, he won't drop it. So yes, you know what? I'm gonna stand on Paige.
Name an example.
Paige is a legitimate star.
Name an example.
Paige
Shut up.
is a legitimate star.
Be
I
quiet
think
and
she
name
is
an
going
example.
to be spectacular the
Name
rest of her
an
career.
example.
I
Name an
think she could
example.
be winning MVP of the next 2
Name
or
an
3
example.
years. She's that good.
Name
I don't
an
think she
example.
will.
Swiper, do
I
you
think
have an
that-
example?
I
Can
think
you
Fee's
can
gonna.
you name an
I'm not
example?
acquiescing. Hey, real talk. That's schoolwork.
Because you're just
acquiescing.
yapping as
I'm not
usual.
acquiescing.
I heard
to
you
real talk.
yap for 30
And
minutes
then-
about the
and
Lakers
then,
earlier.
chill, I
Wait,
think she
Swiper,
could
that's
be-
one
Storming
I
where
can
I'm
admit
at.
it, Swiper. That's one I don't know. I don't know that.
Acquiesce.
What?
Acquiesce.
Acquiescing?
Real talk is very familiar with that word. He's in school right now, so acquiesce. Yes, I think that chill.
Well, can I get a
She's
synonym
legit.
for-
She's
can I get
gonna
a
be.
synonym
She's gonna
for
be great.
acquiesce?
She's gonna be great.
It sounds like it derives from the acquisition. That's what it sounds like. Is that are we on the same page with that?
Hey,
That
W
sounds like the
derived.
right
W
root word.
derived.
Sounds like
W
the right
derived.
root word.
W
I just
derived.
don't have my dictionary by me. It's in the back, so I just
Mhm.
hope Swiper, help me out with my vocab. But
Well, I was just
Mm.
at your house last week. Ain't no dictionary over there. And you,
Ron,
matter
the
of
whole
fact,
the whole
did
the
you
whole
lose
the
it when you
whole world
moved?
the whole world knows I keep a dictionary.
He actually broke the dictionary out on here one day, Ron. What are you talking about?
Multiple
was that,
times,
Chill?
multiple times, multiple.
When was
All
that?
right, bro. All right.
See, now you're gonna make him go get the dictionary. See what you started, Ron?
My bad.
Now you're gonna make him go get it now.
I didn't mean to
See
question
what you
your
started.
statement.
All right.
But y'all,
Now he
until
gonna
we
go
get
get it.
until we get a chance to see Ox's dictionary, I just want to let you guys know in case you missed a couple things. Press Box was yesterday, Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern
Mhm.
time. And if you missed it, it was a hell of an episode explaining why Micah Parsons may be on the move. He may be going to Denver. He may be going to Pittsburgh. He may be coming to Seattle. But you just got to watch the press box to see why he might be leaving, where he might be going, and why Jerry Jones needs to be fired. Oh, and also, if you missed Throwback Thursday last week at 7 p.m. Eastern time, don't fret it. We'll be right back again this Thursday, and we got quite the game for y'all. I can't wait to watch the Chicago Bulls play this Thursday. It should be a good one, y'all. It should be a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Y'all know who's gonna be on that screen.
Mhm.
Did you find
I think that
acquiescing
real-
yet?
Real quick, Swiper. I've seen this movie before, and it was in 1992.
You bring
Jerry
Emmitt
Jones
Smith.
didn't value Emmitt Smith very much. They ended up losing their first 2 games, and he was like, "Let me pay this guy," and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. So,
This
I've
is
seen
not.
this movie.
This is not that movie.
Yeah.
Well, here's the-
you in the wrong theater.
but I think the difference with this Cowboys team is I think Jerry Jones is going to see how bad that pass rush is without Micah, and he's going to recognize really quickly that this thing doesn't work without him. And there's nothing on the trade market. There's nothing on the trade market that's going to circumvent that.
But it's the fact that he wanted to get David Malueta, who's probably a top 3 NFL agent. He wanted him out of the combo when it comes to negotiating a contract, undermined David. And then he said that Micah Parsons wasn't there for 6 games last year, so you don't know what you're getting. What he's been saying about him, comparing the crowd for him and CeeDee Lamb, it's all the slander. And Micah said, I don't want anything to do with that anymore. So we've never had a player ask for a trade like this in at least 33 years now. So I just think, it should be over. Like Micah, he said, but the NFL it's a trap system. There's no way for you to have any power of like getting out of a situation if they choose just we're not trading you, because then they can penalize you for missing training camp. They can then penalize you for missing games. And then if you don't play at least 8 games that year, then your contract year doesn't count. So like the NFL has like systems to keep you in place to like make sure you play even if you don't want to be there.
Like the franchise tag.
Yeah, franchise tag that you cannot agree to, but then again, you hold out that franchise tag year doesn't apply to that year. It gets carried over to the next year. It's a bunch of nonsense. But if I'm Jerry and I'm reasonable, which obviously Jerry Jones is not, then if I told you I'll give you a second team all-pro pass rusher and a first-round pick and or a third-round pick, you should absolutely take that from Micah Parsons, especially if you disgruntled and you can pay that player $15 million less than you would pay Micah Parsons. I think they should absolutely do that, but he won't do it. Huh?
Yo, chat, if
he's not
y'all
going
want to hear more about this football talk, and you just heard Swiper so eloquently break all that down, but it's not just Swiper, it's Bama, it's host Corey, who's coming for host of the year next year, by the way. It's J-Rob, it's my man Trey. Shout out Trent, shout out Early too. They pulled up. You got to pull up tomorrow or Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern time. Y'all know where to be. Y'all know where to find them, and I'll see you guys there. Also, too, we talked a little bit about WNBA. Chill brought up the rookie Dominique Malonga for the Seattle Storm. Well, the cool thing about it is we'll get a chance to see the Seattle Storm and Dominique Malonga play against the Minnesota Lynx tomorrow on playback. It's going to be a hell of a game. So I'll see you there.
Tomorrow.
All right, fellas.
So apparently acquiesce. I guess it just means to consent without protest.
Basically, yeah,
That sounds
acquiesce.
about right.
I'm handing over my decisions or myself, or I'm relenting this conversation over to you. Basically, like if you're arguing with someone and they're not, they're not letting off their position at all, you can just choose to acquiesce and say that, all right, whatever, you're right, and then you can move
Sounds
on.
like concede. That's what it sounds like.
This Webster New World Dictionary, I stay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ron don't ever act like I don't got it on me. I start, I'm packing heat like two LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? Packing heat like two LeBrons. I keep this thing on me.
Yeah,
So.
shout out to my dog, man. A lot of your favorite rappers have one of those next to him, or thesaurus next to him too. But
as they should. Good job, fellas.
One of these.
All right, y'all. Today we are going to finally finish our top 100 players list. So I'm excited to finally be able to put this out to the world. We'll get into that. Also, later in the show, we are going to rank the top 25 current NBA players by their peaks. So if everybody in the NBA was, in their peak, how would the rankings look? So we'll get into that as well. But before we do that, y'all, it's been a while since we got into the top 5 comments of the week. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Today, the people have spoken. The people have talked to us. The people have been in the chat telling us how they feel. So let's go ahead and acknowledge it. The first comment of the week that I got is from Bobby Bobbert 12. Bobby Bobbert 12 said, the panel topic idea, all the panelists face their greatest opponents. Oh, hell. Chill versus a consistent argument. Ron versus hosting the show properly. Big Ox versus making a random horrendous take. Swiper versus not slandering ex-player to push Jokic narratives. Mars versus being engaged for a full episode. Jordan versus listening to what he's saying versus what he means. Penn versus bringing up a random oddly specific versus bringing up random oddly specific numbers
Ron,
about
just read it how you see it, Ron. That's it. Just read it how you see it. You ain't got to put nothing extra on it. Just read it how you see it, Ron.
Thank you, Chill. I appreciate that.
Please.
Penn versus bringing up random, oddly specific numbers about someone playing 5.5 game sample size in January on a cold day with a slight breeze.
LeBron stats.
John D versus his Laker bias. All love and jokes, LOL.
Yeah, shout out, man. Shout out to Bobby Bobbert 12. I'll add another one in here. Real talk versus bringing my name up every time they come on the show. Shout out to you all.
By the way, you were just spending 30 minutes incorrectly, I might add, criticizing my team and trying to be funny about my team. Yeah, I have to come up here
Incorrectly, by the way, real talk. Real talk. Is it
That's
incorrectly, or was he correctly talking about your team? Real talk.
No, incorrectly. But as always, he's a known Laker hater. You know, it is what it is.
Oh my gosh. Can we move on?
No,
This is old.
And by the way, Robert said all jokes and love. That shit sound like Nelly. I got a fold in the basement. I'm just playing unless you're gonna do it. That's what that sound like to me. It's jokes, but it really ain't. He really feel that way.
The next comment of the week is from Upgrade Your Mindset 3265, episode 615. Y'all remember this episode? We were ranking 4 point guards, and this is what he had to say about them. Number 1, Jason Kidd, a walking triple-double, one of the greatest passers since Magic, an elite defender and rebounder for his size in an era full of bigs. Tough as nails, a shark in transition, and off-the-charts basketball IQ. Took the Nets from 26 to 50 wins and carried an offense without a go-to scorer to back-to-back finals. Clearly the best PG in the early 2000s. Number 2, Chris Paul, the most well-rounded PG of the group. Scoring, passing, ball handling, defense. He does it all at a high level. Tough shot maker and a floor general in every sense. Only knock, he's had multiple chances with stacked teams and hasn't broken through as the guy. Damn, Chris. Number 3, John Stockton.
Oh, wow.
What?
No, this is a novel. Go ahead.
Number 3, John Stockton. I already know y'all hate this pick. He wasn't flashy and didn't have a pretty game, but leading the league in assists and steals year after year isn't an accident. The most disciplined, consistent PG here, cerebral assassin, made the simple shit look easy. Extension of the coach, never rattled, tough defender, and ridiculously durable. His only flaw, played 19 seasons and didn't get a ring.
I would take out made the simple stuff look easy. The simple stuff is easy.
Number 4, Steve Nash. Unpopular opinion, but I think Nash is overrated. Unpopular opinion. He was never viewed as the best PG until he landed in Phoenix in D'Antoni's system. Before that, solid, but no one feared him. Played on stacked squads in Dallas and Phoenix with multiple all-stars and elite scorers. Efficient, most definitely, but a liability on defense. A weak rebounder and never broke through despite being on title-ready teams. Outside of Phoenix, what exactly did he do?
He was an all-NBA player in Dallas, by the way.
He was an all-pro. But can I get a satisfactory answer on why being on a really good team is a problem if you're a great player? Why is that?
Only applies to players that we don't like and or that win championships.
I've never understood.
I don't think it's a problem, Chill. I think people just point out that if you're on a really good team and you don't break through and do something that's extraordinary, then they're gonna knock you for that. To a certain extent, I think that's fair. But that's not necessarily a knock. Like, you can be a really good, really great player, but we can't put you that next level if you can't break through and carry a competent squad to a ring. And I'm not even sure if that really, if that's the case with any of these guys. I don't know if that was fair for him to say that about Chris Paul, but I think Chris Paul's teams might not have been as good as people thought they were. And part of the reason is because of him, because Chris Paul made teams that weren't that good actually look like really good teams. I personally don't think those Clippers teams were that good at all. I think Chris Paul made that shit look a lot better than it was. Because I'm actually pretty low. Well, I'm not low, but I'm just not as high on Blake Griffin as all of y'all are.
Clearly,
I think that Clippers team was fun to watch. Do I think they were that good? No, and it's hard trying to win when Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson are running around in Houston. And I think his last year on the Clippers, the Warriors were running around as well. Before that, you had to deal with OKC. They lost to Memphis one year. San Antonio was a tough team. Dallas was a tough team. And then you get through all that just to go see Bron in the Heat. So I don't know. I just don't think the Clippers were that level of team. I do think Chris Paul was amazing in his Clippers tenure in the pick and roll defensively. Him and DeAndre Jordan as a defensive duo, very good. The shooters they had around him, Matt Barnes, JJ Redick, what's his name? Caron Butler at a time, Jamal Crawford. I think they had a good team. Do I think it was like a stacked team? No, I don't think it was a stacked team.
JJ Redick. I mean, they had 356. They had 355 plus win seasons. I mean, I thought their best chance was that year that they the 14-15. Was it the 14-15 season? The year that they dropped the Spurs in the first round as the defending NBA champs.
The 3-1 leads.
And then they ended. I thought that was their best chance, to be honest with you.
Shout out to Josh Smith leading the way in the comeback.
And Corey Brewer.
I thought that was their best.
James Harden over there.
James Harden on the
watching
bench.
on the sideline.
Oh.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. The next comment of the week is from Hakeem Dub 8910. Hakeem said, "Please retire this top 100 list." Today we will, Hakeem. We will.
Mm-hmm. Today we doing it. Mm-hmm.
I think a top 100 list is very, very tough, in my opinion. I wouldn't go near it.
The top 10 list is tough.
Exactly. Like
Diesel, but we're great, Diesel, and to be great, you have to do the tough things.
Fact.
I just want everybody to know right now I'm acquiescing my vote for the 80 through 100. I just want people to know that I'm not finna be arguing between Ty Jerome and Drew Holiday today. I'm just
Drew Holiday.
Hey, whatever y'all got, I'm with you.
Your vote, yep. My vote is also with Vox. I just want to put that out there. So
hell yeah, that's what's up, Mars.
Yeah,
you with us too?
Episode 616.
Yeah.
We got a comment of the week from P.B-T1F. PB said, the same way these new superstars get held to a different standard, it's hard for past superstars in their relative primes to want to team up with rival superstars to win. That is just one example that popped into my head. It's give and take. You can crucify older superstars and not do the same for current superstars.
You can't crucify older stars and not do the same for current stars. People do get criticized for that now. All the time.
And those older guys weren't doing it as much as they're doing it now. That's the difference.
They were getting drafted to those teams.
Well, because
That's
they
the difference.
couldn't. I'll tell you, but they
Well, they
did
could.
everything
They just
could. They
didn't.
did everything they could to make it possible, like
Yeah,
suing the
they just
NBA
didn't.
for free agency. And
That was
Charles
Oscar that
Barkley
did that?
joined. Yeah, and then Charles Barkley joining the team he blew a 3-1 lead to, which one player got crucified for doing that, but Charles Barkley does it and it's forgotten. Like
So
Moses
you know what's
Malone,
crazy?
remember, Mars, he was-
Moses Malone joining the team that was just in the finals.
Yeah, he did
and all
that.
that they got back was Caldwell Jones. But when he does it, oh, what a dominant team that Sixers team was.
Which he was a free agent, by the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. So was Kevin
Which he
Durant.
was a free agent.
But like, it says a lot about just it's a different standard, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I just think a lot of people like history removes a lot of context.
Mhm.
So guys aren't going to remember how Moses Malone got on the Sixers. Guys aren't going to remember how Charles Barkley got on the Rockets. And maybe it's not that important, but it's very obvious that current players, because of the amount of accessibility we have to the news and just the internet, everyone feels like they know so much. They get criticized for things that guys 40 years ago aren't getting criticized for. It's just how it goes. But 40 years from now, maybe we won't be criticizing guys who played right now for the same things they're getting criticized for currently. It's just how time goes.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this multiple times too, Chill, you and I in particular. But a lot of these players, like all these all-time great players, had these crazy stinker games or series in the playoffs or moments. Like even remember we went through the when we were talking about Wilt and Jerry West. Like even going through that game 7, it's just like if you remove context, not from you, but other people, and say that Jerry West, the reason he didn't win more because of this, and that. It's like no, like he was
I
playing
can
well.
take a bunch of different. See, I can take a bunch of different. Birds sucked in '83 in the East
Right.
semifinals.
But you just didn't watch the game. You didn't have social media, so like there was no way to like to hold those players accountable the way we do now. So I mean, all of these players would have had some bad reps on there. They would have called them stinkers and chokers, and you know the tragic magic would have left. Like they would have said he won another one after that or 2 more, but then he's like, oh well, but in that series he failed. He bottomed out.
Actually, he would have gotten ran out of town. But to Mars's point, when you're talking about guys like Moses Malone doing what Kevin Durant did, I mean, that actually could have gone on more because you did have free agency. Mars, I don't know if you noticed, but Kevin McHale was a free agent, I want to say in 86 or 87, and the Knicks offered him a really good deal. He didn't want to play for the Knicks. He did not want to go there. And Red Auerbach asked him, okay, what's it going to take? Because they were having a money issue. And Red Auerbach was one of those general managers where, you know, he'd let you walk out the front door or he'd get something back for you. He did not want to go play for the Knicks, but they put a deal on the table where it was hard to turn that down, right? So he could have very well went and played for the Knicks, but Red Auerbach gave him a deal that he ended up matching. He ended up staying in Boston. So the roster was already complete. The roster was already good, but you got Kevin McHale back in the fold. I mean, I think that made things better. There was opportunities for guys to go different places. So it wasn't like there weren't opportunities for guys to go different places. To your point, Moses did it, right? Kevin McHale actually had an opportunity to do it. There were guys who had opportunities to go different places. I don't think Dominique Wilkins said it himself. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have stayed in Atlanta as long as I did.
Do you think that 83 team with the Sixers, Jill, if it was now today, they would be looked at the same?
That 83 team,
yeah, given how they were assembled and then given how much talent they had on the upper tier of that roster. But they're arguably one of the, modern era attacks, obviously, but 5, 6 best teams ever. 7.
I think they're an incomplete more than anything because Andrew Toney tore his Achilles. When Andrew Toney tears his Achilles, that kind of threw a monkey wrench in everything that they were doing because he was one of their better 2 guards. And I mean, Maurice Cheeks was still good. Doc was on the other side of who Doc was, but they still were good. And to your point, I mean, without those injuries, I think that they could have been one of the best teams ever.
Mars, to your point though, I don't know if a lot of people ignore it as much as just don't know. I think there's a lot of people today that don't know about
ignorance.
You know what I'm saying? And that's I don't want to say it's okay, but it's like if you don't know, you can't really hold them accountable. But once you learn about those things, I think you can see. Also, I do think at that point it was a little frowned upon to want to team up too. And you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, when these guys now are making so much more money to where it's like it's easier. I think it's easier to move around, easier to bounce around, easier to uproot your family, easier to accept it too. And that's just that's how I look at it. I think it's nowadays it's a little more easier to be mobile and kind of go from team to team or whatever.
We were about to have a deal. We were about to have a deal in 1988 where James Worthy was going to Dallas and Mark Aguirre was going to Los Angeles. Jerry West was about to quit. I don't want nothing to do with this. No, we're not doing that. Hell no. I quit before I make that deal. So, and Magic, he gave the thumbs up on it. Like, yeah. And that was because Mark Aguirre is his man at the time. Mark Aguirre was not better than James Worthy. No, he was not. But
Magic ought to be shamed talking about, yeah, we'll give up the best half-court score on the team. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's insane.
All right, so the last comment of the week is from Sincerely Kentrell. Sincerely Kentrell said, Jordan's my favorite panelist, even though I don't agree with anything he says.
Anything like
real talk. Real talk. This is my favorite rapper, even though his rhymes suck. His rhymes is whack as hell, but he my favorite
I don't
rapper.
know. Maybe he liked the production or something on his tracks or something. I don't
Beats
know.
is dope though.
Yeah, he liked
His
the beat
rhymes
or
is whack
something.
as hell.
I mean, shit, that's the case a lot of the time with these new rappers and these youngsters, though. Chill, they love these rappers, and these niggas are terrible.
I don't even
Real talk. I was in Real Talk's playback last week, and that was previewing Old Boy's album. I'm like, bro, turn this hot garbage to
Which, hey, I'm not
Talking
gonna
about
lie.
Young Boy.
I've hit old
God.
head status to where, I listen to my few little artists now. I don't even be worrying myself with the only like newer artists I really listen to is like Gunna. I do like Big X the Plug. He from Texas. He got a real like Texas.
Big X, for real.
Yeah, I like that. I like the kid from Memphis.
Well, this is a little out there, but I just want to say
I like D Mula.
Chappelle Roan has a song called "The Subway" I listened to this weekend because of my new daily updates. I was like, I've never listened to her before, and I tapped in. She wasn't bad. She wasn't bad at all. Like, it's called "The Subway." It's actually it's a really good song. If y'all are interested in her at all, I heard a first time country song talking about Chevrolets. So shout out, man! Shout out to country music.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get into this top 100 list. We've basically done 1 through 80. So now we just have to do 80 through 100, and then we can finish this thing off. So here's a couple things, chat. Obviously, we're going to do players 80 through 100, but there are some players that maybe shouldn't be here, and there are some players that maybe should be here. So when everybody's making their proposals and then we're making our corrections, people can propose for us to bring somebody in and kick somebody out. But we'll see if we get to that. As of right now, let's go ahead and put this on the screen and let's see what we got. All right, at 80, we got Lauri Markkanen. 81, RJ Barrett. 82, John Collins. 83, Andrew Wiggins. 84, DeAndre Ayton. 85, Nikola Vucevic. 86, Russell Westbrook. 87, Devin Vassell. 88, Jalen Duren. 89, Josh Hart. And 90, TJ McConnell. Is there anything here that you guys dislike or
please take Russ
around?
off the list, please. Like, he's not better than any of these players behind him like this year. I think that TJ McConnell probably shouldn't be here either. Josh Hart, whatever. But yeah, I think we're.
Why are you trying to get Russ off the list?
Well, I don't think he was one of the 100 best players in the league last year, and this was
Russ better than Jalen Duren last season? Was Russ better than Jalen Duren last season?
I don't know. But
No, I don't. At PRA, yes, sure, but no. Devin Vassell, especially not. Like, I
don't think he was better than Devin Vassell. I don't think he was better than Josh Hart neither.
All right, so we're proposing to move Russ down.
I'm cool with that.
Well, if you go to the 90s too, because we haven't got to the 90s yet either. CJ McCollum, Jalen Johnson, like Ty Jerome, Drew Holiday, Shaedon Sharpe, Kristoff, Ihart, like Tamati Kamara, like
All right, so my thing is let's choose the players we want to move up. The players that are going to move down, they're just naturally going to fall down unless you know exactly where you want to move Russ. And you said you want to move him off the list.
Yeah, I just don't think he was better than any of these players behind him. Zach Edey probably should. I wouldn't have him on the list. Did we have Jalen Wells on the list, Mars?
No,
he's
I don't think so. The only rookie I think that made it is Zach Edey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is Zach Edey wasn't even
yeah.
the best rookie on the team.
All right, in this 80 through 90, is there anything that you guys want to do? Any player that you want to move up? Any player that you think like Lauri Markkanen, should he be top 60?
Devin Vassell should be ahead of Westbrook.
So just Westbrook, just move him up one spot.
Josh Hart too. He should be ahead of Westbrook.
I saw
And-
Asor wasn't
And
on the
Jalen
list.
Duran should be ahead
Score's
of
not
Westbrook.
on the list at all still.
Josh Hart should not be above Russell Westbrook.
No,
I'm cool with putting Devin Vassell right under RJ Barrett, right?
My vote is with Ox.
I'm with
Dylan
Ox
Brooks.
as well.
Dylan Brooks didn't make the list either, did he?
No.
Yeah, that's another one that's like should be.
Should he have made the
Dylan
list?
Brooks should have made the list.
I think he was for the Rockets. He was really good.
Dylan
for
Brooks
them
ain't on the
years.
list.
No.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah. but
Oh
what I'm
shit,
saying.
that's right. He's not on the
Just
list.
take
Yeah.
Russ off, put Dylan on the list. And
Yes,
then TJ
Dylan Brooks is
McConnell off.
definitely better than Russell
No,
Westbrook
take
this
Ty
year.
Jerome off. And
No,
put
you don't
Dylan
take
Brooks
off.
on
No,
the
Ty Jerome was especially regular season. He was just
Here
obviously
go,
like,
here
top
go,
of
real talk, ready to
All
debate
right.
the list.
the- you know.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go panelist by
I'm not
panelist.
acquiescing. I'm not acquiescing. My fault.
I'm gonna go panelist by panelist. I'm gonna ask you guys, is there something you want to do in the 80s or the 90s, and we'll go ahead and make it happen. We'll go around the room a few times, and we'll go ahead and clean this up. Real talk. I'm gonna start with you. Is it something you want to do?
I would like to add Dylan Brooks to the list. That sounds fair.
All right. Is there a name that you want to take off?
I'm good with taking off either Ty Jerome or Zach Edey.
Joel Embiid's on the list, bro. You could take him off.
He could go too.
Joel also, yeah.
Joel definitely.
Joel.
He definitely can.
All right. So who's all in favor of Dylan Brooks over Joel?
My vote's with Ox.
I'm with Ox.
All right. Dylan Brooks will slide in at 100, and then we'll figure out where we are going to move him after that. All right, John, you got something for us?
I would love to see Asor Thompson on the list.
And is there somebody?
Only thing is, I can understand is like 60
Just
games.
sub him out. Yeah, just sub him out. Like, just
I think Asor was better than TJ McConnell.
God,
Swap those. I'm sorry. I think Asor was better than TJ McConnell. I'll make that swap.
TJ McConnell's name should not be getting brought up in this. TJ bought out. Oh,
Yes, he should.
Hey, Zach
100%.
Edey's the low hanging fruit right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Like,
Yeah.
And played great in the playoffs too.
He did. Okay, you can do Zach Edey. I thought Zach Edey was taken off the list.
I don't think Asor was better than Zach Edey.
What?
he was better than Zach Edey. Zach Edey was not.
I'm not about to debate 94th place. Yeah, I'm not about to do that.
I really don't.
Sniper,
Yes, sir.
objectively,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
objectively,
Yes,
he
sir.
was not.
Okay.
100%. 100%.
100%. Just ball for ball. Just
I mean, the
But-
on-ball defense alone, you know.
Jordan Poole's not on the list either, is he?
No, he's on the list. He's at like
Yes,
Jordan Poole is on
77.
the list. He's in the 70s.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, who's all in favor of Zach Edey being replaced by Asor Thompson?
Please, yeah, take him
Show of
off.
hands.
Take him off, please.
3,
I'm
4.
comfortable with that.
Who else is not on the list for Russ to be on here? I'm trying to look through the list.
brother.
No, I'm saying he wasn't
What
a
is your
top 100
thing with
player last year.
Russ?
I think
Swipe
he
like
you can't.
as a police detective, swipe.
No, I'm just saying you. I don't think you can have a
off,
25 again. I don't think you have a 25 game stretch where you're averaging 5 turnovers a game and shooting sub 40%. And he was like bad for a long stretch of the season this year. And he wasn't. He was good at times, and then he was like there. I mean, Russ was again. This is Russ fans and PRA stuff. Like he was good in stretches, really good in stretches. But he was also
We're talking about the 100th best player in the league. I think they've all had bad stretches.
No,
Like,
but
Swipe it.
I don't think. I just don't think he can stop 100.
It's
personally.
dirty detective.
How many games you said, Swiper?
That's dirty detective.
I don't think he
work.
was one of the 100 best players in the league.
How many games did you say, Swiper? Did you say like 20? You said 25 games where he was.
I think it was 20. It was 20 at least to 25. Yeah, it was 5 turnovers a game.
25. Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Also, hearing you categorize a player as PRA is quite interesting. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna-
well, I mean, you do the same thing for Luka when he said he should have won MVP.
because I got-
Oh,
leave it alone.
Because
That's
to
what
your
I'm saying,
point,
just leave it alone.
Ron,
Just leave it alone.
see, that's what I'm talking about,
Leave it
Ron.
alone.
Because Ron, to your point, I got a stretch where Trae Young goes
Yeah,
6 turnovers, 6 turnovers, 6
Let's see
turnovers,
here.
5 turnovers, 3 turnovers, 4 turnovers, 3 turnovers, 5 turnovers, 7 turnovers, 6 turnovers, 5 turnovers, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5 turnovers,
this?
5 turnovers,
Trae
5,
Young.
5. This is
Trae
Trae
Young
Young. Yes,
compared
this
to
is Trae
Russ.
Young. This is
Yeah,
Trae
one
Young
of them.
doing this.
Yeah, there's just completely different tier of players though. Like I'm saying,
And then I also have
the
James,
lead
to your
ball
point.
handler, best player in your
I'm going off
team,
the point
yeah.
that you just made, Swiper. You said
Yeah.
you can't have you can't have this stretch where you're
Yes, you
shooting
can't
this
as the
bad.
sixth or fifth best player on the team. Yes, yes, that's much different.
So it's more comfortable as the starting lead guard.
When you're
to do
the
that?
lead playmaker and you
You're
pass.
really?
Remember, Trae Young throws 66 passes a game. Trae Young is the only initiator creator on his offense, and he's by far one of the 3 best playmakers in the sport.
Sure.
And he also leads the league in assists. He throws the type of passes that are going to have a lot of turnover. So him having that many passes, his turnover percentage is still high, but it's not as high as Russell Westbrook, who's throwing less passes, who's not the lead ball handler. And on top of that, he's not the top 4 player on the team.
But
like
even if
there's several levels to this.
And 100%, that's true. I mean, that's true, Swiper. But if you have a guy in Trae Young, to your point, who's turning the basketball over at that rate as your starting lead guard, who's throwing the ball away that much, who's also having one of those stinker field goal percentages. I mean, I got a stretch here where he goes 38%, 53%, 10%.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard everything that you just said.
No,
and
but
I'm thinking that
if you're throwing 66 passes a game,
is that Mars?
And
it doesn't stop there.
No,
Mars.
no.
It doesn't.
If you're throwing, chill. I want you to,
10%,
but chill. You need to
33%,
just slow down.
28%, 14%,
Chill.
33%.
He is the number one
44%,
option.
33%. That makes it worse. Swipe up.
No, chill.
I'm about to step in because we got to.
I mean, but chill. Like, you get these things where you just understand how basic percentages work on volume.
You can't volume.
We are debating the
Swiper and chill. We gotta finish this list. Swiper, if it's something you want to do with Russell Westbrook, make the proposition and we can get him off the list. If you get the votes, he's gone. If you don't,
he doesn't have the votes. He needs to stop bringing it up. He doesn't have the votes.
Chill. What do you
all
got?
right, I'll acquiesce. Go ahead and do the list then, because if it's that's what I'm saying. Like if we're just gonna do this, then like go ahead and do the list, whatever you want to do. I don't agree with most of this list anyway, so do what you want to do. Like honestly, do what you want to do.
Chill.
Guys ain't saying Westbrook's top 100 and swiping mad now.
Yeah, we're getting sassy about it. My goodness.
Chill. Do you have something in the 80s that you would like to do?
The 80s? No. Well,
we might as well just all put our vote with Ox at this point.
TJ McConnell, I think, needs them. TJ McConnell is he's arguably the best backup league guard in the game last year. I think he's higher than 90.
So in the 80s, who would you put him with?
I think he was better than Russ last year. I do think that he was better than Russ. Yes.
All right, so TJ over Russ?
Who's
all in favor?
I know Ox would vote for that, so as my vote is of Ox.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's 2 people. Real
it's
talk.
3. Ox has the vote too. Yeah, Ox has that too. I know.
Thank you, Mars, for putting that in for me.
No problem. No problem. Told you.
All right, well, 3's not going to be enough. So, Swiper, is there something you would like to do to the 80s? Acquiescing. Okay. Ox, is there something you want to do?
No, I'm cool. I'm cool how it is right now. I don't really see any reason to make any more changes. But John D said that he wanted to vote with that TJ McConnell.
Yeah,
but no big deal.
That's 4 now.
All right.
John D in the chat saying
TJ is moving up. There he is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Morris, is there anything in the 80s that you want to do?
Ox said Devin Vassell right behind RJ Barrett, so I'm gonna propose that.
Who's all in favor of that?
Ahead of Russell Westbrook and TJ McConnell and Vooch.
Him all the way.
Everyone except RJ Barrett is. Yeah, that's what Ox said.
I think Devin Vassell was pretty good last year. Yo.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Devin Vassell moving up. You got my vote with that.
So is that 3 votes I have?
Anybody else?
You got mine too as well.
There we go.
I'm good. Mm-hmm.
All right, Devin Vassell moving up. Before I move into the 90s, is there anything else that you guys want to do right here?
I think Vooch should be higher. I think he was better than John Collins last year.
I'm not.
Who?
Vooch.
Nikola Vucevic.
I was waiting for John Collins up like 50. I'm not. Okay. It depends on what Ox thinks.
You got my vote if you want to do that. Vooch going once, Vooch going twice.
Ox, you think Vooch was better than John Collins?
Vooch better than John Collins? No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really say. I'm just gonna I'm acquiesce.
All right. Well,
That means
Vooch
you're
is-
agreeing. Acquiescing means you're agreeing. So you're fine with it?
Oh, right. I'm just in the whatever y'all want to do. I don't want to cause a fuss. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cause a fuss.
I'm with Ox. I'm trying not to cause a fuss too.
All right. So we'll move Vooch up above
There we go.
John Collins. All right. That's what the 80s looks like for the 90s. To wrap things up, is there
CJ
any?
McCollum at 91?
That's
Well,
crazy. That's
All right.
crazy.
Where y'all think he should be moved up to?
It's not for me to decide. It's for Ox. But I think it's crazy.
I think Tamani and Kamara was better than CJ McCullough this year.
Ooh,
Yep.
damn.
He was better than Josh Hart if he's better than CJ. Solana.
I'm cool with that too.
I'm cool with that too. Well, am I cool with that, Ox?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Morris, we need your help with the list, bro. Come on.
We're at 91. Like, I don't think anyone cares.
91 is just as important as 9.
Facts.
I don't agree.
I do.
No player
I agree
left
with that.
behind.
I agree with that.
So why is the 101st player being left behind?
Hey.
Because it's only the top 100. That's why.
Then why is it not the top 40?
You know what though, Ron? That might be good for next offseason. We just rank every player in the
whole
in
NBA.
Oh wow.
everybody.
I'm gonna have a
I'm
difficult
at a
time.
dentist appointment for the
158.
6 weeks.
No,
That's
that's the no player left behind list. I'm so with that.
You ain't got me, Ron. At you ain't gonna have me at 155, Ron. I'm gonna be out.
He lost me at 38.
I don't know, y'all, but I think we should be able to move CJ up a little bit, y'all. I don't know where. Any input, Swiper?
Better than Josh Hart?
I think he can go higher than that. I think.
Just keep scrolling until
Better
you
than
see a name you
TJ?
think CJ's not better than. Ox.
I think CJ could be like in this range, honestly.
I would
Somewhere right
I might
around
even put him above Miles Turner around.
here.
And
I think he was better than MPJ and Tobias.
oh man, right there, right up in the no. I don't know.
I have
behind
MPJ
Nas.
better
I'll
than
put him
Trey
right behind
Murphy.
Nas.
Good Lord.
Ox got my vote.
Behind Miles?
No, behind Nas.
So I'm not mad at it.
He's better than Peyton Pritchard, but he's not better than Trey Murphy. That's the problem.
You said
I
you're
thought
not
he-
Ox. You're a fraud.
I'm sorry. It just
Lock in.
when something disturbs my spirit.
I can appreciate.
speaking
your-
They said
guys,
you see in the chat they're giving him the CBA tax.
So where you want him to go, Ox? Where you proposing?
I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? I think behind Nas is cool. I
CJ?
I understand the Trey Murphy pushback, but I mean, still,
I'm saying behind Peyton.
I just have
behind Peyton, yeah.
Yeah,
With this
Peyton
basketball
put in
player,
playoff work. Also, that 6 man of the year to me, that's very valuable. So that's where I'm at with it.
It's kind of, wow.
What you think, Chill?
I mean, I can appreciate you averaging double what Kamara averaged. All right, I could get that. When you're averaging double the amount of points that another guy is averaging, I could get with that. I just have a difficult time when I'm thinking about a better basketball player and we get sidetracked with just this one thing. So, all right, you want to move him up? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool moving him up to there. All right.
All
Me
right.
too.
All right, CJ McCollum moving all the way up into the 70s. He is 79 now, or he is 70 now.
Yep.
Anything else that you guys see here that you would like to change?
I don't know now.
I'm gonna be more tuned in this season to watch the Trailblazers than I was last year. I can tell you that. I'm definitely gonna be watching more Portland games this year than I did last year.
Surprised you guys have Drew this low, but
Yeah, I thought this would be a basketball community. Probably we're high on Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Drew didn't really have all that good of a year last year. To me, it wasn't like his previous years. Like
oh,
that
I
was
one of
agree.
his worst
I
shooting
just
years.
thought his reputation would help him, but I guess not.
I'm proposing to move Jalen Johnson up. We move
I am too.
Mr. 36 games. Okay.
Mr. 36 games playing better than a lot of these other dudes.
Hey, if Ox says he agrees, I'm gonna be right there with you.
Let me see. So I'm 20, 10, and 5, 19, 10, and 5 in 36 games.
He was better than Josh Hart. Josh Hart just played.
He was, I would say Jalen Johnson up to
Nas Reed too. He was better than him. Yep.
Nas put in so much work.
And so did Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson was on the way to being an all-star, Ron.
No,
He's going to be an all-star this season.
He was.
He was better than Miles Bridges too. Yes, he was. But he only played 36 games. So
some of these guys all these guys right here put in playoff work.
Mm-hmm.
Tremendous playoff work.
They were in the playoffs. I don't know about
and they was putting in work. I'll put him behind Nas Reed. That's what I'll propose. Behind Pritchard. Anybody?
My vote is with you, Ron. Yeah, my vote is with you, Ron.
Were you moving, Ron?
He putting them behind Pritchard.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson behind Pritchard.
All right, I'm cool with that. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good with
that. Why not?
All right,
can I get Bronny on the list?
No, that's what we have to. We have to draw a line.
Okay.
Why would you Mars? Why would you even propose?
Chill.
Why not? It's the 100th best player.
What about Bronny? He suggested he should be one of these guys.
He's in the NBA.
Okay.
Like, why not? He can be over Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a difference.
He's not better than Dylan Brooks.
He is not on any level.
So?
Real talk.
Neither is Josh Hart, but he's above him.
Fellas, is there anybody else that's not on this list that you
is true.
would like to put on this
so clearly it's not about who's better than who. Why not just get Bronny on the list? Is half of LeBron's DNA not a top 100 player in the NBA? If I gave you half of LeBron, that's not a top 100 player?
Not if you
That's what Bronny is.
Not if you ain't using it that way.
You might be cooking.
And if I gave you half of Bron, you're gonna say he's top 100. I'm giving you literal half Bron, and you saying he not top 100.
But he ain't half
of
he is. That's 23 of LeBron James chromosomes.
The problem is he's half the height. If he was 6'8", then he probably
was 6'8". You put him above Dylan Brooks?
Yeah, he might be on the list. Yeah.
Okay. Grosswell incoming.
All right, y'all. Salute to our top 100 list. You guys will be seeing this all over social media. Hopefully, we get good reviews, and hopefully, we don't get called, those derogatory terms. But we're gonna go from one list.
Oh, they're definitely calling us out of our name. So, I mean, that's a given. That happens.
I do want to say I do stand with you. Being half of Savannah is way better.
That's crazy.
What? Hey, matter of fact, let's get Savannah on the top 100 list.
Yeah, get some.
just for being.
My vote is with Ock. So if he's doing that, my vote is with Ock.
Hey, just for being courtside.
Yeah, that's a presence. That's a presence.
All right, fellas, we're gonna dive straight into this next list. Top 25 current peaks. So if you are a current player and you peaked high, you have an opportunity to get on this list. This was courtesy of a topic that was sent through last Friday during TCL. If you missed it, don't even trip. We're going to be back again this Friday doing another TCL. And this essentially means that you guys, the viewers, the fans, the chat, everybody that loves PC, the subscribers, the followers, you guys pick the topics and we talk about the topics. But one of the topics that was proposed to us was top 25 peaks of current players. And, well, we kind of got into the list and we were like, forget it. Let's just go ahead and make it a whole show. So here we are. I think we can agree on the top 5 pretty much.
Can we?
Top 1.
The names, maybe.
Yeah, maybe the names.
The names.
Well,
the order will
actually,
not be
I don't
agreed.
even know that, to be honest with you.
Bron is number 1.
Bron is number 1.
Yeah,
there we go. We're all in agreement. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is going to be up for.
This is where the list starts. After
Swiper's going to have Jokic at 2. I know Swiper has Jokic at 2. Like, I know that.
I have Wardell.
I have Steph.
Yeah, I have Wardell.
The top 25 players, their peaks.
We talking about
That's what we're doing right now?
Yeah,
peak.
And
yes. If everybody in the league was at their peak. Shout out to Marcel.
But we're obviously not projecting what Wemby can become.
We're not doing that.
The peaks we've seen thus far is what we're evaluating.
Are we sure Steph's not number 1?
I'm sure.
I got one.
Ox,
I
to
got
answer-
Bron at
Ox, to
one.
answer your-
I got
Ox, to answer
Bron.
your question, yes, I'm sure that Curry is
Okay.
not one.
I had to ask. I just wanted to make sure.
My vote is not with you on this one, so unfortunately, I couldn't co-sign that.
Hold on, let me
It's like,
get my
because
list.
you know what I realized, Mars. I think you might be trying to line me up. So because if the list is no good, you're gonna be like, hey, I voted with us.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't
Put it
me.
on you, Ox.
Absolutely
That's
did
what
vote
I'm
with you for like
I'm trying to
the
put it
last
on
60
you, Ox.
names. Well, you chill, and then I vote with Swiper a little bit too.
Right.
So all three of you.
You didn't vote.
But yeah,
You
I got Bron
didn't
one,
pick
Steph
me
two.
long.
That's my
You
top
bailed on
two.
me
I
real
got Brown one as well. I just wanted to make sure we weren't just overlooking Steph. I just wanted to make sure.
I have Kevin Durant too, personally, but
All right, so we got one Jokic 2, one KD 2. Mars and John both said Steph at 2, so 2 for Steph. Chill and Ox, who you guys got at number 2?
Peaks.
Steph.
Joker.
Steph.
You got Joker over Steph?
Yeah, we had this discussion like 2 weeks ago. He said he has Jokic over Steph. He did
All
say
right.
it. But
Uh,
Steph still made it because he got 3 votes.
Mhm.
All right.
I got Jokic 3.
All right, that's 1 Jokic, Swiper, 2 Jokic's, Chill, 3 Jokic, John, Real Talk, Ox, who you guys got?
Kevin Durant.
It's 1 KD. Real Talk, you still
Real
got
talk
KD?
also has Kevin Durant.
yeah.
It's in between Jokic. It's in between Jokic. and
Swiper, you
KD.
think it should be Joker? We shouldn't even be having a conversation about this. Yes or no? Yes or no,
Well,
Swiper?
Jokic still made it. It doesn't matter. Jokic still made it.
That's my question to you, Swiper. You think it should just be unanimous Joker? Like, no, of all these guys after James, who had a better peak than Joker? You think it should?
Oh,
be
you think Jokic
unanimous?
is clear too?
Clear? No, I think it's between him and Steph, but I think Jokic has been better. in
But
the
he's
last
a
5
clear.
years.
He's clear top 3.
Yeah, I think we were.
Okay.
Whatever.
I think Jokic over KD is absolutely ridiculous. But
After
I'm a-
LeBron James, there's no such thing as clear between any of the rest of these
I
players.
agree with Real
I can
talk.
get with that real
Yes,
talk.
it's dumb to
I
say
can get with
that.
We can have a conversation about everybody. Mhm.
But I got Jokic 3. Jokic now made it a third. 4, I don't know.
There
Who
might
was
be
between
somebody
Jokic.
at
Who
my
did Real
5
Talk? Who did you
spot.
have?
Real talk had
I don't
KD,
know.
but
I had
it's 4
KD.
to-
Wait,
it's-
Diesel.
it-
I thought. Wait,
Yes,
Diesel. You
it's
got Jokic too?
Yeah, I got Jokic. I got
Oh,
Jokic
okay.
at 3.
That's why we lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
Now at 4, Giannis or KD. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, hold on,
We got
bro.
Curry.
Hey, hold on. One buddy been on my top for the last 30 minutes. So you chill, get done with you using you, and then you want to be on my top because bro. This is what I'm saying. You come up here every day and you watch me every single day glazing,
Sucker,
getting
man.
off my name every single day. You follow me everywhere, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like this ain't real life. Like a lot of y'all lame in the chat, not most of y'all, but some of y'all, you know who you are. Every day, you show up here every day, glazing and eating and whatnot, bro. Like you know what it is. I'm on camera every day talking about the sport. You think you know every day on multiple networks. So like, yeah, bro. Like if I don't feel like talking sometimes, because I feel like the conversation going left, I'm just gonna exit because there's nothing we talk about. It's like me talking about Jokic right now on this top. I know Real Talk don't agree. There's no point in me bringing it up. Like it's just gonna be what it is. So I'm saying like. All of y'all always talking and clap, but this is the thing. You beg for attention every single day. Every day. Hanzo too. Hanzo is always on top. Every single day. Always complaining, always crying smoke, talking about Jokic shouldn't be on the list. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like a lot of y'all just do the same thing every single day. Glaze me, hate on Jokic, glaze me, hate on Denver. Why is Denver? I'm saying it's the same thing every day. I don't need backup. Like shout out to John D for one backup. Because again, Laker Talk can get whatever. It's bad every day with Denver stuff up here. Every single day. It's not a stray. It's just that's what he wanted. There's no need for backup. I know how y'all feel, bro. Like it just is what it is. We just don't agree.
Can I say real quick, Swiper, that in every ecosystem, you know what I'm saying? Everybody matters in all ecosystems. You know what I'm saying? So when you are on the Savannah, like the Lions not mad at the vultures, you know what I'm saying, for picking the bones of dead gazelles. You know what I'm saying? That's what vultures do.
Agree.
I don't think the Lion should waste his time chasing off vultures for doing their job. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody in all ecosystems matter. Shout out to the vultures in the chat.
Like literally, bro. But I'm saying, bro, they'll come to Locked On NBA, Locked On Nuggets, panel, Bleacher Report. The same people will show up every single day. Always got something to say. I'm just like, bro, like clearly you like something because everywhere I go, it's the same people. So I'm saying, like every city I fly to, you there. You know what they call those? They call those stalkers. Every city I go to, you there. Whatever area code I changed, you there.
Every
That's
other
what I'm saying,
city
bro.
we go. All right, y'all. Jokic is number 3. Now I've got some KD votes. I think this is around the time where Giannis comes into the equation. But you guys talk to me.
And there's
Who do you
somebody in
got?
San Antonio
Oh,
who might want to talk about this.
De'Aaron Fox.
He's not in San Antonio right now, but his peak started in San Antonio.
When-
thank
Oh,
you,
Leonard.
thank you, Diesel.
Oh.
Leonard.
Thank you. I'm like Giannis. Where
I was
Giannis
thinking
come
about.
from?
I was thinking about him too.
I think Kawhi has.
Oh
he
yeah,
has a-
my
he has
top
a
5
case.
was solidified. I wasn't thinking about Kawhi.
I was thinking about Leonard.
It's
I
KD
was
and
thinking
Giannis
about
are
him
my
at
next two
5.
spots.
I was
That's
thinking about him
cool.
at 5.
Yeah, I'm
Thinking about him
Ron,
at 5.
just so that you know.
With KD,
I got Kawhi till he gets picked, brother.
with KD, would it just be?
What about having KD?
I thought KD already got picked.
Yeah, Mars, you're with Ox, ain't you?
Hell no.
Well, I got KD. I got KD for. Well, I had
Okay.
KD.
I got
Yeah,
KD
I
right
have-
now as well.
I'll go KD. I'll go with
Yeah,
KD.
I have Kevin Durant. Kawhi.
Would it be because KD? Would it be because KD had a longer stretch? Like you could have Steph Curry had that peak season, right? But for KD to play consistent for a longer period of time and be awesome, like would that be the difference? Because I think
Chill, this is peak. This
that's
is
what I'm
them
talking
at their
about. Right,
best. This
right,
is
that's
not
what-
prime.
because when I think about
them at their best.
right, so when I think about Kawhi Leonard at his best, 15, 16, 16, 17, I can appreciate the 17, 18 year, right? Because he got hurt. But then 18, 19, and then 19, 20. I mean, he was awesome. He wasn't good.
Wouldn't Giannis be the next name up though?
He was awesome. He was amazing. He wasn't Kevin
Not for
Durant.
me, Swiper. I can understand why y'all got Giannis though. Shout out to Giannis. I'm just rocking with Kawhi.
I got Giannis number 3 right after Steph.
I want to
That makes
ask
sense.
because there are a lot of mixed feelings about this player. How long are we gonna go without talking about Embiid?
He should be coming up.
We haven't even
Now.
talked about Russ. We haven't
This
even
should be
talked about
coming
Russ.
up now.
I'm gonna be saying Embiid's name soon. Don't worry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a from like 5 to 9. There's a really I think it can fluctuate.
Yeah,
me.
I mean Russ and Harden haven't been brought up yet, Diesel.
I got KD at 4. That's my
Oh,
pick.
Russ.
KD at 4.
Yeah, do we have KD at 4?
Yeah, I
have
got KD at 4. Ox has
KD's
KD.
at 4.
I got Giannis at 5.
That's
I got
4
Giannis
names.
Yeah, I also have Giannis.
Hold
at
up
5.
though, right quick, y'all. Before we go any further, I just want to point out that Steph Curry is this is everybody at their best. Steph Curry is 2. Kevin Durant is 4.
What?
I'm just saying. I've
okay.
said multiple times that Steph Curry was the best player on that team, but hey, there you go.
Well, real talk, who thinks KD was the best player on that team, picked KD at 2, so he's being consistent. I'm also someone who thinks Steph was just better, but the people who think KD was better have been consistent with their picks. Just want to make that clear.
KD did not get selected at 2. Nobody selected KD at 2.
Real talk did.
I said KD.
Yes, real
Yeah,
talk
okay.
did. So you
All
just
right, real
don't
talk.
listen.
One person at 2. I'm just
did
saying.
Ox? Oh no, Ox had KD at 2.
I'm just saying this is a majority vote.
Yeah.
The majority of us selected Steph Curry at his peak over Kevin Durant at his peak. Now, if you guys are going to say that Kevin Durant or that their peaks were different, so 16 doesn't count for 17, 18, and 19, cool. But I'm just saying, I've consistently said that Steph Curry at his best was better than Kevin Durant at his best.
Why
And
is Giannis?
the list reflects that.
Yeah, you also said Tracy McGrady was better than him. So like, okay.
We're talking about 2 players. We don't
Yeah,
got
so, okay.
T-Back has nothing to do with this.
Tracy McGrady. Well, I think the issue with the Embiid peak is a lot of people are going to say it's just the regular season, but I do think Embiid has an argument that like he's better than Kawhi at his apex. I think he has an argument. I mean, him and Giannis, because Giannis is still in his prime. Giannis is from 18 to now, but Embiid was better in those regular seasons. I think for 3 of those years at least, I would say regular season. I mean.
These last 3 years was Embiid. These
I
last
see what
3
you're
years
trying to
was-
do right now.
Yeah, I see it too.
That's what I'm saying.
Real talk. You see this? You
So,
see
Ron,
this?
if Ron-
No.
Never mind.
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. What do we have? So are we on number 5 right now?
Yeah,
Ron, leave him alone today, Ron.
This is what
come on, Ron.
No, I'm gonna unban Buddy, and I'm gonna let Buddy get back on it.
Nah,
I
because
got
y'all seen how he tried to get Russ off that top 100 because he can't have.
Hey, Ox, let it. Hey, Ox, let it go. Ox, let it go. Let it go.
I'll take Giannis at 5.
You know, let it go.
Even though I-
They're unplayable.
There you go, man.
You got seven unplayable dudes in the top 100. I'm just observing.
Oh man! All right, so Chill got Giannis. John D, who you got at 5?
I'm gonna go Giannis. I'm gonna go Giannis.
Ox, who you got? Oh, you got Kawhi. Okay.
Kawhi.
Mars.
Giannis.
Real talk.
Giannis.
All right, and Swiper.
Can't
You're
hear
muted.
you.
We can't hear you.
He's acquiescing.
Swiper's
Yeah,
gonna
whatever
be
y'all
all right,
want,
brother.
bro. Whatever y'all want, whatever agenda.
Who do you like?
want today.
Who do you think it should
Who
be?
do you
Swiper?
have, bro?
No, I'm about to snap on Ron, bro. Cause I'm tired.
You're about to snap on
bro,
me?
real talk, bro.
Swiper, who do you?
You're about to
So
snap
y'all
on me because I believe that Giannis should be higher on this list.
You just heard me, dog. Like I'm saying, bro, relax. You just heard me tell you. I can if you wanna have hoops and talk about them as individual players, and I'm cool, bro. But like this nonsense you keep doing with this agenda stuff, and real talk to
I didn't even bring up an agenda.
That's cool, but Ron, if I'm bringing up Embiid, I'm showing respect to Embiid. Just leave it at that.
Which
That's
I
what
was
I'm
going to
saying.
ask you.
You
Which I
can't
was
show
going to
respect
ask you,
to Embiid for
Swiper.
what he is. If
Right.
you think Embiid was better than Joker, then you have an opinion, and you can share that
I
opinion.
don't.
I think you can make a legitimate argument if you want to say he's better because of the defense. That's fine. But like, don't sit up here and just keep doing this agenda nonsense. I don't do that. You be hopping from team to team. Just let it be, bro. Like I think Embiid has an argument to be
You
better than
absolutely
Giannis.
do that.
You
But
actually
I'm
did
saying-
that earlier.
Is that
Ron,
simple?
what's your team?
Is that simple? Is
But
that simple?
Swiper, let me ask you this. Swiper, answer this question for me, Swiper, really quickly. Is these last 3 years from Giannis, these 30 and 10, 30 and 12, 30 and 11, is that better than anything Joel Embiid ever did?
Yeah, but that's fine. Embiid was a much better defender than this version of Giannis. Much better defender than this version of Giannis.
This version of Giannis.
Yes,
okay, so we
much
ain't talking
better.
about 2020.
And then he was a better scorer than that version of Giannis in
really,
19 and
29
20.
a game, guys.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. So that's why it
My
matters.
thing with
That's what I'm saying.
Giannis
That's why it
is
matters.
Giannis gives you guys 30 points per game, 30 points a night, and you guys just don't like the way it looks. That's literally what it is.
But he's still not a better scorer than
one
Embiid,
guy.
though.
Hey, one guy is giving it to you in a to-go plate, and the other person is giving it to you with.
Do you think
all
Giannis
the
is a better
16
scorer than Joel Embiid?
No,
At
I
that
wouldn't
time?
say that. I wouldn't say that, but it's not. But hold on, no. This is what I'm
Mark,
saying.
there's
It's not.
areas that he
saying
can
that
better
Giannis
score than
is
Joel
still
Embiid.
a
Yes.
very
Yeah,
Of course,
it's not
I agree, but that's not why I asked. I asked if he thinks Giannis is a better scorer than Embiid. Period.
No,
Not,
but
is there
this-
areas where Giannis scores better?
Yeah,
And he
but
said no. So I'm like,
what
okay,
saying.
so
This is what I'm
ultimately
saying.
you
though.
agree.
It's not. Yes, ultimately I agree, and I'm not mad at it. But let's not act like it's just levels and gaps and universes in between them. No,
Well,
I
all
don't think.
Swiper said was that Embiid's a better scorer. That's what he said.
It really,
But it's not that simple, though. But
it really is just the
It is that simple.
versatility.
He's a better scorer.
That-
Kevin
that-
Durant's
that's
better
the
scorer than
only thing.
I'm better than you at putting the ball in the bucket. Period. That's just it.
Yes.
Damn. So okay,
Yeah.
so if it's that
Am I bugging?
so yeah, you are bugging because if it's that simple, so if it's that simple, I
Yes,
wasn't trying
enlighten.
bugging out. So
Okay.
if Giannis is the best transition player in the game,
Yes.
the best at getting downhill in the game, nobody in the game,
Yes.
that doesn't matter.
Yes. Who said
It
that doesn't
does
matter?
matter. It does matter.
Like, and what I mean when I say it doesn't matter, what I mean when I say it doesn't
And
matter,
I think it matters,
I
Joe, for
think
you
it
to be
holds
the
a lot
best
of weight.
face-up scoring. He's to be the best face-up scoring center in the
Better
history of the
mid-range
league.
game than Giannis. I'm not
I
gonna.
In the
think
history?
that matters a lot.
I don't
And
get.
that-
I don't understand the confusion. If someone's a
Better
better
shooter
scorer,
and free throw
I'd say he's a
shooter,
better scorer.
mid-range shooter.
He doesn't have
He's a better scorer.
he doesn't have legit scoring for all to the same degree as Giannis. I think that matters. That's all. That's literally all the argument is.
All
No,
right.
Giannis is
I-
a better
but
that's
passer.
right there.
Giannis is a better
Who
playmaker.
cares if it's peak
That I
and
can
we're
get.
factoring in if it's Giannis from like 20 to 22. Now we're factoring in the playoffs have to matter.
They do.
Absolutely.
Embiid
the
has
playoffs
not
matter.
had
Playoffs absolutely
playoff
matter.
stretches like 20 to 22 Giannis.
Yeah,
So
Embiid hasn't been healthy in the playoffs, absolutely, and that's why I don't have him in my top five.
That's where the legit.
Yeah, that's why I don't have him in my top five. I'm perfectly fine with that. I have Giannis at 5. Embiid's a
But I
better scorer than Giannis.
also
That's all
saw
I've said.
an unhealthy Embiid last year versus the Knicks. Averaged 36 and had a 50-point game in that series too. Like I'm saying, like
33, something like that. Yeah.
or 33, yeah, whatever numbers. I don't want to misquote. When Tyrese Maxey went off too, but I just think that Embiid, because of the regular season stuff and playoff stuff, I will absolutely say that I think Giannis is better. I think Giannis is a better player, but I'm saying that I think Embiid is closer to Jokic, Kevin Durant, and Giannis than I think a lot of people give him credit for. And if you want to say he's better than Jokic, I'm cool. Like it doesn't. He can make an argument just like you can make an argument for Giannis. I just think Embiid in this discussion, there are things he did better than Giannis for years in the regular season sample. Like I think there are a legit 21, 22, 23, and then really through 24, he was better in the regular season than Giannis. But it's just, he was hurt in playoffs and injuries in 23, 24. So you just didn't get a chance to see.
But again, those aren't the years of Giannis that we're comparing him to.
But everyone's decides Giannis's peak is something different. Some people think he's in his peak right now. Some people think he was in his peak in 2020, 21, 22.
I think it was 2019 to 2022. I think that's the best version of Giannis.
I want to make
say
this clear.
2020
I still don't think Joel Embiid ever played better than Giannis or was better than Giannis.
You don't think he played better in 23, 24?
Scored better? Yes.
You don't think he was a better basketball player 23, 24 regular season?
Yeah, I disagree.
That 20.
Okay, yeah, we fundamentally disagree. But Giannis is at 5, right? He got the vote.
Yes, Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis.
So we're on to number 6. Okay, we're on to number 6.
All right, y'all. Before we get back into this list, though, you guys know what time it is. We are in the crunch time chat segment of the show. At the bottom of every hour, we will read off comments and super chats from you guys. And, well, we're here right now. So let's see what you guys have to say about what we talked about today. Tupac Westside said, "Good morning, John D. I agree. I don't think the Lakers are contenders. I think borderline, though. In my opinion, they are a better team than before. Based on last season, they can beat OKC, but the West is stacked."
I think that's what I was alluding to. Like, I think the Lakers have a chance. Would I pick them or would I bet on them to win the finals? No. And I also don't agree with people saying we haven't gotten better from last season. I think we got better. I 100% think we got better, but would I bet on them to win a championship? No, the West is just way too stacked. Now, we have a favorable matchup in the first few rounds and find our way to the championship. Fantastic. I mean, I think there are teams we can beat in the Western Conference. I think we have a chance against anybody, but would I pick them? Would I bet on them? No. Would I bet on them to beat OKC? No. I wouldn't bet on them to beat OKC.
What I'm asking, John D, is why would people look at this Laker team the way they're comprised right now and not say that this team has gotten better? Like, where is the problem? Like, what are they looking at?
Well, I think
people just like hating on the Lakers.
Is that what it is?
That's really what it is.
I like people. They like to do making the jokes about DeAndre Ayton, but just to remind everyone, he's replacing Jackson Hayes. That's about to be a significant upgrade. However low you are on DeAndre Ayton, cool. He's a far better player than Jackson Hayes. We're also getting a Luka Doncic, an engaged Luka Doncic, who's also had the time this offseason to train and not rehab an injury. He's actually been training this year. And even Luka Doncic, if he's regular Luka, he still gives you him alone gives you a relatively high ceiling, high floor for regular season success because he can just dominate regular season games. So you have him, you've upgraded at the center position, you still have LeBron James. You got Marcus Smart, who hasn't played a lot, but from what Mars and some other people have been telling me, he's not been playing due to just him sitting out and not necessarily him being this real injury concern that some people are trying to paint him out to be because of the games played. He just wasn't playing on a tanking team. So we've gotten better. I still do think we need a wing. We still need a wing or a guard that can defend outside of Marcus Smart, obviously, but we've gotten better.
I think Vando was that guy because just like you just said about Luka being able to train in this offseason, I think that's the same thing going on with Vando. He's been able to train this offseason as opposed to rehabbing an injury. Now you can get that defensive wing that you didn't have in the past. You can get that back.
Jonathan Frazier said OKC's defenders have proven to have strength/size issues with Bron and Luka, so that gives me hope there. As far as Ayton goes, there is a difference in belief when you got Bron and Luka next to him versus Book and CP3.
Well, those two guys are better playmakers and distributors. That's why.
But he was really good with them, though.
He was.
That wasn't the issue. He was really good with Book and CP3. He was why they had a top 10 defense. He did a really good job. So he can get back to that level this year, for sure, especially with the money on the line.
That point right there, Swiper, is the difference with the dough on the line. I think that's where we're going to get a different DeAndre Ayton this season.
Field Boy 7 said the Lakers are at best the 4th seed. If all teams are healthy, the Thunder, Nuggets, and Rockets floor are just higher than the Lakers. They are a tier below those teams.
In the regular season, I probably agree, but that's because I think the depth is more important in the regular season.
Yeah, I don't expect us to like see it high this year.
Are the Lakers
Hopefully
looking for?
we get to the 5th or 6th is kind of what I'm hoping we can.
If we're doing that, then Luka's not winning the league MVP. It's not happening.
Yeah, but that still means. But no, because 5th or 6th in the West still means you're probably winning this year north of 50 games. But well, Chill, you all right, because when he did that and averaged 34.
Yeah, Denver's a 2 seed. We know who's gonna be the MVP.
Right,
that's what it is.
You may be right.
They probably ain't gonna be the 2 seed. Houston's my 2 seed right now. Kevin Durant should get pop. Well, if he plays 65.
Swipe over under Denver this season, 55.
Kevin Durant will be getting MVP buzz, especially early in the season.
Yeah, I think Denver's a comfortable 54 this year. I don't know how to. I mean, they could win 58.
I think they're
going
to
to
win 60 games this year. I'm on record.
They've
I think
never
60 games this year.
Bro, you know they're going to have a stretch though where they're just like
the Jazz must only win like 1 game this year.
They're gonna be garbage, Mars. They're gonna be trash.
Like every team in the West gonna win 55 games. Like the Jazz must be 1-81 because
not every
team's gotta come from somewhere.
No, not every team.
Hunter sent through a super chat and said,
Clippers.
"Real talk versus players before 2000."
That's funny because I've been hyping a 60s player, and I also have Hakeem number 4. He played before the 2000s. I mean, I don't know what that means, but sure.
He played before the 90s too.
I think it's just talking about your Magic. Well, and you were also bringing up Jerry West, who played before Magic. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So.
Maybe because I've never heard it. Like it's almost like it's sacrilegious to compare Magic and Jerry West. This is the first time that I've heard the Magic Jerry West conversation. Never heard it before.
Chill. I heard a more sacrilegious topic this weekend, and that was AD not being a top 10 power forward. We're gonna get to that later.
Let's do it. I struggle, and it's 3 guys. It's 3 guys. We'll talk about it, and I struggle with it. I did.
And AD's like clearly better than both of them, by the way. But I couldn't impact your list in any way, so I had to just let it slide. I was very upset when you didn't have Anthony Davis, but it wouldn't have made a difference ultimately. He still would have been where he placed.
Yeah, that's where y'all got him at anyway.
Yeah, he ended up right where he was going to end up.
Yeah.
Your vote wasn't have changed anything. You could have put him first. It wasn't have changed anything. Right. So.
Superman Real said, "I think players have 3 different peaks: athletic, skills, and mental. The different moments there are different moments when they all sync together. But the greats have more of these situations because they are more consistent."
Yeah, so that would have been Kobe when he got to 06. He was still athletically in his prime to a degree, and then he mentally was sharper than he's ever been. Dirk, I think late season or 27 to 2011. Hakeem when he was 31, 32. Those are his best seasons in the middle of the 90s. I think Jordan, 91, but then you got 94, 95, 96 Jordan, all the way to 98. Malone was better later in his career as well. So, yeah, I mean, there's an argument that all these players can. Giannis learned new tricks at 30.
Like, why do we talk about Bryant like in 06 like he was still athletic? He was 27.
But he was
he's been in the league for forever.
He had been in the league at that.
So young.
So yeah,
and at that point, I think he had
mileage.
a knee.
Is that what it is? So it's the mileage.
That's part of it. But
And he had a knee surgery by that time.
Like 2000. He very clearly was.
Yeah, I think
he was still one of the best athletes in the league.
Yeah, one in I
want to say 04.
Yeah, that was his first knee surgery. Yeah.
Hunter with another super chat. Hunter said, "When comparing peaks, are you guys using single seasons or like 3-year stretches?"
I'm using stretches. I don't know everyone else is doing.
3 to 5. 5 is a long time, but 3 to 5.
It depends on the player. Some players, it's multiple years, but some guys only have like 2-year peaks. Some guys have like 3-4-year peaks. It just depends on the person.
Some guys had 1-year anomalies. Can't wait to
get which I don't count as peaks at all.
Some guys have half a year anomalies, which is Embiid in 23-24.
That would have been a full year. I'm sorry.
I don't know if he would have. I said I don't think he maintains that. That was insane.
Yeah, my thing is,
because it's unfathomable that someone can maintain that. That's why. That's how great he was.
I mean, he gave. He was 34 and what? 11.
It's like what I said about Jokic 3-point shooting.
34 and 11 on almost 50-49.
And then he carried to the playoffs. Respect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Embiid would have carried it on. Same thing.
Hey man, he could have.
I would have loved to see that.
My main thing with this list is I'm just trying to think of the player at their best when I remember them being the best version of themselves. So do I think the best version of this guy was ever better than the best?
What's the
version
best year of
guy?
Giannis for you then? 22, 19, 20?
I would have to say 22. The defense was still there. The scoring was unstoppable. He was a forcing, obviously in transition, force at the rim. I do think he's a better scorer now, but he's obviously a worse defender. But I mean,
44, 20, and 6 in game 6. Should have won that game too. But
Yeah, but he was only 51% true shooting, so he actually wasn't that
well,
good.
I've seen you do this for other players, not for others, but shout out to you. Yeah, Giannis 25, 20, and 9 in game 7, and then he couldn't make a layup in the fourth quarter because he was exhausted because again, Drew Holiday was nowhere to be seen. He had shot below 40% that
I don't
series.
hate on Drew Holiday.
No. Drew Holiday was
Drew was
horrible.
bad
He's why
that
he lost.
series.
He's legitimately.
That's
why
fine. He also won them
that.
that game with that defense on Marcus Smart. So
And they should have closed out the series in game 6, except
Tatum.
Tatum went and had
Tatum.
what,
Anyway,
45?
are we getting back to the list?
yeah. I'm gonna read a couple more, and then we're gonna get to it. Ishak Ira said, "You think Dallas is scary now?" J Kidd said he's officially letting Lively shoot threes this year. Do what you do. Do with that what you may.
What you may. Yeah, I mean they have to because somebody needs to shoot on the team. So yeah,
Hey, Tatum with his back
going to
against
be
the wall,
out there. PJ Cooper. I am interested to see it though. Lively did show some shooting touch like in his pre-draft workouts and stuff like that. So let's see if we can actually hit him.
Shout out D Lively.
Anthony shoot more threes this year, maybe.
Hopefully not.
did we see this movie already, Ron? When what did Damo call him? Bullet head? When Darvin Ham said he wants Anthony Davis shooting more threes. I mean, are we comfortable? Are we comfortable with this? Are we okay with Derek Lively shooting more threes?
Some guys just ain't going to expand their range. Like it's good to work on in the offseason, but some guys ain't going to be shooting.
Like I remember Dwight Howard told us that he's shooting more threes. We're like, chill out, big fella, relax.
Yeah, like some
do
guys
not need
go
to
get
do
some
a high
offensive
low
rebounds, man. Like,
Yeah,
we
no,
don't need everyone out that shit.
So Derek Lively, how about you plant that elbow and the nail, and then like we good there? How about that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
but
if he
make
can
that
make
shot,
him? What if he
If it can make him, it's nice, but like I'm not trying to see. Oh yeah, Derek Lively shooting 1 3 a game and he makes one every 2 weeks. Like, what's the point? Like, just might as well not shoot.
Take what the defense gives you, big fella.
I just don't want you living out there like that's where you live now. No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Moons Terrett said KD versus Giannis, peak for peak. Is there any kind of case for Giannis being number 4?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a case for Giannis being number 2.
Yeah.
I think 2 through 5 is all jumbled up. Like they could all be over each other depending on the values.
2 through 6, maybe.
Embiid is hard to make the case because of the playoff stuff. And if you want to throw Kawhi in there, then go ahead. I think he's quite clearly not these guys, but we can disagree on that. But 2 through 5, yeah, I think you can make the argument for all of them. Giannis's peak defense is the best of the group, quite easily. And then you get the best transition player, the most dominant rim finisher, collapses defenses at the rate he does, really good passer and playmaker. Not elite like he's become in the last couple years, but still a really good decision maker with elite gravity. Like it's not hard to make the case for Giannis. But I have him at 5.
I may be the only person that thinks Giannis peaked over KD, but
I don't think that's crazy. I could run the poll, and I think
is
it would be
Ron, is it
quite
1
close.
year or is it?
I don't.
Yeah. How many years are we talking about?
I don't. You just heard me give my definition. Like you at your best versus this player at his best. I don't think KD at his best was.
Well,
Ron,
I'm with you, but remember those years you're bringing up too. I think the problem is because 2020, I think was at his peak. That Heat series was horrible. Like he was getting boxed.
Yeah, he rolled his ankle in that series.
Right, but then you had the 21 series. And I think that's where a lot of people said KD's the best in the world. Which even me, I was like, transfixed. Could KD, what was that, 47, 15, and 12 in game? What was that,
49, 17, and 10.
Like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, that series, like, I mean, if Kevin Durant just, doesn't have his toe on the line, we're rewriting like 2021 around like, narrative Giannis and Kevin Durant. So I think that is what had a lot of people like, I don't think he is ever going to be better than that version of KD. And honestly, Giannis was good in that series, but like,
Giannis was really good in that series.
Yeah, he was. I'm not trying to undermine it. I'm saying he's really, but I think KD was like going to like a different planet.
If I'm not mistaken, y'all can straighten me out. But didn't Giannis go for like 40 and 15 in that game? By the way,
something like that.
I think he was like 40 and 15 or something like.
Was that the Jeff Green game too when he had 28 points?
Something like that.
I don't know. I've seen Kawhi get at both of them. So
Giannis
don't
had 34 and 12 in that game, but he fouled out.
34 and 12.
Hell foul out. Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. No, you're right, Ox. Kawhi was incredible at his apex.
The Jeff Green had like 28 off the bench.
7 threes?
Game set, and then game something like that, yeah. And then game 7, Giannis had 40 and 13, and then Kevin Durant had 48.
I'm surprised y'all not trying to slide James Harden in here.
I was
This
just
ain't his range.
range.
No, this ain't his range.
Why?
I don't
can't
think so
argue-
either, Mars. I'm just
argue
surprised
James
y'all don't.
Harden having a better peak than Joel Embiid.
I think that's fair, but they're in the next group. They're in the next group. They're in the 6 through 10 group. I just think the top number 1 is his own group. Bron got it. 2 through 5 is their next group. They got it. And then 6 through 10, Embiid, Kawhi, Harden. I'm gonna not say every name that I think is in that group, but there's some other guys in that group that I think they're all in and around the same.
CP3?
Luka Doncic.
CP3,
Shea.
Luka Doncic,
obviously.
Shea.
Oh, Luka.
Yeah, but that's the next group.
Because there's so many guys, real talk.
Yeah.
There's so many great players.
It is
that you
So
can
is
forget
Giannis
about.
Anthony Davis? Is Giannis confirmed? at 5?
So
Okay.
this is the 5 that we got: LeBron, Steph, Jokic, KD, Giannis. Now at 6, fellas.
Wait,
Talk
Ron,
to
can I ask
me.
a question for clarification real quick?
What's up?
And I'm gonna ask some specific names, and not saying I'm trying to put them in this area, just for like the 16 through 25 range. Are we gonna count guys that haven't officially retired, and they're just haven't played much? Like I don't know the status of John Wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious about stuff like that.
Maybe it's just guys who are currently on NBA teams.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with guys.
Well,
that are
Russell
currently
Westbrook's not currently on an NBA team,
or
but
played last year.
yeah, guys who played last year. That's fair. Unless
Yeah,
they retired.
LaMarcus Aldridge retired.
Yeah, he retired.
Yeah, I was just.
I got Embiid at 6.
Oh, I let him throw
I
me
got
off.
Yeah, I'm taking Embiid.
All right, we got 2 Embiids. Ox, John D, real talk. Who you guys rocking with at 6?
Hawks has got Kawhi.
I have
yeah.
Kawhi.
Okay.
That's fair. That's
Factoring
fair.
in the playoffs,
That's fair.
I would have Kawhi at 6.
That's
But
fair.
then Embiid.
I'm
would be-
actually going. I'm going AD.
Anthony Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going 18 to 20 AD. Yeah.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
hey.
A non-top 10 power forward.
You didn't make the
Hey,
list?
Don't forget also when we get
Well, he
get
didn't make
further
one
into
list.
this, I just want to put it on your mind now. When we get further in the list, way back there, don't forget how good Brook Lopez was at one time.
Shouts to Brook Lopez.
We're only going to 25.
I know more.
This ain't a top 100 list. I'm just letting you know.
I'm saying, don't forget Brook was pretty decent.
I feel
The
like
best
AD
scorer
at
in
6.
Brooklyn history, to be
Yeah,
fair.
peak Ben Simmons. Let's do it.
Yo, chill. Who you got at 6?
Peak Ben
I
Simmons.
changed my
Diesel, I hear you, Diesel.
Peak
Chill,
Ben
who you
Simmons.
got at
Come on,
6?
let's not forget him.
Kawhi has got some consideration. You got
Leonard.
Kawhi?
Leonard, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well.
I
Kawhi's
got
next
Embiid
up on
until
the
he
list.
makes it. So I might be throwing away votes, but I got Embiid until he makes it.
Yeah,
Same.
Embiid's my 7.
All right, so John, Swiper, Morris, you guys all got Embiid.
Hans. Yeah.
Who do we have at 6?
Kawhi.
It's
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Okay, so Kawhi's at 6. At 7, James Harden for me. Those 3 years, 17 and 19, were incredible.
Whoa.
I'll
He
step
was,
into the 20.
incredible.
Chill. I didn't know you dislike Anthony Davis this much.
I love
'Cause
Anthony
know
Davis.
You're not a Harden guy. You're not.
I'm not a James Harden guy.
You're not a Harden
I am not. I am not. That's a fact.
Okay.
But 18 to 20, don't forget. Don't forget. I mean,
Harden was in the league with Anthony Davis in his prime, by the way. So I'm taking Harden for me personally.
What does
the
that
same.
mean?
I think Harden.
Harden was the better player.
Yeah.
During those
For me,
years.
for me.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
what
for
he's
me.
saying. He thinks Harden was the better player. During
He was
those
better than 18?
18, 19?
years. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
It-
17, 18.
I think he was. Yeah.
Yes.
I think during James Harden's only MVP year, he was better than Anthony Davis. Yes.
There's no
I
way
don't know
I'm
if that's a hot
taking,
take.
there's no way I could take Joel over
Nah, just-
AD, Harden, or Russ.
No.
I absolutely can, and I will.
Yeah, no, for
All
sure,
right.
for sure.
Well, who you got, Ox?
Absolutely can.
For 7?
Yeah.
I got James Harden, bro. I got James Harden.
Yeah, man. That's tough.
I heard you to say.
You're
right?
doing Harden too?
Yeah. It hurt him to
Well,
say.
I
but
got to
he-
keep
he
it
will.
real, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Have we forgotten about Anthony Marchand?
I'm
I'm
taking
not
him now.
forgetting about
I have
AD.
not forgotten.
I think you by yourself.
Embiid's better. I just think Embiid's better, but like You're higher on AD than the rest of us, clearly, because I'm high on AD's peak, but 6 is I'm not.
Yeah,
going
playoffs and AD is definitely better. If you ask me,
I'm not-
Come on, you know,
I
that 2020.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
better. Playoff AD better than playoff Embiid and playoff Harden.
Shit, I might got
Especially
dollar.
18 through 20.
All right, well, Swiper, you going with Embiid, right?
yeah, I'm going Embiid.
All right, Joel is on the list at 7.
Where do we go with 8?
Harden.
This is where I'm Harden, Shea, AD, Chris Paul, Luka. I don't know what to do. That's tough.
Dollar.
This guy was incredible, yo. I'm trying to figure out what
I don't think any of
35.
these guys weren't incredible.
35, 35, 39, 41, 45,
Could
41.
go read off
43.
Luka's points averages and it would sound the exact
Yeah,
same.
don't do it. Don't
No,
do
they
it.
won't.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
Yes,
not
we
like
will.
this.
Yes, we will.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can.
will.
Not
Don't do it.
like
Don't do it.
this.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not
Don't
like
do it.
this.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not like
Let's
Don't do
this.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's find the Luka stretch. Then.
Oh my gosh.
Let's find it.
Not like
There's
this.
quite a few to choose from. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go to
He's on average 34.
December to January, 23, 24.
I'm right on 23, 24. We finna get to it right here.
36,
Ron,
40,
so Ron,
32, 35,
no boogie.
33, 39, 40, 38, 28, 39, 50, 39, 39, 19, 41, 34, 31, 33, 33, 34, 73, 28,
73.
45,
Yeah.
40,
That Hawks
19, 35, 39, 32, 26, 27, 41, 33, 45, 30, 37, 38, 39, 35, 39, 27, 21, 37, 18, 34, 29, 28, 26, 47, 30, 25, 37, 39, 29. I read from December to the end of the season.
This year.
Yeah, I read from December till the end of the season.
Now,
Yeah, he
and
wasn't a better. He wasn't a better scorer than Harden.
If you want me
at
to just
that
read
point,
the whole
but he was-
season, 33,
No.
49, 35, 18,
Yeah.
34, 23, 29, 31, 44, 30, 16,
But
26, 25, 25,
chill.
30,
If you
30,
pull up,
41.
if you pull up the 18, 19 Harden,
Averaging 34 is going to have a lot of high scoring games. It's the same thing for James Harden. But then if I start adding off the PRA, it gets even worse. Because then I'm going to see 38, 12, and 11, 39, 16, and 8. Like, it's gonna
James
be-
Harden's PRA was
17
crazy
and
too,
14. Like,
yeah, but it wasn't 34, 9, and 9. The point is the PRA is going to sound crazy for both of them. That doesn't move the needle either way.
which
Both of them gonna put up crazy numbers.
Mars, Harden was a better scorer, right?
ew.
I agree. I think James
Yeah.
Harden is a better scorer than Luka.
he was literally
The
unstoppable.
isolation numbers are insane.
They
All right, well,
incredible.
who we rocking with? I know Chill and Ox had chose Harden. Are you guys staying with Harden?
Real talk. How far away is SGA from here for you? So you would take
I don't
Marshawn,
care
Luka,
about
Harden?
another name until I get Marshawn on the list.
Okay, so
Real
real
talk.
talk
You
has
are
AD
gonna
until
be
he
voting.
makes it.
I got Harden
for a
Real
long
talk has
time.
3 have Harden.
Yeah, 3. I have Harden. 4 Hardens. Chill got Harden.
So the only way me and John D can tie
No,
this up
it's
is if we
3.
both had AD, and I don't have Anthony Davis. So
Essentially.
my vote is a Vox, I guess. Yeah.
Well, hold on. Who?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Actually,
go.
you know what? AD, why not?
Who
80.
do you guys have?
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna go
I don't
Harden.
know.
I'm gonna
but-
go Harden. I'm gonna
So
go
we have
Harden.
4
well,
Hardens, 4 Hardens, 5
Real talk, I
Hardens.
was with you. I picked AD.
But
We
man,
tried.
it's close, man. It's close. I'm leaning Harden. I'm gonna lean Harden.
All right, Harden is on the list at 8. Now, who are you guys rocking with at 9? I've heard AD, Russ, SGA, Luka. Is there any names that are out there that aren't being mentioned yet?
Boogie Cousins. He's not in the league
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthony.
But he
I'll
hasn't
go
officially
Anthony
retired, though.
Davis.
He hasn't
I'll
officially
go
retired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in Puerto Rico. Well, got kicked out.
He
of Puerto Rico.
didn't play in the NBA last year, but I mean,
He was balling in Puerto Rico till he did the Marshawn Lynch.
Do you
But
guys think peak Anthony Davis is better than Luka?
I don't
Real talk.
think Anthony Davis.
yes, I do.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just curious.
I
So I won't
I
be on
don't
Russ.
know about it.
better than Harden.
I don't think peak Anthony Davis was better than Russ.
Thank you.
No,
Russ
Russ,
coming-
Thank you.
Russ coming up soon.
Thank
sorry.
you.
I don't think peak.
Hey,
Anthony
hey,
Davis
the, hey,
was
the
better
way
than-
everybody just sat up here and glazed Harden, it
Yes.
should be the same exact energy for Russell Westbrook. 36, 54, 31, 25.
I agree. We could-
It should
I
be.
can
It should be the
absolutely
same
do
thing
that.
for-
Yeah, I can absolutely. That man had 42 triple doubles in the season. I can absolutely PRA us to death with Russ. That's why I think the PRA stuff is just nonsense to begin with. But like, yeah, you could definitely do that with Russell Westbrook. Do you want me to?
Nah, it's no point.
Nah,
I'm not expending no energy trying to give heroics.
Where we
for
at?
Russ.
Where we at right now? Ron, 9 or 8?
We are at
Nine?
9.
I really don't know.
AD, Russ, Luka,
I got
SGA. Oxford even said Dame.
What are you talking about?
I got
You think Russ is better than Shea?
Yes. Peak Russ. Peak Russ. 15.
You think Russ is better? You think Russ is better than Chris Paul?
I think Chris Paul's a
Peak
better
Russ?
player. I think that peak Russ was better.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I hear Chris Paul love is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
We're gonna get
I would have had Chris Paul. I would have had Chris
not
Paul.
better than Anthony Davis. What are we up here
Yeah,
doing
he's
right
not.
now?
He's
I
not.
don't think
What
he's
are we
better
doing?
than AD.
What are
I
we
don't think
doing?
he's better than AD. But I don't think Anthony Davis is better than Chris Paul. So
I do.
Does
I got
being
AD
the
right
best
here.
defender in
got AD?
playoff settings
I
mean
got AD right here.
anything? Does it
from
mean
18
anything?
from 18 to 20, I don't think he was. I think Draymond was.
You think Draymond's better in 20?
Well, he wasn't in the playoffs in 20.
Okay. What about
18 and 19. From 18, they both played in 2 playoffs. Draymond played 18 and 19. AD played 18 and 20. I think Draymond's level defensively was higher.
No, I mean I just disagree.
Yeah, obviously. No.
But I mean, okay, competing to be the best defensive player.
Yeah, that
while
means a
still
lot to
being one of the 10 best offensive players in the sport.
Especially in 20.
That means a lot to me. It means, although I told you there are some people who say AD was never a top 20 offensive player.
Yeah, and so you should stop talking to those people.
I'm blocked on Twitter.
Okay,
AD was never a top 20 offensive player.
Offensive player, yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know who I got. I'm gonna just listen to the votes and then I'm gonna see what happens. I actually don't know who I have.
All right, so
I got
Chill
AD, Ron.
Still got Russ, Oxen, Real Talk, both got AD. John Swiper, who you got?
I got AD. I'm gonna go AD.
So that means
Or if
unless
you pick
Swiper picks
Swiper-
Russ, my vote doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because my vote could change.
Nah, that's perfectly fine. I got Ben Simmons.
I do want to talk
Interesting.
about him at some point. Because Ben
So,
Simmons,
SGA right now not better than AD.
Today?
No,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
no.
I just think AD peak like extremely high.
SGA is not better than Anthony Davis?
I gotta be in the
Anthony
minority.
Davis is one of the
I-
5
I-
best defenders on the sport, and he's one like around.
He was a
the rim,
28
play
12
finishing,
player. Yeah,
lob
yeah,
catching
yeah.
radius.
Yeah.
You know all the things he was doing.
I don't even know if I would have AD top.
Okay, I get that part,
12,
John. I'm talking about
13.
in 2020.
Well, Ron, you would just
Wait,
be
what did you
wrong.
say?
You would be
But
wrong.
this is what I'm
You
saying.
would
So
be
we're talking
flagrantly wrong.
about these players at their best. I said I don't
Yeah,
know if I
that's
have
what
AD.
makes
Do you
Wow.
think Dame was better than
Yes.
Anthony Davis? Do you think Dame was better than Anthony Davis?
No, but here's what I'm
Okay.
saying. So everybody that we've listed on this list, I would take over Anthony Davis at their best.
Okay.
Then you got Russ,
Okay.
SGA, Luka.
Okay.
That's 3
Okay.
more. So that puts us at 11. Or no, that puts us at 12. And then
Chris Paul?
him and Chris Paul, that's a toss-up. I'll probably take Anthony Davis. But so I would have 12 players over AD.
You'd have
Chris
11
Paul's,
and have AD at 12.
what was Chris
but-
Paul's peak? Like what was peak
I
Chris
think it
Paul
was
years?
13 to
I mean,
15.
yeah, you got options. You can go
Yeah,
08 and 09. You
That's
could
year
go
2.
14. You
Wow.
could go 14 to it's like year 3.
Yeah,
You could go
3.
14 to
Wow.
16, or you could go like 13 to 15. I tend to go like 14 to 16 as Chris Paul's peak, but there's not really a wrong answer. It depends on what you value. Do you value the more athletic Chris Paul that was getting downhill more, or do you value the Chris Paul that was a better decision maker, in my opinion, a better defender, better
That's the
jump
guy
shooter?
I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
I
I go
don't
14 to
like-
16 Chris Paul. That's
Real-
I don't
Real
like
talk,
Joel.
there's
I
no-
don't like Joel above AD, bro. I don't.
I don't either, Ox. I don't like Arden over him either, but you voted for that bullshit. Bro, look.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I don't think it's
Anthony Davis
BS.
in
but, I mean, I
2020
guess.
was the best defender in the league. He was going band for band with 2020 Bron. I don't think y'all understand what that really
He
means.
was going.
I don't
he
think
was-
y'all really get what that
Where
means.
would 2020 Braun rank on this list?
Definitely ahead of Harden and Joel.
2020
Most
Braun.
definitely.
Playoffs,
And-
he was better.
and really
Don't
might
think
be
2020
over-
Braun.
He
I
might
think
be over
2020 Braun is
Giannis.
better than 24 Embiid, but I
He
guess.
might be over Giannis if you factor in the
Anthony
playoffs.
Davis
That's-
led
No,
them.
he's not.
Bron,
2020
Bron,
Braun's not
And-
wait. Bron's 2020 playoffs.
No, LeBron. I think AD only averaged
One of
7
his
rebounds
best
in that
playoff
series. I
runs in his
thought,
career.
or in the playoff run. I'm not tripping.
2020 Braun is
I don't
probably
think it was
right
in
ahead of
that playoff
Embiid.
run,
What?
If you
That man
include
is
the
not better than
playoffs,
24.
For real?
if you include the playoffs, he's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
better than
I think I said he's right ahead of Embiid.
Oh,
I'll probably say 20. He might be. Yeah, LeBron and Embiid, one or the other.
do we care about the playoffs or not? Just let
Yes,
me
we
know.
do.
Somebody
Yes, we
tell
do.
me
We
what
do.
we're
Yes, we
doing.
do. We care about the playoffs.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
If you factor in the playoffs, that version of LeBron, shit,
In 2020,
Well, real talk. All the top
he
six.
might be number 2 behind LeBron. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
The
no,
top six of these
absolutely
guys
not
all
that
were
year.
fantastic in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
no.
it's like
Not
the
2020 Bron fantastic.
Yes, they were. Yes,
Real
yes, yes, they
talk,
were.
what?
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
No, they were
doing
not.
this.
So
No, they were not.
2020
No, they were
Bron.
not.
2020 was great, but no.
Yeah, so 2020 Bron.
was Steph Curry in 2016 in the playoffs? Was he better than 2020?
No,
No,
not that year. Not that year
no.
for Steph. Not that year.
Okay, in
for Steph.
2017,
None of his
was he
peak
better?
year. None of Steph's peak years are fucking with 2020 Bron in the
That's
playoffs.
what I'm asking you, Swiper.
None of them.
Like
you can say
2020?
you can
I mean,
take
he was
16,
great. I mean,
17,
personally, he was
18,
great in
19.
17 and 18.
None of them
like,
messing
right?
with Bron in
So you just
20.
the finals.
talking
he was
about the
pretty
playoffs,
spectacular.
2017
Like,
Steph
what-
was quite good.
Because to your point, real talk, like we're not just talking about the regular season. We're talking about the playoffs too. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. So we talking about the playoffs too. So, wow. If we're talking about James in 2020, was James Harden in the playoffs better than James? Than James was Harden better in the playoffs than James was in 2020? Any of
No.
James Harden's runs in the
They
playoffs?
played against you. No.
No,
James Harden played well in that series.
he did play well in that series. His PRA was great and he was efficient. I remember. But the separator for me about 2020 LeBron is the level of defense he was able to translate into the playoffs that set him apart from just being another really, really great offensive player. He was still the best offensive player in the league and then became an all defensive team level defender.
And we got James at the top. Like we should be talking about James. That's why James is number 1. So we should be talking about him.
Well, I for what it's worth, I think AD probably played better than Bron in the playoffs in 2020.
But that's what I'm saying. And so if he's better, if he's better than 20 playoff LeBron,
he played better. Yeah, he played better. Yeah.
Oh,
did he play better?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's debatable.
mid-range
I don't think so because even in the
when AD shoots the mid range like Dirk Nowitzki,
51% from the mid range.
when he does that, he can.
That's why. But Mars, that's what I'm saying. When Ron keeps doing this point about them at their absolute best, you thinking you can get the 13 names before absolute best mid range on 50% 3-ball on 38% best defender in the league. AD, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, that's why I would disagree with Ron. But me using a multi-year sample, AD's not that level of shooter. He just isn't. But like, if it was just simply 2020 playoff Anthony Davis, yeah, he'd be higher for me.
The only guy to your point,
18 to 20 AD, he wouldn't be
when you
that
compare
high.
50% in the mid range. Like, what was Kawhi Leonard in the mid range at his best? He had to be somewhere around there.
Well, no, he was. Yeah, we did this already. He was shooting 47%, I think, in 17-18 on like 600 attempts. But I think to Real Talk's point, though, that playoff run, Anthony Davis, the reason why they were so good, their defense was elite. Caruso, KCP, Kuzma, Braun, Rondo, AD, Dwight, JaVale McGee. They were untenable. And then on top of that, you couldn't date Western Conference. Braun and AD ran that dumb pick and roll, and AD was not missing those mid range shots at the pop. So they were just. But Real Talk, LeBron closed all those games, though. So I think that's why I still take LeBron, because LeBron was. I mean, I remember like Jokic scored 12 straight points. LeBron scored 14. It didn't matter. Like there was just nothing you could do with that.
They had the two best performers in the playoffs. Like, regardless of who you think is 1 and 2, Bron and AD were the two best players playing in the playoffs, and they were on the same team. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know if that's really ever happened before. Maybe 20.
The two best players.
No, I don't think that's ever happened before.
Yes, it has. What you call it? In 2001 with Brian.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Yep.
My fault.
Nope, you good. You good. You correct me so many different times. So
Chill giving Kobe some props.
Yeah.
That's a good cook right there.
Fellas,
That's a good cook right there.
It's looking like Anthony Davis is
I
going
got
to make the
Anthony Davis
list.
here. I'm good.
All right, AD is at 9.
I think that's fair for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Like, I know Real Talk was advocating for 6, but I think 5 is fair. I mean, 9 is fair.
This is already the best list we've ever put out.
It's gonna get real shaky once I start hearing some Marc Gasol. It's gonna get interesting.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. The next pick on the board is still Luka, SGA, Russ, CP3, Dame. Is there any other names that should be coming up around this territory?
Are we ready to say SGA is better than Chris Paul at their best?
I'm not ready to say that.
Ron,
Really?
why are you ready to say that, Ron? Please give me the logic on why SGA.
Because Chris Paul never won an MVP. We could just
What?
leave it at that. Chris Paul never
my
averaged
God,
30.
that's so
Chris Paul
disgusting.
was Chris Paul ever on was Chris Paul ever on the number one seed? Did Chris Paul ever? No.
I mean, that Clipper team, I think.
I don't. The Suns in 22, no.
Yeah. He was the engine behind that. By the way, both years.
Wasn't the best player on that team, but he
Chris Paul
never
was the
MVP,
best player on that team.
never won a championship, never put together a year like this, averaging 30 throughout the whole season. I know you guys would say Chris Paul
30.
wasn't a scorer. Okay, well,
Chris Paul never had a playmaking. I mean, SGA never had a playmaking team like Chris Paul.
he wasn't, but SGA
I
scoring.
think Chris Paul better defender too at their apex.
SGA scoring trumps
Well,
Chris
obviously
Paul's
he's
play.
a
Well, I think Chris Paul's a better defender than SGA too. You can add that in.
Obviously. Yeah.
You can add that in.
Was SGA better than Chris Paul, Ron, ever? Like this playoffs that SGA was in, was Chris Paul ever that good?
No.
Wait, what? Yes, Chris SGA.
No.
I don't want to hate. Real talk. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You're higher. You're higher on SGA this season than I am. So I'm conceding.
I was
don't
very
think SGA
high on his regular season. Yes.
Yeah.
Very
I don't
high
think
on
he was
his
great in the
regular.
playoffs. I don't think he was great in
No,
the
this
playoffs.
was not some great playoff run from SGA.
So,
I
but
don't-
guess
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think
Chris
so.
Paul has had some runs where he's been very good. He just lost because they played against really good teams.
In 08, he was awesome in those playoffs. They just lost. That was the year that he lost to Bryant, the league MVP. He was fantastic in them playoffs.
Chris
Ron,
was
you
one
don't
of the
think that's
better
fair?
playoff. Chris was one of the better playoff performers.
Yeah,
Ron, you agree that series he
he
took
was
down
good in
Tim
the
Duncan
playoffs
and
when they
them.
lost. He was good when they ended up losing to Memphis, which in 15. I'm sorry, when they lost to Memphis. Yeah, he was good in those playoffs.
Memphis, Ron. Remember that Memphis team?
Yeah.
You guys are just so
I'm
much
still
higher on
taking
Chris Paul than me.
right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, way higher on Chris Paul than you are. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna wait for you guys to vote, and I'm gonna be like breaking ties because I don't know who to pick between Luka, SGA, Chris
Okay,
Paul.
Luka.
I keep forgetting about
Wait, Luka or
Like,
CP3?
I don't know who. I don't
Luka
know
or
who to pick.
CP3? Real talk.
I'm going Luka.
Ron, I got
Players.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
I know I don't have Russell Westbrook.
This is tough, man.
All right, well, John D's not here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast my vote. I got Russell Westbrook too.
Well,
See,
true,
now,
Russell Westbrook,
you think he's
now
better than
I got to
SGA?
be in agreement with somebody.
But us three, either Russ is gonna make it or us three have to agree on a pick because they have Russ.
Because y'all
Well-
just pick with your heart.
Well,
Pick
so
who y'all-
We are picking with our
Russell
heart.
Westbrook shouldn't be in the top 10.
Exactly. Our heart agrees that Russ shouldn't be the next name.
So, I have no issue with any of Luka, Chris Paul, or SGA. I have no
Mark,
issue with any of those.
can I
three,
make a?
so-
Can we're doing? He's going to do the Russ, the offense creation stuff plus the two-way stuff. I want to make an argument for CP3. I think he was a better two-way player than Russ ever was at his apex. I think he created offense at an elite level, maybe the best offense in the league, and I think he was a tier 1 POA defender at his apex as well. That was a 18 and 11, 18 and 10 playoff time. It could scale up to 24 and 11, 24 and 10.
But real
Multiple
talk, but
series.
you don't got CP3 over
Yeah,
over
Chris
Luka.
Paul is the player I'm probably leaning towards, but I know Real Talk is probably leaning towards Luka and SGA more.
Because I did say this on the Hoop Talk podcast. Shout out to y'all. I was looking. I'm still the most viewed episode. Shout out to me.
The point guard episode.
Yeah. Still most viewed. If you combine part 1 and part 2, I'm still. Yeah. I
But
did
peak
say
for peak,
at their
though. Peak
best.
for
At
peak.
their best, I do think Russ probably is better than.
No, not
but,
Russ.
like, in my
CP3.
mind, theoretic Russ. You know what I'm
CP3.
saying? Like,
CP3.
Yeah,
He's
no, I'm
saying
talking about
CP3.
CP3.
Yeah,
and
he's
Luka.
saying
You
Russ
don't
was.
got CP3 and
Oh,
Luka.
Chris Paul and Luka. Okay.
Chris Paul, Luka. No, I got Luka. Yeah, I got Luka.
See what I'm saying?
I don't think,
Y'all
but
can't- y'all not gonna be able to work this out, more. Y'all might as well just
Yeah, we
accept
can.
it.
No, because I have no if I had to if you forced me to pick, because I'm doing multi-year peaks, and that's gonna be my cop out. I don't think SGA has put together a bunch of years like 2025. If he had, maybe I would take him over Chris Paul. And Luka, 23 and 24. I think that's a fair conversation to have versus Chris Paul. But I probably would favor Chris Paul. But I think they're all better than Russell Westbrook. So I'm fine to just pick
Yeah, pick whichever
one we all agree
We
on.
can do Luka. I don't care, but yeah, I think both of them.
But Mars, if
I
we
have no problem. If Real Talk wants Luka, I'm gonna pick Luka and it'll be tied, and then it'll go to the
Yeah, I'm
chat.
going Luka.
But if you don't have the
Because
sample
if
size,
Harden is already here, then I don't have a problem saying
Okay,
Luka.
I got Luka. There we go. I got
Luka.
Luka. So Ron, you
good.
need to run a poll between Luka and Russ.
Just go ahead.
Don't let us down because I'm here
Ron, just go ahead and put Luka.
Wait, it's 2-2, right?
No way that guy takes
It's
Russ over
3-3.
Luka, bro.
Well, no. Who are you taking, Swiper?
Well, I got Luka.
Yeah,
All right.
3-3.
So chill. You got Russ.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Swiper had CP3.
Well, I know, but I think both are better than Russ.
I mean,
We're trying to make the lists as close in the image we want, which means they take some compromise.
Okay, so
John D said he in the chat. He'll break the tie, Ron.
Hell nah. Stay your ass in the chat.
John D for sure has Luka, by the way. Like, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's why I pointed it out.
I'm honestly though, like even though I got Russ, I'm really not mad at Luka
Yeah.
because like
Luka's crazy.
Yeah.
And this is my thing too. Like when it gets to stuff like that, I begin to think like, who would I take out of these guys at their best? And even in this top 10, how many guys in this top 10 are you taking over Luka? And you might say all 10, but you're gonna think about it though. Luka gonna make you think twice.
Ron, what if you put yourself in the defense? Because I try to put myself in the opposition shoes, right? So I'm like, who would I rather play with? Who would I rather play against? Right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those situations. I think a lot of people might probably rather play with Luka, but at the same time, you'd rather play against Luka too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
until he put 40 on you.
But then nobody
in the fourth quarter ain't even started.
You think you want to chase Russ around? You think you want to play? You want to try to guard that beast?
Yeah.
Actually,
Hell
Ron,
no.
I mean, Alex, I think
I'd much rather guard
actually,
Luka.
I think I would probably rather want to play with Russ. Actually,
Right.
yeah.
I know.
You said
I'm saying,
you rather play with Luka. I wouldn't rather want to play with Luka.
I'm not as high on Luka as
I was just saying hypothetically, just speaking hypothetically. But like, I would much rather have to guard Luka Doncic than Russell Westbrook at their peak. You know, I mean, and not me per se, obviously not me, but just like theoretically, yeah, I'd much rather guard Luka than Russell Westbrook.
Well, Luka's running away with a pole, but yeah. I'm not as high on Luka as like other people, but I would have him over Russ.
I think Luka is going to go down as the best. And this sounds like what Jordan would say a swipe stat or something, but I think he's going to be the best heliocentric player that we see offensively. So that's why I'm kind of high on I'm high on Luka. I think he's the best ball dominant player.
Is he not already
the best heliocentric player? Was he better than Jordan? Because Jordan dominated.
I don't put Jordan like the helios. When I say that, I mean like LeBron, Harden.
I mean, everything that they did, real talk, ran through Jordan. Everything. Like,
I don't think they should be a heliocentric offense with the Lakers.
He was their distributor. How about an 88 with Sam
Jordan?
Vincent?
I mean, Jokic is heliocentric in the fact that everything does go through him, but real talk talking in the sense of like having the ball for 8 minutes a game. Like,
I'm saying the dribble guys.
No,
SGA low key.
He doesn't have the passing stuff.
He doesn't have the passing, but he does. I mean, it's a lot of at the top of the key.
There's a lot of air out of the ball.
Yeah, it's a lot of
that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, this is what we're looking at right now. Our top 10 peaks for current players. You got LeBron James at 1, Steph Curry at 2, Jokic at 3, Kevin Durant at 4, Giannis at 5, Kawhi at 6, Embiid at 7, Harden at 8, Anthony Davis at 9, and Luka Doncic is 10 on the list.
Real talk, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. That 2017-2018 Anthony Davis season is like a big ass Mercedes-Benz / Bentley outside, sitting on 22s, cleaning in the kitchen sink right off the showroom floor. That season is incredible. So I can appreciate your love for him. I guess where I get separated was in the 19 season where everybody says he was hurt. He wasn't hurt. New Orleans just shelved him.
Yeah,
that's all they did. They shelved him because they wanted the most they can get in the trade. He wasn't hurt. He would have played if he wasn't on the trade.
That's all, folks.
Now Ben's on
the
show.
That's the
show. It ain't stock.
No,
so do you three have Russ? Do you three have Russ again?
I do.
I have CP3.
I'm going CP.
Okay, I'm going Chris Paul.
So super chat or not super chat.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm changing my vote. I'll go Russ here. Russ wins
over CP3.
You think Russ is better? You think Russ is better than SGA?
Go ahead, book that, Ron.
No, you don't. No, he doesn't.
It's
He
too,
does
it's
not.
just too late now. That they
Because
can't
I'll change
the
my
whole
vote to SGA. I'll change my vote to SGA.
SGA.
I don't know why you think Russ is better than Chris Paul, but I'm not here to debate that. I would take SGA too.
I'm just like Russ is.
When
So
I
clearly
think
better than
about
Chris
the
Paul.
Ron logic of at their best, not and when I'm saying like at their best, not a particular year, but like them playing their best game is I don't know. I don't know.
One game.
Is that what it is? In
I'm
theory,
saying like, bro, Russ at his best is ridiculous, bro.
we're talking about top 15. We're talking about the top 15 here. They're all ridiculous. Spoiler alert. They're all ridiculous.
But I'm saying because CP3 isn't the athletic just freak that
of course not.
Russell Westbrook.
So with John Wall,
Russ might be like the third biggest athletic freak on the list. Behind, like,
Yeah,
Giannis
that's
and
what I'm
Russ.
saying.
Yes, if
like-
John Wall was eligible, we'd be getting there very soon. Very soon.
I don't know why CP3
All right,
gets
real,
these
real
top
talk. What you
person.
doing?
Real talk.
So
just-
Russ ended up on the list, right?
Well, no.
Yeah, if you're not changing your vote, yeah, then Russ does make it. Yeah.
Because you have to take the bad though. With
You're
the
doing, but
good,
you're
bro.
including the playoffs though. CP3 is a better playoff
Yeah, but
player than Russ.
Yeah, I know.
Understand what you're doing. You're saying
okay,
like
I'm going back to CP3. Damn, I'm going back to Chris Paul.
Like you did all that for Embiid, AD with the playoff. Like CP3 is a better
I
playoff
know
player.
y'all voted against.
well, Russ might still win this poll because Chris Paul is not very well left.
Yeah, I'm about to say I think Russ might.
Yeah, Russ might still have this one, but at least it's going to the chat.
Wait, how you have 4 elite peaks like as a guard, and then you just all right?
Who has
let's
4
just-
elite peaks?
Russ?
4 of them?
Not
Oh,
Russ.
okay.
CP3.
Oh,
CP3.
That's what he meant,
Uh-huh.
Russ.
Yeah.
2015.
But yeah, Russ might win this.
2016,
Russ might win this
2017,
poll.
2018.
But
Wait,
all that matters
chat,
to me
chat.
is
You
that
had
if people complain about it, it was
08,
their decision.
You got 08, and then you got the Clippers 14, and then he led the OKC Thunder to the
Okay,
playoffs.
see,
He was extremely good with the Houston Rockets,
Mhm.
and then he was extremely good with the Phoenix Suns. I'm combining
was.
the
But now you're
Rockets
just
and the
explaining how
OKC.
long his prime is, but
But I'm saying, but like that's like crazy to go from 2006 to 21, where you're like a tier 1 point guard in the league.
If you're adding those peaks together, sure, but none of those peaks were as good as 17 Russ.
Oh, I'm
None of
taking
them. Not a
taking
single
Hornets.
one of them was good
I'm
as
taking
17
Hornets.
Russ.
Well, I do multiple years, so that would explain part of the disconnect. But I also just think like 2014 Chris Paul is just better than Westbrook. And I think 08 Chris Paul is better than Westbrook too. And 09. And 16.
I'd be having a hard time just saying people just better than Russ. I get it.
Well, I'm not
but it's
saying
like-
it as in it's clear. I'm just saying I think he's a better player.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not saying
yeah.
I-
His
he's
peak,
just-
real talk. Especially at his peak.
when I say just better, I don't mean I'm like, oh yeah, it's not even a conversation. Now they're not even in the same room. I'm not saying that. I'm just like, I just think he's better.
But real talk, just for your sake, I'm good with 16, 17 Russ, but like he was a decent jump shooter that year. But CP3 was
Yeah, but
at his
after
apex was
that,
like a
yeah.
He
I
was
mean,
good
yeah,
enough in 16,
CP3 is
17. Like,
always
I
been a
don't
better
want to just sit
shooter
on
for
16,
sure.
17. He was awesome in the playoffs in 16, even though they did lose to the Warriors.
He was
awesome in the
good
playoffs.
I agree.
He was also awesome in 15, but he got hurt. But that with Pat
Patrick
Beverly,
Beverly. Yeah.
Pat Beverly screwed him up because I think that they were on their way to doing something serious.
See, here's the problem with the Russ like peak argument for his
Yep.
sake. If you do the when he's averaging a triple double thing, you're not going to get much playoff translation those years.
That was
But
bad.
if
That
you
was past
consider
peak
it-
Russ. I think that was past
If you
peak Russ, though.
consider like when he was playing with KD in those 2010 years,
Yep.
then you do get some playoff translation that you could actually use in an argument. But that wouldn't be his best regular season
Oh my
stuff.
god. Ross from 17 to 19 shot below 40% from the field in the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I-
It's not
I-
good. It's not
Yeah, I
good.
don't.
It's not
As you could tell, I don't go on Basketball Reference looking at Russell Westbrook percentages. I did not know that.
Mm.
Wow.
But then they'll tell
Every
you the
year,
situation around him.
39%, 39.8%, and then 36%.
Those are what? That's the Jazz, Portland, and
17 they paid Houston, 18 they paid
Houston.
Utah, and 19 they paid Portland.
yeah.
He shot below 40% in all of those series. I
remember
genuinely didn't know.
he wasn't shooting.
I watched a Russ KD in their prime playoff series recently, and Russ took 3 long triples and bricked all of them because they were packing that defense around KD, and they had to give it to Russ, and Russ was selling those shots. So this was like a consistent theme throughout his playoff career where he just couldn't hit jumpers.
Led the playoffs in field goal attempts 2 of those years, but only 1 series sample size. But shot a lot of shots. We'll say that.
All right, y'all. Well, Chris Paul is on the list at 11. So at 10, we got Luka. At 11, we got Chris Paul. At 12, what direction are we going in?
I'll go SGA.
I feel like we're forgetting somebody. I really do. I feel like we're forgetting somebody.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge retired. Vince Carter's retired.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Damian Lillard. That's one.
Trae Young has been awesome.
It's Paul George, too. It's Paul George you're thinking of.
Of the top,
I'll go SGA. Yeah, I'll go
Jimmy
Shea.
Butler.
Tatum. Well, chill. Do you think Tatum is in the
Tatum too.
Yes, Jason Tatum. Absolutely.
Tatum is in this group. Well, yeah, probably the group.
Well, but chill.
Yeah,
why not? If Tatum has 19 to now, well, let's be fair. 2021.
You ain't got to convince me, Swiper. You
now.
got to convince me. Matter of fact, Jason Tatum.
Wait. D Rose retired, right?
Yeah.
He's out.
Mhm.
But Derrick
I'll
Rose
go Shea. I'll go Shea. So
Wait. Chill. You got Jason Tatum right now? You know Russ didn't get picked yet, right?
He didn't? I thought we did swim with Russ.
No,
I thought
Chris
Steve
Then
Paul.
Russ did. I'm sorry. Then Russ.
you think Jason Tatum's better than Chris Paul too?
But Chris
Do I
Paul's
think
on the
Jason-
list too, though.
Yeah, but Cho didn't know that, and he still went with
Gotcha.
Tatum. So you think Jason Tatum's better than Chris Paul?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Never mind. Yeah, I go Shea.
real
I
talk.
got Russ.
Swiper. It looks like it's between Russ and SGA, but obviously you still got Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Dame. Those are some names.
Because Russ was bad and during his peak regular season years in the playoffs, I'm gonna go Shea. But let's be clear, Shea was not.
Well, hold on, wait. Real talk. Shea had a mid-series versus the Pelicans, good series versus the Mavs, bad series versus Memphis, good series versus Denver, good series versus Wolves, mid-series versus Pacers. Russ has I would say of the 4 really good series. I think four really good series. He was really good versus the Warriors.
His peak. Yeah, it depends when you're saying his peak.
Remember 16, 17 or 17, 15, 16. He was good versus the Warriors.
Mhm.
He had the
He was all right against the Warriors.
I mean, he was better.
He was really good against the Spurs. And he was good against the
Spurs.
Yeah.
Then the 2012 year Mars. I'm forgetting.
We're going all the way back to 2012.
No, I'm sorry. Never mind. No. 3. I'll say 3 in the prime. I don't know, bro. Whatever y'all decide, bro, I'm with it because I'm stuck there. But SGA was better in regular season by far.
Yeah.
I thought SGA. I'm not gonna say obviously, but I just thought SGA was better than Russ.
I don't think he did it enough, yo. Like that matters.
But isn't that the point of a
Peak,
peak?
after
It's
peak,
not
after
about
peak.
Even at the peak, your peak isn't one season. I mean, we seen what Jokic
He's been doing it for the last 2-3 years.
Well, we only
Two-
seen him in
two
the
years,
third
I'd say.
season, chill.
So we saw him in the
I wouldn't
playoffs
really
this
put
year.
23 in that group.
They won an NBA championship. They won an NBA championship this year. Last year they was in the playoffs. He wasn't great in those playoffs. I mean, Russ, those
He was
peak
really
years,
good. He wasn't great against the Pelicans, and then he was really good against the Mavs.
Yeah,
and
best
right.
player in
And-
series, if you ask me.
So,
Yeah, he was
so,
hooping
so if I can,
this
so,
year.
so if I can take that, what you just said, Mars, those peak years with Russ, I mean, I think
Which
that he was,
are
okay. So 15, even though he got hurt that year, so 15,
14, 15, 16.
14.
15 he wasn't in the playoffs.
No, he
'cause
wasn't
OKC
in the
didn't make
playoffs,
it.
but we all factor in it because we did the same thing with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis wasn't in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. If we're talking
So-
about playoff performances, 15
Playoff
wasn't even
performance,
there.
14, not 15, but 16, 17. And they didn't make the playoffs in 18. And
They did. They just
Ron,
lost to
this is not a
Utah.
discussion for you between
And
SGA
you've been very passionate about Russ's performance against Utah. And
I'm good with either
Yeah,
way.
he was off. They did. I'm sorry. I apologize, Miles. They did lose in 19 to 18. I'm sorry.
18 to Utah,
18 to
19
Utah.
to
They were
Portland.
awful. Donovan Mitchell outplayed them. But we talk about those peak years. I want to go 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17. Those 3 years. I think he was better than SGA in the playoffs.
Well,
Yeah.
14, okay, so we'll go through it. 14-15, there was no playoff games he played. 15-16,
he got hurt.
Well, they just didn't make it. KD was hurt that year. 15-16, he plays Dallas in round 1. He plays well.
Definitely.
They win.
Mm-hmm.
He then plays against the Spurs. Plays really well. They win.
Mm-hmm.
They then play against the Warriors.
I think he was
He
good in
doesn't
that
play
series.
very well.
I thought he was good in that series.
He was okay.
What's okay?
He started off really good. He started off really good, and then
When they went up 3-1, he was hooping.
Yes.
yeah, blew the 3-1 lead, all of that stuff.
So
And then
I'll give him a
17,
7. I'll give him a 7 in that
played against the
series.
Rockets.
7.5.
He was good.
I'll give him a 7.
I would say
in
he
that
was really
series.
good. Personally, I would say he was really
I'll give him an
good.
8 against the Rockets in that series. That's the year he won the league MVP. Yep. I'll give him an 8. So them 3 years, as opposed to them 3 years, I think we lost Mars. We'll get him back. Them three years, as opposed to what SGA did against New Orleans, where he was mid in that series. He wasn't great in that series. He was mid. I think he was like around a 7, not exactly a 7. And then against Dallas, he was better.
He was really good versus Dallas.
Yeah, he was
That's
better.
about an 8, 9 at least.
I'll give him an 8.5 in that series. And then this year in the playoffs, he was not good against Memphis. Let's be, if we're being honest, I don't think he was good against Memphis. I think against Denver, he was better. I'll give him an 8 against Memphis. In the Western Conference Finals, he was good against Minnesota. And in the finals, it got progressively better. It wasn't great. I think it got progressively
better. Game 7 was horrible. I don't care what nobody says. He was 3 of 15 last down in the second half.
It got progressively better. But I think it's closer than people think. But I understand that they won the NBA championship.
Whatever y'all pick, I'm good with Russ or SGA. I think SGA was better regular season, but
yeah. Who are you picking, Swiper?
I'll just go Russ.
All right. Well, damn, chat. You guys tried to hate on Russ, but looks like he's coming in at 12. All right, y'all, we're just gonna do 15 because we're running low on time. Top 15. So this is what we got right now. Man. We got 80 at 9, Luka at 10, CP3 at 11, Russ at 12. Let's get 3 more quick names on here so we can round out our 15.
It's got to be Shea, right?
Yeah, I think this is unanimous SGA.
Mm-hmm. I'm good with that.
Damn, this feels low.
Well, I mean, majority SGA is 3 of us. I know Mars is gonna say SGA. All right, SGA at 13, 14 and 15, y'all. We got 2 more names.
So Russ made it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's whew.
I think I got
who are the top 25 players? Let me take a look at that list again.
We got
Tatum. I feel like Tatum got to be coming up here.
Now we're in like Tatum, PG, Dame,
Jimmy Butler.
Wait, chill. Jimmy Butler or Tatum? Playoffs included.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly better in regular season, obviously.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Don't forget them silver.
And he's been awesome in the playoffs too. Jimmy, I think Jimmy Butler's had better moments
at their best.
Jimmy Butler's had
better than Jimmy at his best.
Jimmy Butler's had better moments. I'm not going to argue that point, but Jason Tatum has also had great moments in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yo, don't forget Dame's still out there too. Like the 3 names that I have right now are Jimmy Butler, Tatum, Dame, and I mean if you want to
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Klay Thompson's out there.
When is Kyrie's peak in your estimation?
Brooklyn.
Oh wow.
Kyrie's peak is since he got the league, low key.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Kyrie just is Kyrie, like for real.
No, we ain't doing that, Ron.
Where you putting Kyrie?
No, the point that I'm saying is I've never seen Kyrie just be weak. Kyrie been.
Did you see the 19 playoffs? He was garbage.
He was coming.
No, he was bad against the Bucks. Well,
he was hurt.
He got some bad series, but I mean, for the most part, Kyrie's just been Kyrie.
I mean, yeah, if we're gonna go through bad series,
Al Horford's out there.
Yeah, Al Horford's out there. Shouts.
Come on, Ron. Don't do Al like that.
The top 25 players. We talking about top 25 players at their peak, though.
Y'all go. No, I ain't gonna say that because y'all gonna laugh at me. Never mind.
No, who?
No.
We're not gonna laugh.
I was just thinking.
He just said.
I was just thinking Drew Holiday, but I was like, he doesn't qualify.
You know why? I don't hate, well, wait a minute.
Pelicans Drew Holiday was great. So
yes, he was. Kick Damian Lillard.
Mark. I didn't say put him on the list.
The playoffs. He just brought
25. Why are we even at the point where I'm hearing Drew's name?
Because I thought about it. That's why. And I said I wasn't going to say it. Then I said you were going to smirk and do all that nonsense. And here you are doing it.
Draymond Green, peak Draymond, 2016.
I'm not mad at Draymond.
Don't forget D-Book.
D-Book is a nice name in my opinion.
I think it's Tatum, y'all. I think him.
Well, if we're saying guys like D-Book, Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell. How good was Donovan Mitchell in that? How good was Donovan Mitchell in that Minnesota series against Denver?
Sure, it has to be Tatum. It has to be Tatum.
Oh, the bubble. He was.
Why does it have to be Tatum?
Well, because I'm thinking about real talk. I think regular season he has the 21-22 year, the 23-23. I think 23-24 was good. 24-25 was really good. I think 21-22 and 24-25 in particular. I think he has some really good.
Don't forget that part when.
I think.
How long is his peak?
Well, I'm just
I think
trying to.
we're in it.
Well,
To be honest with you,
what
I
I'm
think we're in
saying.
it.
22 to now. 22 to now.
Yeah, I think we're in
In
it.
my opinion, his last 2 regular seasons haven't been all that impressive.
I think he was top 5 this year.
I do too.
I
think
think Tatum
he was. I think he
top
was
5
top
off of technicalities and not.
Well,
because
if
he's
Embiid was
actually a
here, he
top
wouldn't have
5
been.
player.
I think he played, and among the players that played, he was the 5th best player in the league for me.
All right, fellas, let's go ahead and vote on it. So, Chill, I'm gonna start with you. Once again, it's names like Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, Paul George, Booker, Tatum, Dame, Donovan Mitchell.
B-Rad.
Who would you put on this list next at 14 after SGA?
My
Jason
gosh.
You got Jason Tatum?
Yes, sir.
All right, Big Ox, who you rocking with?
Paul George had him too, though, Ox. That's 17.
I
18.
got Bradley Beal over Paul George.
Thank you. Me too.
Y'all aren't serious.
I'm
Y'all are
dead
trolling,
serious.
right?
I'm so serious, bro. So
We
serious.
can continue this list the next time we're all up here and get to 25.
I'm putting Tatum on there for respect. I'm putting Tatum on there.
Beat Kyle Lowry. I seen someone say he's better than Kobe.
Nah,
Don't forget the more DeRozan too.
both of them can get in the 20s.
Not
though.
right now,
Like,
I'm
I
just
really
saying,
think
like,
I
in
really
the
think
list.
both of them can get in the 20s though.
Kyrie better than Tatum?
Okay, so Ron, it's my turn to vote. I'm
Yeah.
going dollar. I'm going dollar.
I'm there with you, Ox.
Give me
Better
Dame.
than Tatum?
Yeah.
Just give me Dame.
And y'all think I'm the Tatum hater?
I don't know for sure if Dame's better than Kyrie. So
No, Dame is not better than Kyrie.
yeah.
But I'll go Tatum here. I'll go Tatum.
There's 3
I'll go with Tatum. Yeah,
All right, 4 Tatum's. Tatum's on the list.
That's a good pick. That's a
Boy.
good pick.
JT.
Shout out to JT. Shout out to JT for sure. I'm just saying he was up there talking about Jimmy's coming. Jimmy's coming.
Well, I just think as a number one option out of the guys we just mentioned, Dame had the best,
Real
the
talk.
best peak out of there.
Playoffs included. No, I mean, I'm
Jason Tatum was like, and then
The only
Jimmy
time I saw
Butler?
him to what Ox is talking
Jimmy
about.
Butler
Y'all
got
do
some
know when
run.
they match up, Jason
never-
Tatum still he performs against Jimmy Butler. It's
What's
not like
his
Jimmy Butler.
ass? I don't know
But Jimmy,
what
but
Ox
Jimmy,
talking
but
about
Jimmy,
with
but Jimmy
with
goes
this
crazy too.
boogeyman thing.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying
with you.
Most of the time,
Bugsy out with you, yo.
by the end of the series,
Hey,
when you look,
What's his
boys
ass
ass be
when
looking
he
like
they like
said
play
that?
to a draw. It's not like
like two of these.
No, I'm agreeing. I just think Jimmy's like 22. Jimmy Butler, 22 Eastern Conference Final. He doesn't have he's not missing a muscle.
I'm talking about his eyes be as big as this ring light right here.
I don't know where y'all getting that from. I remember it in the finals.
Yeah, I don't get that when
I do
Y'all are
remember that.
crazy. Y'all are
Yes.
crazy
I
with that.
do
Y'all
remember that in 22. He just looked like he was out of sorts. He didn't look like but when he see Jimmy Butler, he ain't scared of that dude. Hell
No, ain't got nothing to do with that. But Jimmy he be going.
Jimmy's like that. I don't know.
No, Jimmy has
Buckets
some
is
great
like that. I'm not
playoff
gonna
games.
argue.
Jimmy
I like
might
Buck.
be my next pick.
Jimmy
I
got a
don't
better playoff
Chill,
series. I will say
he-
this. Jimmy got a better playoff series than anything Tatum got. Chill.
I mean, yeah, true.
Well, that
23
playoff series
the
against the
23.
Bucks is
Got
damn
a better
better
playoff
than
run
a lot of them.
too.
Yeah, that's better than a lot of people.
That
I'm
singular
saying-
series is
no,
better
he
than a
was-
lot of series on that.
that Jimmy
anyone
Butler?
has
Is
played.
that what we got to do next? The best
Well, wait a
playoff
minute
series?
though. Well, wait a minute though, Ron.
Oh, I would
Jimmy
love to. I
Butler-
got 2 to
okay,
submit.
current
Go ahead.
Jimmy
Well, it has to
Butler
be
just
one
looked-
per person because Bron gonna take up like a
Oh
lot.
yeah. But for quarter players, best playoff series.
Yeah, we can do that. Be fun.
Well,
What's
what
this,
makes
Ron?
what makes you think that what make if Jimmy Butler that list you was talking about was Jason Tatum in against Philly, was that comparable to what?
No.
What
Because
you
remember,
didn't know?
Tatum every third quarter of it was a 4-quarter game. Set up
He had
6.
that game 6 fourth
Yeah.
quarter and game
Yeah,
7.
that
Jimmy
saved it.
was
And
just
then
dominating them the
51.
whole series.
Jimmy
What
averaged
about-
37 and had a 56-point game with Drew on his back
I'm
in
still not
Miami.
over that, by the way, I'm still
He had
not.
56 and then followed it up with 42.
I'm still not over that though.
And then Mark
Yeah,
and put him into
he was
overtime
going nuts.
with the over the head tie
He, was,
layup.
he had that
Literally
step
just-
back deep
I'm
two in the
still not over
clutch.
it. I
the
ain't appreciate
deepest
that
of
shit at all,
twos.
yo. I'm still not over that.
That was when Jimmy was being
Butler
called.
is
That's
so
when Jimmy was
fake.
being called a top 5 player in the league. I remember. That's when
So
Jimmy
let
was being
Boot,
called.
Hey,
but
real
Boot
talk.
Moses- but
You
Boot
should
Moses-
have
higher
seen
peak to
me.
me.
I had a heat towel going crazy because y'all know how I feel about Jimmy.
to
Jimmy
leave
was
that
going
dude,
nuts.
man. To leave that dude on the island like that, even though Drew Holiday
Like, he was
wasn't
frying
hard.
Brook in the paint too, though.
No, yo.
Yeah, because
That-
Jimmy
that
was going
some
crazy,
bullshit.
and then he went into the Knicks series, and he started off. He was going. He
Then he
was playing
tore-
great.
he-
Then
tore
he
his
then he
ankle.
tweaked his ankle, and then
Yeah.
it was like from that point on, you could see that it wasn't the same anymore. But Jimmy was going to have an all-time.
Yeah, yo, I got
postseason
Jimmy.
run.
I don't know where y'all going with it. Y'all to talk to me.
Yeah,
into it. I got
Jimmy different. I don't know. Jimmy different.
Hey,
Yeah, I
hey,
forget what I
my,
said
boy,
about
my
Tyler,
dog
man.
Byron said he was thinking about renaming his son after that series, bro. Jimmy in
That's
that Buck
crazy.
series, y'all.
Hold on, because I do value, and I would, I'm finna be a hypocrite because I was the one up here talking about playoffs. Understood. I get it. I think Kyrie's my next pick, though.
I ain't mad at that.
You think Kyrie's better than Paul George?
I forgot about
I'm asking
Paul
him
George
because he likes
Thank
Paul
you.
George.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
No,
I
yeah.
didn't think that.
Jimmy was second team All NBA 2 years ago.
But
And
Mars,
he's
I
the
know
only
I'm not
defender,
going
too,
to
in
win.
Miami.
I'm
Yeah,
not
he
going
was
to win
second
a
team
Paul
All NBA
George,
2 years ago. Real talk.
Yeah, I don't. Jimmy, Paul George, Kyrie. I probably have Jimmy over Paul George.
What does Dan fit in with that, Mars? With that group of people you're talking about?
Oh
Does
yeah,
he
he's
fit
in that group too. He is in that group.
But Brad's not. You're not really high on Brad at his peak, right?
Not to
Has
not,
Ant not
not
jumped
to
to that
this
group
group.
yet?
Oh, and
I don't know.
But
Well,
I don't think this is peak Ant though. I don't
This
think
is the
we've
peak
seen
as
it
we
yet.
know.
if he gets better, he'll climb up. I think Ant's probably in the group with Devin Booker and them, which I would probably say is the next group.
Okay.
By the way, peak Devin Booker's being slept on because last year wasn't great.
Definitely
for him.
been
It
slept.
is. It most definitely
Like
is.
22, 23, Devin Booker was.
That's why I said his name a minute ago.
Oh, one of the best buckets
Wait,
in the
Sniper,
league.
real quick,
Yeah, go ahead,
Sniper,
dogs.
I'm
Yeah.
just curious to know. At what age is it too late to change your son's name?
Oh, so Michael. So Dr. King's first name was Michael till he was 5 years old. His name got changed to Martin at 5 to be renamed. His first name was Michael Luther King. His name got renamed to Martin Luther King. So 5 years old is the oldest I've ever heard your name get changed.
Well, I mean, there's some 35-year-olds up here that I'll change y'all name if y'all keep disrespecting.
Didn't Meta get his name changed and he was in his 30s?
Who?
Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace.
Yeah, but I'm saying at what age is it too late for you to change your son's name, not for you to change your own name when you get older.
You changing your son's name to Jimmy, that must mean that dude had a serious effect on you. If you changing your son's name to Jimmy.
Fellas, let's get to it though. So Mars, you have who?
Who do you have, Mars?
You notice I haven't made a pick in a while. I just be
all right. Chill. Who you got?
I'm good with buckets.
You got Jimmy. All right.
I'm good with buckets.
Real talk. You said Kyrie.
Man, real talk. Don't believe that.
I wanted to say Paul George.
I got Dollar. I got Dollar. I can't.
I'm going to get a bunch of different picks. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Paul George.
We got two Jimmys up here then, so Jimmy wins.
Swiper, who'd you have?
Jimmer.
He got Jimmy.
Well, no, because if I want to tie it up.
Okay, but don't troll. Okay, how about that?
I don't think either one would win a poll against Jimmy, but because if I pick Paul George, everyone's going to say he hasn't won anything or got to the finals.
I got Jimmy though.
Oh, so there would be no tiebreaker anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Ben Simmons.
That's a good pick, y'all. That's a good pick, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just throw your pick. Okay.
There was no tiebreaker. What do you want me to do?
Oh yeah, Chill did already. Yeah, y'all already got Jimmy
There
on
was
here.
no tiebreaker. What do you want me to do? I threw the pick
guess.
because it wasn't gonna make a difference. So yeah, Ben Simmons.
Mister, that was what? That was Kawhi before Kawhi, wasn't it?
Ben Simmons might be top 25, by the way. Just
Ben Simmons in the playoffs?
Ben Simmons might be top 25.
I got to go back and do some homework on Ben Simmons because I don't remember Ben Simmons being that awesome.
Is there a fall off that's ever existed like that? From Ben Simmons All NBA to what he became?
Without injuries, like just someone just absolutely just falling off randomly?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp.
Drink More Water clearly wants to smoke. Okay, so really quickly, there was the last three guys. So the last three guys I had was Rodman, Anthony Davis, and Pau Gasol. And my first thought, and
Isn't
I told
AD
this
clearly better than those guys?
Well, here's the thing, Mars. Here's the thing. I was thinking to myself, I think Dennis Rodman is a top 5 defensive player all time,
Yes,
which means that right there with Tim Duncan, he's one of the 2 best power forward defenders ever. But the offense, that just doesn't work. Nope. So I can't put him in there. So now that leaves me with Anthony Davis and Pau Gasol. Okay, I think Anthony Davis is a much better defender than Pau Gasol. But I think offensively is where it gets tricky. I think that Pau Gasol is more versatile, and I think it translated more in the playoffs than it did with Anthony Davis.
But Dennis Rodman's clearly not as good of a player as Anthony Davis.
Dennis Rodman, chill.
Come on, man. When you're
Pau
when you're
Gasol
arguing,
translated more in the playoffs than Anthony
Did
Davis?
Anthony Davis?
I think so. Yeah, when he was with Kobe Bryant, yes.
So Pau Gasol from 08 to
Pau was
2010
great.
was better in the playoffs than Anthony Davis from 2018 to 2020.
International included.
Yes, international included.
International included.
No.
Yes. Wait. Why we stopping there?
International
I mean,
included.
he was the FIBA player. He was the FIBA player of the year in back-to-back seasons. He was the FIBA player of the year in back-to-back seasons. That's a big deal. Mark.
International
Yes.
included.
That is a big deal.
Hey,
No.
he's the best player Spain ever produced and led them to multiple medals.
Swat. Be
International
quiet.
included.
quiet.
Yeah, Manu Ginobili
Be
wasn't a
quiet.
top 10 shooting
Hey,
guard, I
Chill,
guess.
we need to get this on record again. Chill, you're telling me Pau Gasol from 08 to 10 was a better playoff performer than Anthony Davis from 18 to 20.
I think it's close. Yes. And I think.
Hey, Chill, tell him you never seen Anthony Davis do that to Kevin Garnett like Pau Gasol was doing.
That's respect. It's a respectable conversation. Real talk.
Well, not only that. I think Kevin Durant. Not Kevin Durant. I'm sorry. I think Kevin Garnett kicked his ass in the finals in 2008. I won't argue.
Did anyone ever kick AD like that? Did anyone do that to AD from 2018 to 2020?
Oh, let's say you
Warriors
limited.
did it.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think the Warriors did it. Yeah, the Warriors gave him the business. Yes. But and on top of that, I think the redemption part we're leaving out because Pau Gasol did come back in 2010 and give them the business. 100% he outplayed.
And then what did
Kevin
AD
Garnett.
do in the 2020 playoffs?
I think Anthony Davis was also in the 2020 playoffs.
Was that better than anything Pau Gasol did?
I think it's close. I do. I think in 2010, I think it's close. Yes, I think it's close. These two guys. I don't think that Pau Gasol.
Can you explain the Rodman one for me? Because I'm okay with Pau. The Rodman one is
okay. So with Dennis Rodman, I think he's arguably the best defensive power forward in NBA.
I include international. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think that Dennis Rodman is arguably the best defensive power forward in NBA history. So
Garnett?
that right there. Okay, Garnett.
Anthony Davis isn't far behind.
I said arguably. I think he's the best defensive power forward in NBA history. I don't think that there was, with the exception of Tim Duncan. You can talk about Garnett also. It's difficult for me to just put these guys clearly over him in terms of versatility, in terms of stopping plays as a rebounder, in terms of being a one-on-one defender, being able to guard in the post, being able to guard in the mid post, being able to rebound. That part right there of him being arguably the best defensive power forward in NBA history, that right there had me.
But Chill, he couldn't score to save his life like AD though. So I just want to offer that counterpoint.
That's what it's
Pau Gasol couldn't score like AD.
Well, yes, he could. He could stretch the defense. He 100% could stretch the defense.
But
who's the best scorer in your opinion? Anthony Davis or Pau Gasol?
Pau Gasol.
Thank you. You also think Pau Gasol is a better scorer than Anthony Davis?
I think he's a better scorer than Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Based on what?
I think that his versatility on the perimeter, I think he can shoot the three better than Anthony Davis. I think he's a better box player than Anthony Davis. I do.
08 to 2010 Pau Gasol could shoot the three better than Anthony Davis.
Yes. And I think I think the difference with you,
this better not be another joke him Noah moment.
I think the difference with you, Mars, is that I think, Mars, the difference with you is that you looking at Anthony Davis in that mid range and how much further away he was than everybody else during that time.
He shot 23 threes in 3 seasons.
Okay, he still shot
not me. He shot them. Mars. He shot 23 in 3 years. In the playoffs, he shot 3.
He shot the 3.
He shot 1 3 on average in the playoffs a year.
But he still shot the 3.
Actually, all 3 of them came in 2010.
He shot 50% in 2010.
From 08 to 2010, regular season and postseason.
How many? Okay,
he shot 5 for 26.
And Davis.
In 3 years, he shot 5 for 26. How is that? What?
And Anthony
He
Davis,
never shot them.
And Anthony Davis in the playoffs. Let's see. Anthony Davis
in 2020 alone, he made more threes than Pau Gasol made in those 3 years.
Hold on. And Anthony Davis in the playoffs. 2 for 4, 1 for 1, 1 for 2, 2 for 4, 2 for 5. 0 for
From
3.
2018 to 2020.
In the playoffs. Because what you're bringing up is you're bringing up
2020. Anthony Davis shot 41% from 3. He was 29 of 82. He made more threes than Pau Gasol shot in those 3 years.
Okay.
So what wasn't shooting threes?
Because I'm thinking about him playing for Mike D'Antoni. So let's rewind, right? So let's take the threes
Well,
off
then
the
that's
table.
not peak. Okay, take the threes off the table, please.
Let's take the
Okay.
threes off the table. So let's get
Okay.
back to him. Your logic, I think you stuck on him shooting in the mid-range. That's where you're stuck on him at.
Well, now I was stuck on the threes, but we've got off of that now.
We off of that. In 2020,
Okay.
particularly in the mid-range, that's what we're talking about. So let's discuss specifically my game offensively, right? Because you stay on buckets. I think he's a better passer than Anthony Davis. I think he's a better.
I agree.
I definitely think he's a better passer than Anthony Davis. I think he's a better face-up player than Anthony Davis. I think he's better with both hands than Anthony Davis. I think he's better around. I think he's better around the rim than Anthony Davis. I definitely think within that offense, I think that he was better playing off of. I think they were better playing off of him than Anthony Davis ever was. Even in 2020, I think that in that triangle offense, they were better playing off of Pau Gasol than any of them teams that they were when dealing with Anthony Davis. Playing on the box, not just playing on the box, but also not just playing on the box, but also playing in the mid post. I think Pau Gasol was better. 100% he was better. I think as a rebounder, I think it was close, but I'm giving the edge to Pau Gasol off the strength that Pau Gasol playing during that time. He was playing against guys like Kevin Garnett. He was dealing with guys like Kendrick Perkins and was holding his own. Anthony Davis on the other side, he's dealing with Nurkic and guys like that. I think that Pau Gasol was more skilled on the offensive end. I give Anthony Davis the edge defensively, no doubt about that. But I think Pau Gasol was more skilled as an offensive player. I think they played better off of him. And I think that stretch when they were in the NBA championship from 2008 to 2010, I think he was better.
Wait, Mars. Look, okay. Anthony Davis in 2018 to 2020, chill, was considered. But in 2018,
but that's just peak though. This is wait.
But that's what we're talking about. Because
we're not talking about that. Just the list. We're talking about the list.
I asked you about the list. Is about
this list specifically.
No, we're talking about the power forward list. The power forward.
Okay, the power forward. Okay, but even still, but chill. This is what I'm saying. Even still, I asked you about some specific years, and you still say what you said. So I'm going back to this. Chill. 18 through 20. AD is almost consensus a top 5-6 player, and then in 20 on many lists he's top 2 or 3 in the league, in the world, not just at the power forward position. You're telling me Pau Gasol from 08 to 10 was as good as Anthony Davis?
Are we leaving out that year when Anthony Davis didn't play? So just them 2 years.
But even the 2 years,
he played 56 games in 2019.
He did. Yeah, he did play 56 games. Now, and we know why he sat down. I'm not arguing that point. But you guys got it. I'll concede. I have nothing else to say about this.
Well, chill. The one I have real, because I had Pau at I'm not gonna 11.
I mean, I had Pau on my list.
I made my argument for Pau Gasol. I did. I made my argument for Pau Gasol. I said that that Pau Gasol at that time was considered the best power forward in the game, even though guys like Dirk
Nowitzki.
Yes, he was in that class. Yes, sir. He was in that class of guys like Dirk Nowitzki. Yes, he was in that class. But with that being said, like, am I losing my mind? Was Pau Gasol not as good as y'all?
No, I think he was better.
He
was an all NBA player, chill. He was an all NBA player.
He wasn't as good as Dirk Nowitzki. You know why he wasn't? That's why Dirk Nowitzki is number 3 or number 4 on the power forward list.
You just said he was arguably the best power forward in the league.
I said he was in the conversation.
He was in the league.
Okay, so there was a gap, but he was in the conversation. But there still was a gap, though. Just like the
one I have the real pushback with is the Dennis Rodman, and the reason why is because I think you can make an argument that Anthony Davis at his prime, it had a similar standing amongst the league as a defender as Dennis Rodman did at his prime.
No, he did not.
And the reason I'm saying that, because he wasn't considered better than Hakeem. So I'm saying that, like, Dennis is in the conversation for top 3, 4. I think Anthony Davis is in the conversation for top 3, 4 as well. But offensively, Dennis couldn't hold a candle to Anthony Davis. So I think, like, that's where
from an offensive standpoint,
yeah, but you couldn't ask him to be a play finisher, to initiate an offense, to like be a primary option like Anthony Davis was. He just didn't have that ability with Detroit or with Chicago or the Spurs or with Chicago. Like, he just never had that. So I don't know, like, the defensive gap wouldn't be significant enough. Go ahead. Joe.
So if we're doing, I know we got to go, Ron. But if we're doing that, then we're gonna have to do that with a whole bunch of other guys when we're talking about significant gaps in terms of offense and defense. Because I value when a guy is that good as an offensive player, just like we do with James Harden. I value how good a guy is an offensive player, like Joker. Right? We do the same thing when we're talking about these guys, how good they are. Even though Joker can't hold a candle to Anthony Davis as a defensive player, not even close to him. But the effect that he has on the game today makes him the best player in the game. Well, Dennis Rodman, during that time, when he was playing defense and rebounding, he's the same dude who had the effect on the game, which made him arguably the most valuable player on that Detroit team. So because he was doing that, I have to consider that.
You think he was better than Isaiah Thomas? No,
I don't think he was better. No, just like I don't think Anthony Davis was better than James. I do think that you can make the argument that he was more valuable. I do think you can do that.
Those are two separate things. I'll give you that. But Chill, I would ask you this question to ask you with this. I think any time that Anthony Davis has been healthy in his career, you can swap out him and Dennis Rodman. They're 1-for-1 for their team. And every single time the team that Anthony Davis is leaving and they're getting Dennis Rodman, that team gets worse. And the team that's giving up Dennis Rodman and getting Anthony Davis gets better.
So put Dennis Rodman on that Laker team in 2020 and they get worse, right?
Way worse.
Absolutely.
They get worse. And if you take Anthony Davis and you put him on the Bad Boys in 1989,
the Bad Boys get better.
They get better.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is the best player on that team, by the way.
I just want to, and you guys, the reason why I have this pushback is because you guys do the same thing when we're talking about taking players and traveling those players to different teams. And a lot of you guys don't like that idea. Take James Harden and put James Harden on that Golden State Warriors team. Take Damian Lillard and put him on that Golden State Warriors team, and they don't miss a beat. You guys don't do that, but in this particular situation where we do have a guy who is more skilled on the offensive end, but not necessarily fits with what they're doing, because Bill Laimbeer was their stretch five. Bill Laimbeer was also their rebounder, double-digit rebounder. So it's not necessarily a fact that he's going to make them much better, even though I do think he's the better player. It's not necessarily a fact.
But Chill, even if they just stuck AD down in the dunker spot, which they tried to do with Dennis Rodman, AD is a better vertical threat than Dennis Rodman. He would be better around the basket than Dennis Rodman. He'd be better around the basket. They can run pick and pop action with him. He's just better than Dennis Rodman. He's just a better player. Yeah. Every single time you switch AD and Dennis, the team that AD leaves is getting worse, and the team that gets Anthony Davis and drops Dennis Rodman is getting better.
All right, fellas. That is that. Dennis Rodman is still better than Anthony Davis. There you have it. All right.
You might have had, because Ron had Dennis Rodman at like 8.
I did.
Did you have Dennis Rodman above 80?
Yeah, Chill. I stand with you.
Wait, did he?
I'm a check. I'm a check.
I did. You don't got to check.
No, I'm a check because you be.
No, I had Dennis Rodman at 8.
You did, yeah, you did. He had Rodman at 8 and AD at 9. For what it's worth, he didn't have Pau Gasol though. But yeah, see, this is the thing. Ron just says so. I had Pau Gasol at 12. I had Weber above him as well. Rodman above AD is crazy. I'm sorry. That's so wild to me.
I mean, post this conversation though, and thinking it through, I probably would move Chris Webber to 8. I'm still keeping AD at 9.
Weber
and just move Rodman down.
Yeah.
What
that logic though, Chill and Ron? I don't understand. How do y'all not have Draymond better than
real talk? So the thing about it for me, it's just the winning thing. Everywhere Dennis Rodman went, he won, and it's not like you could obviously say
Antonio.
It was in the Western Finals. And it
did
just
they
so happened,
win?
No, because Olajuwon kicked David Robinson ass. That's why. So chill out, Mars.
Why wasn't the best defensive power forward to guard him?
He was dealing with him, and it was working.
Yeah, getting fried. That's what
it was working until.
Did he win on the Lakers?
He would have. He would have stayed.
He was over.
Did he win on the Mavericks?
Oh my God, that was a joke.
Okay.
Hey, would I the highest on Elvin Hayes and Bob Pettit, Mars?
I don't think so. I mean, quite a few people were just putting Bob Pettit for vibes.
Vibes?
Yes, vibes.
You ain't watching no Bob Pettit games. Yeah, you ain't watching no Bob Pettit.
It's the same thing we did with Jerry West the other day.
But he watched
I
Jerry West.
watched
games.
Jerry West.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm saying you can watch
games-
Bob Pettit too.
games
Y'all
don't
are tripping,
exist.
bro. Stop it.
Bob Pettit games don't exist. Chill, I think, had Bob Pettit the highest. No, KB had Bob Pettit the highest. He had him at 6. Would love to talk to KB about the Bob Pettit.
Where do you have Dolph Shays at Real Talk?
What I have who?
Never mind.
Dolph Shays. No one had Dolph Shays.
Never mind.
Elvin
I had him by honorable
Hayes.
mention.
Elvin Hayes. The person who had Elvin Hayes the highest was Pirate. Pirate had him at 7.
Okay.
Shut up, Pirate.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a consensus top 4 though, correct?
Consensus? No. Some people didn't rank number 32. Some people had Dirk in their top 4. Some people had Giannis at 2. Some people had Giannis at 6. Just fair fluctuated. The top 1 was a consensus. Everyone had Duncan. KG was pretty much the consensus number 2, but that flipped a little bit. And then Giannis went from 2 to 6. That was a big range
6.
in that area. Yeah.
6 is
Shout
crazy.
out to Tyler. Yeah, Tyler had Giannis at 6.
Who's Tyler?
Hoop venue. I don't know if you know.
Tyler.
Hoop venue.
Tyler had Giannis at 6. He had Dirk at 1,
Yeah,
didn't
Giannis at 6. No, he had Dirk at 3.
he? No. He had KG at 1, didn't he?
I wish he had KG at 2. No one had KG at 1.
He has 2 power forwards in the top 10.
I'd be willing to do that. I just can't.
I wanted to do it as well, but I was just
It
like,
just-
it's
it
just
goes
Duncan.
against
Duncan
my
kind of
logic.
different. I ain't gonna lie, Duncan kind of different.
Rasheed
all right,
made somebody's
y'all.
top 10?
One person had Rashid. It was Penn. I was very disappointed in Ox for not having Rashid. He afford. But
All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. Salute to everybody that's liked the video. Salute to everybody that has turned on their notification bells. Shout out to all of our subscribers. And also, just a quick shout out to all of our Hall of Famers. Vale, Dorian Clayton, Kingster, Teddy Hart, Trevi, Cheese, Joe Breezy, Minor, Rob Deere, Worldwide Mace Television, and Multi Kenny. Once again, to all of our Hall of Famers, this Friday, we will be doing the TCL again. So if any of you guys want to pull up, holla at me and you guys can come on stage with us Friday for the TCL. Also, too, the press box, the football show that goes Sundays and Wednesdays, they will be doing a fantasy league. And if you guys want to join that, DM one of my accounts and let me know that you want to join the fantasy league. And we will essentially do a raffle. And some of you guys will get in and some of you guys won't. Also, there will be a prize for that fantasy league, too. So you want to join up, you know what to do. Hit me. All right.
Get a freshly worn Ron jersey from
All right,
PC.
chill.
All right,
Later,
chill.
fellas. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right,
Merry
chill.
Christmas.
All right. Hunter said, what is the case for each 2 to 5 player to be number 2?
That's a long combo.
No, it's quite simple. Steph's case is that if you view him as to be one of the 5 best offensive players ever, you'd have to view him as a better offensive player than Jokic. We start with that. You'd have to view him as a better offensive player than Jokic, 16, 17, whatever Steph. And then you would have to argue that in his peak, he wasn't not only a defensive liability, but because of the position in which he played, his defensive shortcomings weren't as detrimental as a guy like Jokic being at the 5. That would be the argument for him to be over Jokic, and then by definition, he'd be above KD and Giannis because he's a top 5 offensive player ever. You'd have to make the argument that his offensive value trumps their two-way value. Jokic would be the inverse of just you think he's a better offensive player than Steph, and then the same offensive argument. And then you just say, well, based on his position, he still provides more overall defensive value than Steph. The Giannis argument would be the two-way stuff. Depends on which years of Giannis you value. Some people think Giannis' peak is now. The argument would be that he's still a very clear positive on offense. Or some people still think he's elite and just has a bad infrastructure. But that would be the argument, and then say, along with the offensive growth he's taken, the mid-range stuff, the playmaking, the rim pressure, all
You
of
mean
that.
defense? You said offense taught. You saying
Some people still think he's an elite defensive player, but just doesn't
Okay.
have the infrastructure. And then along with the offensive growth, it's like very self-explanatory, elite rim pressure, all of that stuff, mid-range. And then if you think Giannis' peak is 20 to 22, you just say all-time great defensive impact while still being all-time rim pressure, all-time transition, all of that stuff, adding up into strong playmaking value, all-time two-way dominance. The KD argument is the mix of you probably have to make the argument he's the second best scorer ever, or the best scorer ever. The best scorer ever would help the argument. But second best scorer ever, all-time versatility, can play on and off the ball, alongside being an extremely valuable rim protector and switchable defender who provided him borderline really, really good defensive value in the years that you're choosing. So he would be the least flawed player of the bunch. He doesn't have the flaws of the outside shooting that Giannis does. He doesn't have the defensive flaws that Jokic and Steph do. He's the most well-rounded player with the most consistent versatility in that regard. That would be the argument for KD. That's all of their arguments for why they'd be over the rest of them. It depends on what you value.
All right, there you have it. Teddy Hart sent through a $20 super chat. He said, it just dawned on me how Steve Francis forced his way off the Vancouver Grizzlies before his rookie season without getting blackballed. But Ace couldn't do something similar with Utah. For those old enough, tell me, what's the difference?
It was
Go
19.
ahead, old people.
Yeah, 90. What was that? I don't remember the year he got drafted. NBA
99.
was a very different league back then, and it was a conversation. It just wasn't like, just got handled and so moved on. And nobody wanted to go to Vancouver at the time. To be fair, Vancouver was kind of a plummeting situation in the NBA.
They lost their team for a reason. But yeah, I just think it goes back to my point I made earlier in the show. Things that happened in yesteryear is going to get forgotten about. 20 years from now, I think people will forget about the Brandon Miller situation, which isn't even really a situation now that we've seen it all unfold. He's playing in Utah. He played in the Summer League. He's going to be there. But it was a big deal because people were bored. But 20 years from now, no one will talk about it the same way no one's talking about Steve Francis.
Purple Political Breakdown. Shout out my dog, Riddell. Riddell said, question for the panel. If we never see a healthy playoff run from Embiid, would you change your outlook on Embiid's peak? I think playoffs is very important, and Embiid never having one should be a knock.
Yeah, I mean, he gets knocked for it all the time, including today.
The reason he's not in my top 5 is because of the playoffs. So
yeah, I mean,
he's
going to be known as one of the greatest regular season players probably ever.
Could have been the best player in the league if he would have stayed healthy.
Yeah, he low key like the Peyton Manning of the NBA a little bit.
What? No,
Peyton Manning.
not even. You mean
I
Dan
was
Marino.
saying Brandon Miller. My fault. I meant to say Ace Bailey. My fault.
Yeah.
Peyton was weak in the playoffs.
No, he was not. He was 3-1 versus Tom Brady. Now shut up. Dan Marino
bringing up record or not? Okay, we know some of them games. We know some of those games.
Isn't he like number 2? He was number 2 in touchdown when he in his career in the playoffs. Shut up. So what I'm saying is that if you look at what his Joel Embiid is, I mean, look, I've even moved on Joel Embiid, but that's because he's no longer doing the stuff he was doing in 23. I just thought he was extremely petty. I did not like how he was acting, but player-wise, he's quite amazing.
All right, shout out to Dard and Go. Dard became a YouTube member. Salute to you. Kyle G said Luka signed for that contract because after that, he'll have 10 years of service and get a bigger supermax.
323 or 413, I think is what I said.
418. Something like that.
I did the math yesterday, by the way. So I don't know if he'll be the second because LeBron had to make $1 billion in his career. But real talk, Jokic signs this next supermax at 293, and then when he signs the next one, he'll have grossed like guaranteed signing over $1.1 billion in his career after he signs his next one. And I think now he might be the first one to get to the $1 billion mark. Should he keep
NBA
playing?
money is different. Man.
Yeah, but SGA is going to get there eventually.
It is. They're going to be the first ethical billionaires because they're getting it off of salary. Any other billionaire probably had to do something very detrimental to
Wait, real talk. So if he makes 15
LeBron sold the league at one point to do this, and then also PEDs as well. But it depends on what you call ethical.
Y'all better stop just throwing that out there like LeBron.
I said it depends. I don't
the best pull-up game. Hey, them fans will be outside your apartment quickly. Hey, Bron, I just want you to know I'm not saying none of that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Clutch everybody, I rock with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all.
$1 billion. Sheesh. Ron, when we getting that money? When we getting that NBA contract?
We got to put in 10 years of service. And then we'll get there.
So, Chill got them contracts. I don't know.
SMN RNDM said, in what world was SGA last season better than Luka the previous one? I just find myself ranting for no reason. I'm done. SGA doesn't belong in these convos.
Well, Luka finished above SGA. We had Luka at 10 or whatever, and SGA at 12. So
SGA benefits. I think he's incredible in his own right. But please, Mars, go talk. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to speak out of turn. I do think he benefits from the situation to a degree that other guards typically don't. I think having the floor they have defensively has aided him in some of those metrics that he excels in, like the on-off stuff and like the EPM. I'm saying Luka just doesn't have that. I'm trying to compare the two. I'm saying that I think situationally he's been.
Luka had a bomb squad though in 24.
But he
Post
did
trade deadline,
after the
post trade
after
deadline, and
trade
they
deadline.
dominated as
Luka had
they.
it.
And they were amazing, and he was
Yeah, and then they
amazing.
dominate. I think it comes down to there's issues I have with Luka's playstyle that
Yeah,
just
that's fair.
lead me to saying I think the box score probably not gonna say overstates his impact. I think the box score captures more of his impact than it does for guys like Shea or whoever. So like Shea's impact is more beyond the box score than I think Luka's is. So Luka will
Do you
always
think he's a
look
more
better
impactful player
in-
than Luka though?
I don't know. I think they're in the same tier. Like
Me too.
I'm
Me
not saying
too.
like I think it depends on what you value. I don't think one clears the other, but I think clears gets used to.
Real talk,
loosely
there's a very
anyway.
real world where Luka's like great season this year, and it's like, damn, we really like overreacted on SJ.
Yeah, and everyone will be like, "Yeah, I never said Shea was better than Luka." So,
Right.
Yeah,
did.
no, I think Luka's better than Shea. And to me, it was the playoffs that kind of solidified that for me. With compared to SGA, SGA still needs a lot of growth as a passer, playmaker.
Real
But
talk, he was taking like seven less. Think about this, like 7 less shots per game than passes per game in the finals. Like I think that's correct. To me, that's just wild that like, you know, we're limiting you to 29, 31 passes a game as a guard. Like that's just you can't do it.
Yeah,
There's just no reality for you to.
I will say that I do think SGA is also in that mode of player heaven. So like we were talking about like heliocentric guard play. So people that can create offense pretty much on a possession to possession basis by themselves. Like if I were to put 19 Harden on that OKC team to where now he does have the play finishers, he has the elite defense. I mean, I think they're doing the same thing. I think 23-24 Luka is doing the same thing and better, in my opinion. Now, does the defense probably get a little worse because SGA is a better defender than both? Yes, but there's a difference between like good defensive personnel and what OKC has right now. Like it's Jalen Williams, Dort, Chet, Ihart, Kaysen, like it's an embarrassment of riches over there defensively. So, and then I think Harden and Luka are the better offensive players.
Did you say, Ron?
I was just gonna say one thing I do want to say is like if you put SGA on that Dallas Mavericks team, I think they still go to the finals. Do they win? I don't know. I'm just saying I think they still go to the finals. Obviously, if you put Luka on this Thunder team, I got them winning the finals as well. So I think like they're both in that same tier. The cool thing about it
leadership and the leadership and tangible stuff that matter to you in this conversation at all? Like maybe Luka, like SJ is just a stabilizer because of his personality. He's just so wildly consistent as a personality that like the floor is different. Maybe I don't know.
I don't either one of them personally.
Yeah, that floor that you just said, like regardless of Luka's outbursts or his technicals or whatever the case may be,
and then just staying behind on the floor.
But OKC's defense is so good they'll be able to make up for Luka's offensive or defensive flaws. And then Luka is a better offensive player, so it's like he'll get more of those guys involved. He'll break down the defense or help bend the defense a little more. I don't know. The thing I'm saying about these two is I'm happy that we just get to see him next year. Luka looks like he's in shape. SGA fresh off MVP and championship. Next year, between these two, I think this is going to be one of the better like face-offs, if you will. Watching them go from start to finish, who has a better season, and just comparing them, seeing how they play, and all of that. I think like it's going to be very interesting between.
And then meanwhile, you got the Giants, Giannis with free reign and KPJ. I got to do everything offense, and then Jokic with like a bomb squad. So yeah, it's going to be that's the top 4 MVP candidates right there.
And then Embiid playing 28 games. It's going to be cinema.
All right, y'all.
Luka's been better than him their entire life until 1 year, and then now
that's what I'm saying. Though, Swiper, like I could beat you. I could beat you in 2 fights, but if I knock you out the 3rd fight, then the 4th fight we're gonna have to really see who's better. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all think SJ can recreate? I don't. The shooting that he was able to do last year from the mid range on that kind of volume, and y'all think he can duplicate that again?
Yes.
I think he's going to. Like, I think it's a chance he might be able to take
it. That was even better than like
he'll get better.
That was better than 23-24. And 23-24, he was already really elite.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get better.
He doesn't show no signs of being inconsistent from the mid range. He doesn't show no signs of falling off. Like he's comfortable. Like he does it on a night in, night out basis. And then I actually think it's room for improvement with the 3-ball. So it's like
There's a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah,
that boy
once that
shot
happens-
28% from 3 in the playoffs. I said, my gosh, and didn't.
It was still chucking, and they were still winning. But all right, y'all. Dart Ingo said, Mars, do you think Chet is going to play the 4 full-time next season, considering they have Sorber and Ihart on the roster? And is OKC still the favorite?
No, I don't think he's gonna play the 4 full time. I think he's gonna start at the 4, but he's gonna be in single big lineups. He's gonna be in double big lineups. They're gonna run no big lineups. So OKC has all that flexibility. And are they still the favorite? Probably, yeah, probably still the favorite. But it's not like a guarantee. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that they're gonna repeat.
They have a yeah, I don't know, man. They're going to be that. They're probably going to win 64 games again, Ron. So I mean,
It's possible.
because
they're
again,
gonna
below
be
the
great.
top 6 in the West, like I just don't. And Cleveland and New York, and I mean, even what are you going to do about it?
They actually have room to take it to a higher height than that, because it's like, keep in mind the injuries they had. Chet missed time. Ihart missed time. Caruso missed time.
But
Like,
they didn't. They
Didn't
made up for.
Tatum got injured too, right?
Jada missed some time, yeah, and
Yeah,
before he got hurt in
like,
that
come
Denver
on.
game. And then
Come on, y'all. Like, they wasn't even healthy and they did this.
But do you think the league adjusts like they did to like so? Well, but to be fair, Denver 153 won the title 157. League still adjusted, and then Boston 164 won the title. League adjusted. They still won 60 plus games. I do think OKC 68 win the title. They're still going to be really good. I do think there's going to be another league adjustment to OKC though.
I agree.
I don't think there's a way to adjust to their defense.
I do.
It's just about just the offense is very limited, and I think you can see the offense is very limited.
Right. So maybe the defense the defenses against OKC get better because they're scouted differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not you can't take away the fact that they force the most turnovers in the league and they have rim protectors at every position. I don't
They
think
have
there's
the
a way
best
to-
defensive personnel in the.
Yeah, I don't think there's a
league.
way to take that away.
You can't. And to me, if J-Dub gets back to like 23, 24 shot making J-Dub, they're going to win the championship again. I mean, it's really that simple.
I'm not as high on OKC though, bro. I'm not. I mean, I think playoffs are. I think they are not the same team in the playoffs that they are in the regular season. I think regular season.
But they're young though. So you got to.
It's their personnel though. Is what I'm saying. I don't think their personnel from a playoff standpoint is like so dominant that there are teams that can't knock them. I think Houston and Denver have the best chance now. But again, the Lakers, to your point, get a wing. I do think there's a reality for them, but I just don't like that. Real talk. That starting 5 with the Lakers, I'm cool with. That bench versus that OKC bench, it's about to be a nightmare sesh because they're just gonna run.
Get ready, just gonna run the starters all 48.
No, please don't.
Locked in.
Please don't.
All right,
But I'm
y'all.
saying, Stab, like there's no. They won the championship, and for them, I mean, barring injury, of course, there's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, but the league was
going to do
weaker,
anything but get better.
I think the
J-Dub
West
is going
was
to
worse
get
though.
better.
The West was clearly worse and hurt. So I think like I'm adding in that like we didn't even say the Wolves. I think the Wolves are gonna be really good again, and I think they're like the 5th best team. Like I think the West is just
And
different.
they beat them in 5 games this year.
And I think Denver and Houston are different kinds of matchups for them. Personally, me personally.
All right, y'all. I just put up a poll. Do you think OKC will repeat? Go ahead and go vote on that poll. And also, while you at it, like the video. Hemi sent through a super chat and said, how was Embiid better than Giannis in 21-22? Giannis was 30-12-6 on 63.3 true shooting, while Embiid was 30-12-4 on 61.6 true shooting. Giannis was better defensively with a worse roster.
Who said he was better? Just out of curiosity, who
I
said
think
Embiid was better?
Swiper said that.
Yeah, I think Embiid was better regular season. Yeah, but I think
22.
The true shooting stuff is
Okay.
different because Giannis is a different shot like type than.
Yeah, but Giannis shoots like 70% from the free throw line, and Embiid's like 85%. So having lower true shooting if you're Embiid is kind of crazy.
Well, then too that year, I don't want to go back to that year, but yeah. I mean, Giannis was really good. Don't get me wrong. I just think Embiid was better in the regular season.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan Frazier said, my boy told me Shaq's prime was overrated / short. Do I need new friends? Am I surrounding myself with fools?
I think Shaq's a victim of he gets undersold because people's expectations of him are higher than what he achieved. When like the reality is he came into the league a top 10 player and was top 10 until 2005. If someone's a top 10 player in the league for 13 years, no one in their right mind says he had a short prime. But because it's Shaq and he didn't maintain 2000 levels for 7-8 years, it's like, oh, he should have been better.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
Yeah.
think Shaq gets he's the player that gets compared to his peak probably more than anybody else instead of just prime. Like people look at the 2000 to 2002 and be like, well, that was only 3 years, but it's like, yeah, that's usually how peaks work. But yeah, and then although he is still like a great player in those other years, it's probably still also like you could argue one of the biggest leaps as far as a player's prime to peak.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's noticeably different.
Shaq was 30-10 for 9 straight years. Or not 30-10, like, well, 27-10, 10 plus, 27 plus. And 10 plus.
damn near.
So it's like, for you to say that Shaq had a short prime, like, how many people have done that for 3 straight seasons? You know, like, Shaq's prime is ridiculous.
Embiid.
I wouldn't say Giannis has had a short prime, and his is still going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cum Buckets sent through a super chat and said, not to rage bait, but a 2016 handicap Curry was a game away from having LeBron James and Charles Barkley talks. Bron needed that ring more than Curry did.
Charles Barkley talks.
Charles Barkley's crazy. He had already passed
a two-time champion in Charles Barkley talks.
And
matter of fact,
MVP.
LeBron James passed up Charles Barkley his first stint in Cleveland.
Yep, sure did.
09 LeBron is better than Charles Barkley's career.
LeBron was called a top 10 player ever, but before he won his third MVP and first championship. I'm not rewriting this history. I remember exactly what people were saying about him. Skip Bayless didn't agree. Everyone else agreed. He was a top 10 player that's ever walked the face of the earth.
LeBron has had some great misfortunes, obviously, because his teams are like great.
He's had some great fortunes too.
He's had
amazing
great
fortunes.
for him.
Shout out Ray Allen for real.
Yeah. Ray Allen,
Kyrie, man.
Steph being hurt, and
Bubble.
Draymond getting himself suspended.
Mickey Mouse,
Andrew Berger injury.
Hey! Everybody had the same opportunity, Ron.
Anthony Davis being the second best player in the world that you just said.
Shit, maybe the best.
Huh?
LeBron fans do not want to have that real discussion about 2020. I'm sorry. Because what they used to do to us Kobe fans, Ron, all the time,
Kobe
to
fans
to us
crazy.
why LeBron is better than Kobe. They do the checklist thing. He averages more points, more rebounds, more assists, better from the field, better 3-point shooter. And if they use that same logic in 2020,
well, Anthony Davis didn't have average more rebounds than LeBron though.
In the playoffs, he did.
Or playoff or assist.
In the regular season?
No, I'm talking about the playoffs. Like I'm sure in the playoffs, how many rebounds did Anthony Davis have?
No, I'm saying in the regular season.
In the playoffs, LeBron averaged more rebounds because he averaged like 11.
Yeah, and then was Anthony Davis over 10 in the playoff because it was the way he was playing that year. Where
he averaged like 9 in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
He averaged like 7
9.7.
against Houston.
I just seen it.
Yeah, because I remember because it wasn't rebounding. It was just where he was on the floor, like the whole run.
Yeah,
they have McGee,
this is why numbers need context, man. But yeah, some fans don't understand that.
SMN RNDM said last year Jokic was, in my opinion, the best offensive season ever. That season was better than any Steph or KD season. Only name I take over him is LeBron. Also, KD is greater than Steph.
I do think the further we move away from this season, the more people are going to talk about it. I mean, people talk about it now, and I think when you get 20, 15 years from there, people are going to look at it and be like, how did you shot 44% from 3 and, 30, 13, 10 on the whole season for 70 games.
Yeah, I think you can make the argument that's the best offensive regular season ever. I'm seeing the 2016 Steph, and I'm like, yeah, mad to be him, but it's in that short list.
402 threes, y'all. It's just, and then he got 10 of them. Were there 10 of them on the last game? 82. It was 10 threes. He had 392 going into the Memphis game.
2016 Steph is ridiculous. I go back and watch some of them games. You know, I'm watching guys go under screens guarding Steph Curry.
Yes.
Like the
Yes.
league is just
I'm seeing
behind.
damn near every big still in a deep drop.
Yeah.
Sir, step up. What are you doing?
Like the league hadn't adjusted to what Steph was doing to them, and Steph is literally. I don't want to say walking into warm-up threes because he's shooting like 28-foot pull-ups.
Was that the Memphis year where he made the 3-quarter shot?
No, that was 2015. He did that. That was 2015 in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
But like the league very clearly hadn't caught up, and that's why I'm so high on 2016 Steph, because he was so far ahead of the curve. It was ridiculous what he was doing.
But I do think to somebody in the chat, 60, 21, and 10 versus that Wolves team is, or 60.
Russell Westbrook, man.
Yeah, but versus the Wolves of all people, that was like a, and then no Gordon, I mean no Murray, no Porter that game. That was something. I was so angry at the end of that game, y'all. I was livid.
That game against the Suns this year was crazy too.
31, 22, 21 or whatever that
AD
was.
for sending that game to overtime allowed Jokic to get some extra stats.
Sure did.
But
and then Giannis, what was it? A week later had a 30, I think it was a 32, 21, and 17 game
against Philly.
Philly.
Yeah.
No, he had 20 assists that game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, shout out to Dembona. He was hooping in that game.
But he didn't have 30 points on. I don't remember what stat he was lower on.
I'll check. But I remember that game. I watched that game. Dembona had like 20 something.
Shout out to Gershon Yabusele.
Come Buckets with the super chat.
17 and 20.
We are halfway through the decade, and Curry still holds the toughest chips for the 2020s. Nobody expected Curry to win because no top 75 was next to him.
He's talking about 22.
Yeah, that's the only one he has.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Yeah, it might be in terms of. I don't know. I don't know what the toughest chip of the 2020s is. Maybe.
SMN R&DM said, let me stir some hate. Luka finals run 34, 10, and 9, better than any Steph season. He should have won MVP, and he should be top 5 to 6 on this list.
Absolutely not. Yeah, no, thank you.
I think there's a. I'm gonna use the word clears. I think 2016 Steph clears any season of Luka. I'm gonna use the word clears intentionally. I think he clears.
I mean, I obviously disagree with that, but you can keep going.
It's not even close. I mean, respectfully.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the word clears, and I don't like using the word clears, but I'm gonna use the word clears.
Moo sent through a super chat and said, Clippers are right there in terms of the top contenders in the West.
They are up there. I agree.
Shout out the Clips. Arch Diddy said, Mars, how you call Aldridge soft, but Embiid's your favorite player? Not even talking about injuries. That nigga be flopping and shooting too much. Barely backs people down.
I'm going to start by saying Tracy McGrady is my favorite player in NBA history. I also want to say I didn't call LaMarcus Aldridge soft. I said, Ron, don't you think he's soft? Because I've heard Ron say that before about LaMarcus Aldridge. That's not my opinion. I was just asking Ron because he thinks LaMarcus Aldridge is soft. And that was in the LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin conversation. Was it Blake Griffin? Kevin Love, maybe? We were talking about some of them power forwards in the 2010s. And that's what it was about. It wasn't me saying LaMarcus is soft. But yeah, I also don't think Embiid is soft.
I do wish that Embiid did post up more often than just face up as much as he does. So.
I think it's because he's not great playing out of a double team, so he doesn't want to post up because doubles in the post are harder to play out of, and he's not built for that right now. Well, he's never really been built for that. So I think it's just strategic with coaching about his limitations, which is a problem, by the way.
You're massive. You're 7'1". You're like 300 something pounds.
Yeah, but he's really bad playing out of double teams, and they're gonna double him.
Come Bucket said, tell me why the so-called LeBron era allowed a 6'2" guard from Golden State to grab the first and only unanimous MVP award and also matching rings.
I think the fact that Steph was the first unanimous MVP is a travesty. Like the fact that someone voted for Allen Iverson in 2000 is crazy. And the fact that someone voted for Carmelo Anthony in 2013 is crazy. So I don't think he should have been the first one. But definitely should have been unanimous. I just don't think he should have been the first one.
What would have to happen to get the unanimous now? Like, I don't think as long as Jokic's in his prime, it's not happening. Unless it was Jokic and like they won 70 games. But
yeah, you'd have to. everything has to add up. You have to have the best record in the league, so you have the
Yep.
winning argument. You have to play at more games than most people. You can't be like best record in the league and you only played 70 games. You got to play
Yeah.
77, 78 games. You got to have the best box score numbers, and you got to do something historic in terms of whether that's a triple-double average, whether that's be all-time great on both ends of the ball, whether that's shoot the ball at a level that Steph Curry did. It had to be something unprecedented, along with all-time winning, all-time availability. Steph checked every box. And also, it would have to be a weaker year in terms of the contemporaries. No disrespect to Kawhi Leonard. That's probably one of the weaker second-place MVP finishes. So
Doesn't Chill say Kawhi should have won that MVP?
he says Steph shouldn't have been unanimous. And I've been trying to explain to him that if he's saying he would have voted for Kawhi, that means he thinks Kawhi should have been the MVP. And he doesn't seem to understand what I'm saying with that. But I don't know. If you vote for Kawhi in first place, that means you think Kawhi should have been the MVP.
That's all he's saying is he.
But that means he thinks other people should have think Kawhi should have been the MVP. That's what he's saying.
No,
The Spurs did have a really great season that year, though.
67 wins, 40-1 at home. The only loss at home was against Golden State. Like dominant regular season from the Spurs, all-time great defense. Which is why I think OKC deserve more credit for beating that team. By the way, like OKC deserve a lot more credit for beating that Spurs team in the second round, but they don't get it. It is what it is. Me moving prosper.
SMN RNDM said, "How did James Harden peak higher than Luka, especially including playoffs? Come on, honestly, man. One off season, and I can't wait to hate on him."
I already brought this
19
up.
and 20 Harden played well in the playoffs.
Yeah, I already brought this up. Luka, his best playoff run was 2-21. Since 21, his playoffs have been very much like this in some ways. Now, that's not necessarily Luka's fault per se. Injuries, a mix of things, situations. But I think Harden was really good for a stretch. I think people just have a narrative around Harden because of Game 7s and then the end of the Warriors series and all that. But he's been really good. Like, he's been really good. Luka also wasn't great the whole last playoff run either. So, I mean, we're doing that.
I mean, well, from a box scores perspective, I think he scored like 30 something this past year on really good efficiency.
Last year, I think the defense was horrible in that series versus the Wolves.
Yeah, no, I agree. But
I was saying the year before. Remember, it was the Clippers series, the Thunder, the Wolves, and then Celtic. He was elite.
He wasn't.
The
only elite series was the Wolves. He wasn't.
Yeah,
elite
every other series was like not great.
He
got better in the Thunder series. Sorry.
With another super chat, said Curry stayed through the thick and the thin and never ran from the grind like poop. Like,
are we actually gonna read every super chat he sends?
The most dominant player in LeBron's era was a 6'2" guard. Ugly.
Yep.
What happened if he doesn't get KD and doesn't win those 2 titles? Are we no longer doing this? It's like that narrative.
I mean, anybody that got some sense right now is doing it right now, but yeah, we're definitely not. And also, we would still unanimously think that KD is better than Steph as well. But
unanimously is crazy considering I thought Steph was better than KD back then. But close enough.
Consensus, excuse
me. There you go.
Still be that KD is better.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. The consensus would say KD's better than Steph if the Nets won in 21 and the Warriors still won in 22. If the Nets won first with Kevin Durant and then the Warriors won the next year, the consensus would still say KD's better than Steph. It would be 4 rings to 3. KD would have 3 finals MVPs to 1. And then retroactively, people would still say KD
real
was the
talk,
best.
I would like to volunteer. You bring up Jokic, sometimes choking. I just think situationally is what happened in the Wolves series. He had 35, but that Steph Curry pass is the worst pass I've ever seen in a game 7. The worst. That's the worst.
Game 7.
That's the worst clutch pass I've ever seen in that situation. Real talk. You should be bringing that up more to big up KD. Because that was horrible. It was a left-handed one.
Clay could have caught that, man. Clay slowed down. Clay ain't locked in.
I mean, so I just think KD's just better at the sport.
Real talk.
I don't think that's a bad take.
No, I mean, no.
Yeah, I'm not 9-year-old me watching that game 7. It was like 3 a.m. I was mad as hell. I'll say that. Very mad.
All right, y'all. Mike the Champ became a YouTube member. Shout out to Mike. Moo also became a YouTube member. Shout out to Moo. Grandpa Town said, I don't get how peak Giannis is under Jokic. Best two-way player in the game. Unstoppable. Being the most clutch defense in that stretch. Average 30+ in that span.
I don't think it's crazy to say you think peak Giannis is better than Jokic. I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah,
but
like I think you're going to run into some walls there. But yeah, I don't think Oh
Get a
well,
joke.
I
You
didn't
said
mean
rules.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean that. I didn't
Yeah.
mean that like that. But technically.
Abhay Chauhan said 76ers players being overrated. First AI, now Embiid.
I don't think the word overrated and Embiid go in the
I
same
think Moses
sentence.
Malone's overrated, but you know.
I saw a tweet on Twitter that had
Where else was you gonna see a
somebody
tweet?
asked who's the
Screenshot.
worst player in this picture, and it was like
Oh, the Allen
Kobe,
Iverson picture.
LeBron, Michael, Magic. I'm talking about like clear top 10, and then like Allen Iverson was there all of a sudden. I'm like, yeah,
That was posted by one of
AI
them
is
Kobe
clearly the worst
pages,
player.
and I'm reading the comments. I'm seeing a bunch of Bill Russell comments, obviously, air attacks, whatever. And I'm seeing way too many LeBron James comments. Way too many people responding to that tweet saying LeBron is the worst player there. So shout out to LeBron, man. Got some amazing haters, dedicated haters.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, SimWest34 sent through a members chat. Sim said 2023 Giannis is greater than number 1 seed without Chris Middleton for 50 plus games.
Huh?
I have no
They
clue.
were the number 1 seed in 23.
Yeah, they did dog walk by the Heat in the first round, 4-1.
They were like, oh yeah, but they were like, they finished what, like a game or two ahead of Boston in 23. It was like close.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
They were the favorite.
I did forget they were the 1 seed.
They were the favorite to win the title, and then that first game, the Heat were like, "Nah."
Well, Kevin Love took that charge on Giannis, and then Giannis back went out.
But they were down by like 15 already at that point.
Yeah, they were, but that doesn't mean they were going to lose the series.
Not they would have lost series.
I think they probably
remember
lost
Duncan Robinson had 100% true shooting.
I think they probably would have lost.
They
the series.
shot 50% from three in the whole series.
Was that Heat playoff run where they did that?
Yeah, where they went from like they were like 25th in threes in the regular season, and I'm like number 1 in percentage in the playoffs.
All of a sudden, yeah.
And that's what threw me off. Like, everyone's like saying, "Oh, Jimmy Butler." I'm like, this team turned into the best 3-point shooting team in the league. Like, that's not just
they
Jimmy
were number
Butler.
1 the year before, remember? But then they were hurt that year.
Yeah,
they got healthy, and even though Tyler Hero went out, yeah, bro. But Giannis, there was nothing, and I mean this genuinely. I genuinely mean this. There was nothing Giannis could have done to stop Jimmy Butler in that series. Nothing. Giannis had 38 and 20 in the last game 5. Meant nothing.
Yeah, he did. Shot like
he
40% from the free throw line, but
yeah, he missed 13 free throws, which is why they lost. But you know, now that's not a
no, that last play. Remember, Mike Bud didn't call the timeout, and then
Grayson Allen.
Mike Budenholzer didn't call a timeout. Let Grayson Allen just dribble the ball up the court and do nonsense.
Because Giannis, Giannis didn't want the ball. Remember, Giannis, that was a part of what happened. Giannis,
it doesn't need to be for Giannis. Why is Grayson
want
Allen
the ball? He
determining
was
my
afraid.
season?
He was afraid in that.
Why
moment.
is Grayson Allen determining my season?
Because
that's ridiculous.
The whole situation.
We don't have to speak about that.
Jimmy had like 42 in that.
No, that's probably. Giannis had 22, and then he had 23, and then just the ending of both of those series were just wow.
Yeah, we don't have to speak about that.
All right, chat. We gonna catch y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, same crew. See you soon.
Merry Christmas.
Peace.